beautiful shot. And
good desperation there from the Pakistani fielders.
Yeah, Shadab's in there as well. If you have been listening to us before this over, we just want to let you know, please do refresh your stream. We've gotten a lot quicker now. We're a lot closer to the TV action, to the live action.
Just like Amir, we've gotten a bit quicker too.
Well, actually, yeah. Well, Amir's not really worked on his pace, but his line and lens have been absolutely phenomenal.
Leg slip in place against the fast bowler. Very interesting field set.
Might just be Pakistan. A short delivery coming from Mohammad Amir, even though he's been really good bowling full. Oh, nice. Right outside off stump, and he's just going to dab it down to point for no run. Singles come off of this over, so it's not going to be a maiden for Amir, which is him underachieving apparently.
3.66 का आपका अगर power play में run rate है, especially at this World Cup, yeah, that's quite phenomenal.
It really is.
Amazing performance from Mr. Amir, and he's up there with the wickets too. ये नहीं कि वो सिर्फ बॉलें beat करा रहा है, वो wicket भी ले रहा है. He's the second highest wicket taker.
Yep.
And he's just into his third over right here, so plenty more to look forward to.
Just two men outside of the circle because it's the first hand, third man and fine leg as Amir bowled onto the pads. It's played away as Wahab Riaz at fine leg rushing in will keep South Africa to just two. It's been good fielding from Wahab in the deep behind the wicketkeeper this series. He took a good catch versus England down at third man, a crucial catch in fact. And he's quick to get the ball back on the throw. I think that those fast bowling arms of his definitely aid him.
I would dare say Wahab is one of our best fielders, period, let alone for a fast bowler.
I think because he fields in a lot more comfortable positions, though. He doesn't really field inside the circle. But where he's allocated to field, he does a more than.
I think it was on his weak side. अगर उसके left side पे होते तो वो definitely पकड़ लेता. वो right side पे dive करना और catch करना tricky होता है left hander के लिए. But a steady start for Pakistan, only 26 runs off the first 6 overs. Shaheen Shah coming in for his second over. First over was a mixed bag as usual. हमने देखा यह थोड़ा inconsistent हो गया. Shaheen Shah, we're seeing he's kept a deep square leg and a third man. So he'll be bowling to De Kock. This will be interesting. De Kock is looking to get on with it.
There is
a bit frustrated right now.
There's a man at point this time for the catch, I guess. And this is off the pads, played away. Deep square leg was the one in place. It was a left-hander, so it's not point. It'll just be a single to start off with. Kumar Dharmasena standing in his 99th one-day international. He's one of the better umpires I've seen in my cricketing days. I think he doesn't make too many mistakes. Him alongside Richard.
पहले काफी ये blunders करता लेकिन अब बहुत बेहतर हो गया.
Yeah, him alongside Richard Kettleblower and our very own Aleem Dar. It's a pretty good panel from the ICC. And besides that Australia versus Windies game, it's been good umpiring so far. The review system obviously
that
helps.
was a pure shit show if I
that was a blunder, and some of the commentators weren't very happy with that on air. They were cautioned about that later. Full delivery from Shaheen Afridi, and this is just angled away by Duplessis down to third man. Imad Wasim is the man that'll field there for a single. 28 for 1 after 6.2 overs.
I think Shaheen should try to swing the ball into the pad of Faf du Plessis and away from Quinton de Kock. That's where Amir has been quite effective against them. ये उनके across the line करा रहा है और ज़्यादा speed मारने के चक्करों में ना he's losing his line length a bit, so maybe try to swing the ball, slow down a bit, but be more accurate.
Faisal Parla on Periscope. Can't catch, can't bowl, rest is good. You'll have to let us know who you're talking about, Faisal. Oh, beautiful delivery from Shaheen Afridi coming into the left-hander. This is cut away down to third man. Mohammad Amir will field for just a single. South Africa now 29 for 1. The runs are coming from one end while Mohammad Amir holds the fort on the other. It's a typical Pakistan innings story. And slowest run rate at this World Cup in the first 10 is South Africa at 4.05. India, surprisingly, are the second best, the second lowest.
We are better than the likes of India and New Zealand. That's not bad at all, yeah. Oh, just missed the outside edge. Lovely ball there from Shaheen Shah. I thought he edged it there, but just narrowly missed the outside edge there from Faf du Plessis. Pakistani जो हम देख रहे हैं भाई लुटियाँ पा रहे हैं crowd में. They look very excited. They're keyed up, expecting a victory and our World Cup campaign to be back on track. Lovely ball there from Shaheen Shah, just seamed away off the deck against Faf du Plessis.
Shaheen now going to continue here to Faf du Plessis. Good pace. This is well left outside of off stump at 29 for 1 after 6.5 overs. He's bowling at around 85 miles per hour. Amir is bowling at about 83. So similar speeds from the Pakistani pace tour right now.
Bowling to अच्छी करा रहे हैं. Thankfully, there's no स्कैटर गन वाला माहौल बिल्कुल नहीं हुआ, अच्छी बॉलिंग और एक्यूरेट बॉलिंग कर रहा है.
Hello to everybody on Twitch, as Fahad is saying. The good thing about the Haris innings is that even after Sarfraz Malik and Hafiz leave, we will have Haris, Rizwan, and Asif Ali. A few choice words for Rizwan, though I don't really think he has the caliber of an international batsman, considering the way he threw away his Test debut. Masked Wai, Assalamu alaikum. Good to see you guys back. Walaikum assalam. Good to be back.
माज क्या हाल है भाई?
And,
हमारे आर्सेनल ब्रदर्स हमेशा आते हैं हमारे साथ, दिल वो हमारे गम में हमेशा शरीक होते हैं.
Yeah, goodness me, it's hard enough being a Pakistan fan. On top of that, if you're an Arsenal fan too, I do have a soft spot
यार
for
तुम
you.
लोग यूरोपा क्या जीत के चेल्सी है, तुम साथ ही आप पे तो बाहर हो जाते हो. हमने
There's
तुम्हारा कोच छीन लिया, सारी.
One team in London, folks. Match CFC, speaking of Chelsea, is back on as
Oh,
well.
मैच आ गया.
He's talking about thoughts on keeping the slips as the second slip is removed. This we're saying this match doesn't matter for this World Cup, but good confidence booster for the team.
यार देसी क्रिकेट क्यों नहीं मैटर करता? अगर
आप हार
इंग्लैंड
गए तो
एक
बाहर
मैच
हो
हार जाती है, एंड इफ वी विन ऑल आवर गेम्स वी विल रीच द सेमीफाइनल्स. यार क्या हो
There we
गया?
go, Amr. This time outside edge, but there's no fifth slip. It'll run down to third man for a
Fifth
single.
slip क्या यार? स्टैंडर्ड कैच था थर्ड स्लिप का.
नहीं यार, थर्ड स्लिप पे तो नहीं था. मैं तो कहता हूँ बिल्कुल लॉर्ड्स डे 5 कर दो, कोई 7 स्लिप में कभी करते.
लाहौर.
लाहौर.
Lovely outswinger there once again to Quinton de Koch from Mr. Amir. Yaar, he's found his in swing again.
Yeah, he's good. It's good to see. It might just be the conditions, but who gives a shit? It's a World Cup, and we
Whoa.
don't mind where they come from, as long as the wickets do. As the Green Machine, Haris Sohail applauds that effort from
Green
Mohammad Amr.
shits are playing well today. Well
They
played,
really
green
are,
shits.
Sheikh Rashid. 17 off 20 for Duplessis, coming into his own in this inning. This
Edged.
is driven away to point for no run. You know, these two batsmen are class acts. They can take the game away from Pakistan. I know that the Stani army is bowling well right now, but it's important to keep them in check.
Bilkul.
Because if a wicket doesn't fall here, you've seen in England that the innings grow in stature. If they're here long enough, those runs will be knocked off.
Mohammad Amir averaging below 13 in this World Cup. यार क्या ज़बरदस्त. What a comeback he's had यार. क्या हम लोगों ने सोचा हुआ था, उसकी सिलेक्शन नहीं हो रही थी, जुनैद को ले जाओ, उसको ले जाओ, आमिर पे सवाल जवाब उठ रहे थे. अब देखो यार, fortune favors the brave. Good ball there, another off cutter from Amir, just dabbed down to point. Very disciplined bowling here from Pakistan. हमने देखा था, we got off to a very fast start with Fakhr and Imam today. They were smashing boundaries all over the place against Ingidi and Rabada. Nothing like that in the Pakistan innings so far from de Kock and Duplessis. तो ठीक है, ऐसे ही pressure build करो. 308 you have on the board. Shadab will come into the game. Then you have Wahab Riaz as well to be aggressive in the middle overs.
Yeah,
So-
Shadab, Imad, and Hafiz. That's 30 overs of spin. If the ball starts gripping here at the home of cricket, that'll definitely help Pakistan. 30 for 1 now as Amr coming in outside off.
Catch!
Upish.
Oh!
But again, there's a vacant slip cordon, just the first slip in place. I think, especially for Mohammad Amr, Sarfraz can afford to get another one in there.
हाँ यार, why not? आमिर की कंट्रोल इतनी अच्छी है और उतने अच्छे रिदम में आपको लग रहा है, why not risk another
The
slip?
runs that are coming off Amar's bowlings are just coming off those edges down
बिल्कुल,
third man.
सारे edge ही लग रहे
So
हैं.
might as well put the slip in place. And
But I
stop.
think गली भी होता तो उसके लिए मुश्किल कैच था, so
Yeah, I
tough
mean,
to second guess Sarfraz there.
it is true. Both the edges have gone wide right now.
यार लेकिन अब देखो हसन अली ड्रॉप हो गया यार. Could you imagine a year ago that Hassan Ali would be dropped in a do or die World Cup match for Pakistan? He was the number 1 freaking ODI bowler यार.
Listen,
ये
it
बात
happens.
किसको blame करोगे?
You saw Kagiso Rabada today. He wasn't.
उसके तो पूरी वर्ल्ड कप ही माठी गई
Yeah,
है
he wasn't
बेचारे
on the
की.
money. So who are you gonna blame for that? Maybe Azhar Mahmood is at fault for that too. As this is slapped down.
यार
the
तुम
mid-on.
क्या तुम ओवर स्मार्ट क्यों बन रहे हो?
For
तुमको
no
पता है
run.
अजहर महमूद ने सत्यानाश कर दिया हमारी
Well, it's
bowling
actually
का.
a segue to a question that I think is supposed to set fire to the studio. As Adil Momin
Set fire to the rain.
Adil Momin is asking, आमिर के फॉर्म का कितना परसेंटेज बॉलिंग कोच को जाता है?
0%. जब वो ड्रॉप हुआ था टीम से बाहर रहा है 2-3 हफ्ते 1 महीना, तभी वो जाके बॉलर बना है. आई डोंट गिव अजहर महमूद एनी क्रेडिट एट ऑल, सॉरी. Speaking of coaches, Otis Gibson, the West Indian gentleman,
And
the
he's
coach of
picked him
South
away.
Africa, I think his job is under serious stress
Gone
as
all
well.
the way for
But Gogo, as we can see, dancing all over our.
And she's playing our he's playing our
Studio.
soundboard as well.
ये सारे जो गाने वाने बज रही हैं, गोगो ही उस पे मूनवॉक कर रहा है हमारे साउंड बोर्ड पे. But in the meanwhile, a very steady over once again from Mohamed Amir, giving nothing away, some edges, and South Africa in full rebuild mode, trying to keep their World Cup hopes alive. If they lose this game, it's all over for South Africa. They will not be able to reach the semi-finals, and their last 2 games will just be mere formalities. So they will be looking to keep their hopes alive. Very slim hopes, but फिर भी chance to chance ही होता है. जैसे हम भी अब दूसरों पे डिपेंड करें कि भाई इंग्लैंड ये मैच हार जाए, न्यूजीलैंड उधर हार जाए. हसन अली touring the grounds, taking selfies with the Pakistani faithful. जो भी को लड़का स्टार है, नंबर 1 बॉलर रह चुका है, मजाक तो नहीं. Edge! Oh, what a time for Shadab
Khan. The flying Superman from Pakistan just dives onto his left. This is an edge that was flying at point.
What a catch that would have been. What an effort by Shadab.
It would have been the catch of the century if he got a hand to it. It was high. It was just absolutely magnificent leap from Shadab to his left. Shaheen Afridi gets the leading edge here. Look at this. And gets both hands to
he
it.
should have got it. Yeah, Shadab
yeah,
ऐसे catch ले चुका है यार.
He's taken him in the pass, and this is the stage where they count the most. It just beats the fielder.
But what an effort यार. So bloody close. What a catch that would have been. और अगर हम ये catch ले जाते तो मुझे तो लगता है पूरी वर्ल्ड कप हम इधर से ही ले जाते.
Apesh, and this time it'll just go to the man at cover on the bounce. It'll be no run. But the South Africans are under tremendous pressure here. Shaheen is complimenting Mohammad Amr well now as well.
Shaheen Shah is looking in very nice rhythm right now, hitting his straps, 140, 141 kph, and right on the money, pitching it up, getting the ball to swing, and attempting a drive from these South African batsmen. And looks like boy का mood है आज भी विकेटें निकालनी है और पाकिस्तान को मैच जिताना है. Oh, was that hitting the pads of Quinton de Kock, but sliding down leg. Lovely bowling once again from Shaheen. I love it when he pitches it up, when he bowls those attacking lengths, 144 kph. So he is feeling it right now.
Yeah, but take a look at the difference between the lengths of Shaheen Afridi and Mohammad Amr. Amr's more comfortable pitching it up, and because of that, superfluous height that he has.
19 साल का भी तो सिर्फ है, आपको ये भी अपने mind में
सिर्फ ये बात नहीं है, and I'm not saying it's a bad thing, because if it works for him, it works. He's 6'7". If he's banging it short, then it's obviously going to be a.
That's 6'7", yeah. That's
he is. Yeah, we checked it yesterday because.
उसको तो NBA में होना चाहिए था.
Here we go. Shaheen now continuing outside off, driven straight to the man at cover. It's Imam Ul Haq that'll field there.
Usually
very
frustrated
sweeper on the boundary.
Nothing innings, yeah. 10 of 24, na chauke lag rahe, na single le rahe.
It's all about getting in here for the South Africans, though, right? I mean, if they play out the next 15 overs, if these two can see it out for 100 for one.
But I'm getting a feeling Shaheen just needs to hit that length, and just on off stump, and he's gonna knock over Quinton de Kock. Bold आने वाला है, मुझे लग रहा है. मेरी छठी हिस्स कह रही है कि एक हमें विकेट मिलने वाली है इस वक्त. Shaheen Shah, here you go.
Here we go. Shaheen now coming in this time straight onto the stumps, but it's driven to mid-off for no run. I think Khwaja, you're right. He looks a little bit loosey-goosey on Shaheen Afridi, does Quinton de Kock, and he's been pretty tentative in this innings for the whole 26 balls that he's faced.
But Shaheen Shah is finally bowling well. We're seeing the real Shaheen Shah that the world has yet to see. High-class bowler Pakistani, just out of nowhere. Once again, a youngster beauty, bowling that perfect line and length at good pace. बहुत ऊंची उम्मीदें थी, high hopes थी हमारी कि यार वर्ल्ड कप में आगे थोड़ी तबाहियां मचाएगा.
Here we go. This time.
Ball, what an over, just one run off it.
Yeah, and Quinton this time coming down the track, they're trying to negate that bounce that Shaheen Afridi usually gets. But to no avail this time. Another dot delivery. That'll end a really happening Shaheen Afridi over. He got a chance to it. Shadab did as well as he possibly could. Got both hands to it, but went down. South Africa now 32 for 1 after 9 overs. It's been a good start for Pakistan in terms of keeping the run rate quiet, and they picked up the huge wicket of Hashim Amla, who is in the midst of his last World Cup campaign. One of the most prolific batsmen in the history of South African cricket. He's definitely gonna rank up there. Your top 3 South African batsmen, who would they be?
Of all time.
Of all time.
एक तो हमारी शॉक कैलिस तो कंफर्म है, फिर AB हो गया, फिर हाँ आई थिंक हाशिम आमला, ग्रेम स्मिथ भी हम कह सकते हैं. दो आई डिडंट लाइक हिज बैटिंग, बहुत ही अगली स्टाइल था उसका. But yes, Hashim Amla is right up there with the modern day greats.
Yeah, Venom is saying South Africa middle order is useless, and it seems like it's going to be a couple of easy points.
Martram के 4 पे I think कोई काम नहीं है. ऊपर से Vander Dussen अच्छा player है.
I'm quite wary of Miller. I think Miller can really go at you. He can have one of those Brathwaite innings that happened last night.
यार Brathwaite ने क्या inning खेली.
That's actually exactly what Wise is asking right now.
Unbelievable innings.
Asking about our thoughts on the New Zealand West Indies game yesterday. My goodness, I made the decision to stay up to watch that game, and it was a one that I don't regret at all. It was a phenomenal match of cricket. Just good to see, even though I was hoping the Windies would take the win. As Ahmad is the second change for Pakistan today. He'll replace Mohammad Amir. taking a look at the minor differences between Amla and Duplessis and where their foot is facing when they're bowling, they're batting. Sorry.
थोड़ा सा squared up हो गया था हाशिम अमला, but we've seen कि यार that he loves to flick it away on that leg side as well. So Hashim Amla is very good with his wristy shots. तो बस उसको थोड़ी पता था कि इतनी swing हो जाएगी आमिर की.
It is true, yeah.
He hasn't been swinging it that much.
No, and
in recent
not
times.
many people in England have. As Imad will continue here to the left-hander. It's on the pad, so it's comfortably driven onto the onside for a single. We are in the 10th over, so after this, the field will be pushed back. And I think South Africa will be able to up the ante a bit in terms of the run rate. The singles will come a lot easier. So Pakistan just need to make sure that they keep that choke on. Make sure they get the wickets because this partnership is building slightly. 34 for 1 after 9.2 overs. Duplessis 20 off 25 gets ready to drive it away into the covers, and it goes straight to the man Mohammad Hafiz, who will field that away for no run.
New Zealand West Indies की हम बात कर रहे थे यार. What an epic rear guard action from Carlos Bather. क्या छिक्के मारे थे उस बंदे ने.
I was saying in the
उसके
game,
हाथ में बैट था या वो Thor's hammer था यार.
absolutely
Unbelievable.
I was saying he should have been dropped in the last game, right? Because
he wasn't playing the last game.
I mean, he should have stayed out of the on form. He should have stayed out of that West Indies side. But
और लोग कह रहे हैं उसने गलती की, उसने शॉट सही मारी थी यार. It was a slow drag down ball और वो 6 ही था. अगर वो फील्डर ना होता, that would have crossed the boundary.
It would have crossed. But again, the thing is, गलती और मतलब, I'll talk about that in a bit as Imad will continue here. He gets to his him and Ravindra Jadeja, they both get through their overs so quickly.
Yeah.
Don't really get to say much. 5 deliveries here bowled by Imad, just 2 runs coming off of it. 3 dot balls he strung together against Duplessis, who's 20 off 28 on these. On the other side, De Kock is in a shell, 11 off 28. South Africa 34 for 1, chasing 309 that Haris Sohail and Babar helped put together. Down the track from Duplessis. It'll beat the inner circle, go down for 4. Interesting shot from Duplessis, but it worked nonetheless. It'll get a boundary off of it, break the shackles a bit from Pakistan. First phase of play, I think, will go to Pakistan. 38 for 1 after 10. In the ascendancy is this green team. I want to talk about the New Zealand West Indies game. People were talking about how the shot was good or how the shot was bad. Sometimes sports transcends the boundaries of logic. Brathwaite was playing shots that, a conventional cricketer wouldn't play. What about that edge that went over the keeper's head for 4? The cut shot that went down to third man for 6. If you pick up a textbook, nowhere does it say you're supposed to play that. He was just going at it. And even the over that Jimmy Neesham bowled, and you have to say it was a really good over. He went for the slog. He went for the big heave time and time again, and he didn't connect. If there was a delivery he was going to connect to, it was going to be that
one.
वही
मैं कह रहा हूँ यार, 120 की उसने slow half tracker आपको डाला है. That ball he should have smashed it outside of Manchester, let alone the ground. But बस वो middle नहीं हुई and they lost the game. But what a fight back, yaar. What an innings. Carlos Brathwaite playing one of the most iconic 2 innings in the past 2, 3, 4 years in cricket.
Shaheen Afridi this time straying onto the pads of De Kock has played away into mid-wicket, deep mid-wicket for a single. Basically, we're saying this we're kidding ourselves if we think we still have a chance for the semi-finals. We will lose to New Zealand and even Bangladesh, unfortunately.
यार क्यों हारेंगे यार?
Let's keep the faith. Let's keep the faith.
New Zealand को हम क्यों नहीं हरा सकते?
We beat England, so keep that in point.
अगर New Zealand को कोई greenish pitch ना मिले, बंदा उनको आराम से हरा सकता है यार.
Madge is
South Africa जीता हुआ मैच हार गया. West Indies भी जीता हुआ मैच हार गया. बांग्लादेश ने भी कितनी उनको लंबी फाइट दी.
Madge this time a little bit more optimistic. He's asking for a bonus point. I don't think that works in this format. Shaheen outside off, just shoulders, arms to it. Duplessis, good to leave there. Hamza Dood is saying no improvement in Shaheen Afridi. I mean, he's young. He's 19 years of age. So plenty of time for him as we recap the first 10 that have gone to Pakistan. The Palanji, who is a new commenter, welcome to the stream, is saying, why are you guys a delivery late? Because we are streaming off the internet. So we do apologize for that. He's also saying, or she's also saying, I don't know, if a guy 6'7" pitches it up, it becomes unplayable. We saw that with Mohammad Irfan in the test matches, the few that he's played. A wonderful on drive from Duplessis. It beats the inner circle and it'll go down to the boundary for 4. Wahab gave up chase a little bit early to my liking, but good shot from Duplessis nonetheless. He's coming into his own now. I told you about this man. He is number 6 in the ODI ranking. And, there's a reason behind that, as Gogo the Cat is back in the studios, here to disrupt some of the tech setup that we have here.
यार अब थोड़ा अगर खुल गई है फील्ड तो आप थोड़ा पीछे ले लो फील्डर यार, क्या उसको चौका खा रही. But anyways, that was a class shot, just wide of mid wicket and mid on, and ran away down the hill for 4.
Passionate conversation between the captain Sarfraz and his fast bowler. The Palungi also saying Amla has lost his mojo for a while now. Yeah, he's due a big knock.
He's past his best now. Mostly दिन गुजर गए हैं.
Fahad is saying Van der Dusen ने तो वैसे ही runs किए में पाकिस्तान के खिलाफ. That is also true. Shorter delivery this time from Shaheen Afridi. Cut away to the man at deep cover. It'll be no run. 5 runs off of this over so far after that great on drive from Duplessis. Can you imagine having to support India versus England? Yeah, well, I mean, that's a likely scenario. As Art
Vanderlei, we will be hoping for India to beat England. And I think definitely possible है यार. England को relax होने का कोई situation नहीं है. They have to play Australia, New Zealand and India. All 3 are the semi-finalists right now. So England are not secure by any means.
It's an American flag there in the crowd, mixed with a German flag, mixed with a Pakistan jersey. Bunch of things happening there. Wonderful on drive again, but it's fielded well in the circle from Mohammed Hafiz.
The prof.
Damn, look at those new glasses. Damn, Professor's rocking it. 44 for 1.
Batting में तो rock नहीं कर पाया, bowling fielding में कुछ कर ले बेशरम.
It's not bad.
यार he was 17 of 16 and when he got out he was 20 of 32. ये क्या scene किया है प्रोफेसर ने आज, and that too against their part-time spin यार. समझ नहीं आया.
And again this is another
हमारे seniors ही सबसे बड़ा बोझ है इस टीम में यार.
Stain on the World Cup for Mohammed Hafiz because he gave his wicket away to the part-timer Aaron Finch, and he did that again today. So he has to work on that. But his fielding is in the positive so far. Ooh. Inside edge from de Kock. It'll go to
de Kock is really struggling. 12 of 31.
I reckon him getting out is probably going to be good for South Africa here. But again, a few boundaries can change the equation here for him too.
We've seen him in like T20 franchise leagues. Yeah, he's a devastating hitter.
Yeah. Art Vanderlei. I couldn't sleep last night. Was feeling sad for Carlos, you, and a bunch of others. And he's saying, I miss Pakistan's batting. Is Shoaib in? Thankfully, he is not. I think our rant may have gotten to him, or maybe it was the wonderfully scripted Usman Samiuddin article that came out a couple days ago where he absolutely tore his life apart.
Yeah, I would like to comment on that article by Usman Samiuddin. It's very reductive, and you know कि आप मलिक पे pile on करना शुरू कर दो. पिछले 3 साल से आपको सबसे मेन एंकर बैट्समैन था, and up till the Asia Cup he was your key player. हमने देखा था एशिया कप just in a few months ago. He was our main batsman. जो हमारी टीम की हालत थी against बांग्लादेश और श्रीलंका and against India, he was the only guy who performed. तो तब तक तो शोएब मलिक का कोई सोच भी नहीं सकता था कि मलिक टीम में नहीं होगा. अब उसका थोड़ा सा बैड पैच आ गया तो सब लोग उसमें पाइल ऑन शुरू कर दे, उसकी पुरानी चीज़ें निकाल लेंगे. हाँ भाई ये पहले ये करता रहा, वो करता रहा. दैट्स काइंड ऑफ अनफेयर इन माय ओपिनियन. ही इज़ बीन ड्रॉप्ड, ही इज़ इन अ बैड पैच. ठीक है, आप ड्रॉप कर दो, लेकिन आप शुरू हो जाओ कि यार ये तो शुरू से ही बेकार था या ये पहले ये मुफ्ता खेल रहा है. दैट्स रॉन्ग. दैट्स अनफेयर इन माय ओपिनियन. Anyways, Imad Wasim continuing here to Faf du Plessis, who's looking in good touch, 29 of 33. Drifted into the pads, just tucked away to short square leg for a single. So du Plessis to throw strike rotate kara, hitting some boundaries, but de Kock is the one who really needs to kick on right now. 45 for 1 after 11.2 overs. Imad Wasim pads and just tucked to mid wicket, no run there. तो इमाद भी थोड़ी अपनी बॉलिंग के फ्लाइट और स्पीड्स चेंज कर रहा है. सो ही इज़ अ इंटेलिजेंट बॉलर, लेकिन वो बेसिकली बस उसमें वो स्किल लेवल नहीं है कि वो बंदा स्पिन कर ले बॉल, बट इज़ इफेक्टिव इनफ इन ओडीआईज. ड्रिवन थ्रू एक्स्ट्रा कवर, 2 full, 2 wide, एंड दैट इज़ फॉर गंदी बॉल इमाद वसीम. यार आपकी सारी फील्ड लेग साइड पे है. एंड फाइनली de Kock हैज़ गॉट अ बाउंड्री ऑफ. साउथ अफ्रीका 49 for 1 आफ्टर 11.4 overs. सरफराज भी फ्रस्ट्रेटेड लग रहा है. यार तुम ये क्या बॉल डाल रहे हो, तुमने सारी फील्ड हमने लेग साइड की दी हुई है और तुमने उसको मुंह में दे दिया बॉल ऑफ के बाहर. पुअर बॉलिंग. लवली ड्राइव देयर फ्रॉम de Kock. हमने देखा है यार, प्लेयर तो क्लास का है, इसमें कोई शक नहीं है. दिस टाइम टक्ड अवे टू द लेग साइड फॉर अ सिंगल डाउन टू स्क्वायर लेग. ये इसकी आपकी फील्ड सेट हुई तो आपको इधर ही करानी चाहिए. 50 अप फॉर द साउथ अफ्रीकन्स इन द 12th ओवर. दिस द फाइनल बॉल कमिंग अप. 6 runs off the over of Imad. He's gone for 12 already off his 1.5 overs. ये डेविड मिलर बड़े खुश लग रहे हैं कि भाई शुक्र है मेरी बैटिंग नहीं आई अभी तक. यार एक इनका वो भी था एक बैट्समैन, क्या नाम है, जो टेस्ट स्पिन के लिए खेलता है. What's his name? That left armer who bats like Graham Smith. What's his name? जो वाइस कैप्टन भी है, टेस्ट का कैप्टन भी आजकल. I forgot his name यार. I think हमारे लिसनर्स को शायद याद होगा. डिफेंसिव सा प्लेयर है, क्या नाम है उसका? नहीं मॉरिस नहीं, वो तो ऑलराउंडर है. एक लेफ्ट आर्म टॉप ऑर्डर बैट्समैन है इनका, मुझे नाम बिल्कुल भूल गया उसका. ही इवन लुक्स लाइक ग्रेम स्मिथ, उसका छोटा भाई लगता है वो. Anyways, I was
going to say Trevor Bavuma, but that description
वो तो
Peterson 2005 on Twitch is saying Dean Elgar.
Dean Elgar. He could have been useful and he made a lot of runs in the last tour of England. हमने देखा था टेस्ट में भी इसने बड़े स्कोर किए थे. तो डीन एल्गर डेफिनेटली ये ला सकते थे इस टीम में, बट आई गेस उसकी जगह नहीं बनी, एबी की जगह नहीं बनी, तो बेचारा डीन एल्गर कहाँ है।
पीटरसन 05 saying कितनी बड़ी स्कैंडल है भाई कि ये हारिस सोहेल जैसे एवरेज के साथ आप ड्रिंक्स पिला रहे हैं दूसरों को, ये मलिक और प्रोफेसर जैसे, मैं आई वोंट यूज़ दैट वर्ड, का फाइनल होना चाहिए। इसके बाद नजर ना आए, गिमिक से करियर नहीं बनते। Well, to be honest, everybody was
यार
calling
20
for
साल तो वो खेल गया पाकिस्तान, अब कैसे कह सकते हो
नहीं, और दूसरी बात ये कि we were calling for Haris's head when he looked
हाँ
good.
कितनी गंदी फील्डिंग कर रहा था वो,
हाँ।
आप भूल गए हो।
So that's
कंसिस्टेंसी का मसला है ना, कोई तो कंसिस्टेंट हो।
third change here for Pakistan in the bowling. Imad Wasim is now going to be complemented by this fourth W of the Pakistani pace trilogy, or actually it's more than a trilogy now. Wahab Riaz,
थर्ड
age
कौन था जो आप
33.
फोर्थ पे आ गए?
अरे माद वसीम
अरे तुमने उसको डब्ल्यू के कैटेगरी में डाल दिया यार।
भूल गए यार, लेफ्ट हैंड
एक तो यार हमारे एक
51 for 1.
बर्गर फैंस है हमारे, डब्ल्यू को डब्ल्यू बना देते
अच्छा
हैं। इन्होंने वसीम अकार देखे नहीं अपने
दो जिनको हम पहला जानी कह रहे थे, he's corrected his name, he's saying it's पहला जानी, so we do apologize for।
यार मुझे पढ़ने दो उसका नाम, तुम तो हो ही।
उन्होंने कह दिया यार पहला जानी है।
पहला जानी, oh he's Indian, I am
Yeah, he's saying
he's a Sindhi, I
he's
guess.
saying I am from India and I didn't want Malik to play against us. Maybe the early 2000s times are still there in my mind.
हाँ।
But Haris was good today. We do agree with that.
नहीं अब तो मलिक सवाल ही नहीं पैदा, you can't get ducks against India and Australia and expect to play भाई, अब तो कोई सीन
no.
नहीं।
And Fahad is saying Hafiz has a big problem of giving his wicket away to part-timers, even in this World Cup. For example, Finch and Markram. Yeah, it is. That's true.
यार मसला है कि एज अ सिक्स बॉलर ही इज यूजफुल इन द फील्ड, और कैचेस भी हमने देखा वो ले लेता है, तो इसको टीम में रख लेते हैं।
Johnny's saying Wahab is looking tired in the field, and Desi Cricketers saying, do you guys like this format of semi-finals, or would you prefer PSL style playoffs? Well, I was having a conversation.
That's a good point. Actually, आप ये रख सकते हो जैसे एलिमिनेटर वगैरह. It's not
Listen,
bad.
if you're going to play 9 games,
हाँ,
number 4 and number 1 shouldn't have the same benefits.
true.
If you were finishing first, and unfortunately it'll probably be India to finish first or second, you should have some sort of added benefit to that compared to finishing 3rd or 4th.
बिल्कुल आप सही कह रहे हो. I think that makes sense कि आप PSL IPL style जो भी है
PSL style.
franchise cricket style eliminated दे दो. It's a good idea.
Wahab now continuing short ball this time, played away from De Kock, and
Oh, करो run out यार.
we've seen that boundary has given De Kock some confidence.
He's looking. He is not looking as stiff as he was before.
Okay. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do the De Kock puns as Quadra eases into
Give
this.
us your best De Kock puns in the comment section of our Twitch and Periscope, and we'll
And we
read them
guarantee
out
we're not
loud.
gonna read any of them.
नहीं पढ़ेंगे और सुनाएंगे भी यार, ऐसी बात नहीं करो. अच्छा है.
Arslan Fareed, totally agree with Quadra. Malik has
सब
played a
Reddit
big.
चल रहे, सब Twitch चल रही, क्या बुराई है यार, टाइम
हाँ,
पास
ठीक
तो
है, ठीक
होगा.
है. Arslan
अब वो
Fareed.
स्कोर नहीं कर रहा, हम उसका मजाक ही बना सकते हैं, और क्या कर सकते हैं.
Yeah, I mean he's helping Pakistan's cause right now. As Arslan is agreeing with you, Quadra, on Malik deserving a little bit of respect, and it's driven from Duplessis into the covers. It'll be no run there. As Pelajani is saying, Elgar did play ODIs for his English county side and did pretty well.
मैं वही कह रहा हूँ कि and he did very well in the England tour in 2017. उसने टेस्ट 100s वगैरह भी मारे थे, तो वो ला सकते थे उसको. हमारे सोशल मीडिया मैनेजर सर खैर आ गए हैं with another volunteer of ours जो कुछ करता नहीं है लेकिन हमारा दोस्त है बहुत अजीज, Mr. Azlan Khan. And we have some Indian fans as well at Lords today. So
Driven
away.
from Duplessis, the man in the cover that'll field that away for no run. 53 for 1 after 12.5. Ali Kohli is saying, yo, I'm back after the last time you ranted about Pakistan team versus the India match. It was hilarious. Well, it was very painful as well. Art Mandalay saying, Afghanistan played well yesterday. What do you think about Pakistan's chances against them as they lost a warm-up match?
Yeah, if we get a pitch like that, then we would be very worried, definitely. Lekin I think itna spinning
I
pitch.
think we'll be okay. I think we'll be okay. Fahad is saying Afghanistan will be a tricky side because of their spinners, and we haven't played spin properly so far this World Cup.
Yeah, we don't
That is a
play,
good point.
To be fair, we don't play anything properly. तो कुछ भी हो सकता है.
There we go. Wahab, the quickest bowler, one of the quicker bowlers of the World Cup so far, fires in a bouncer at 87 miles per hour. And
I
that'll-
thought that was going to be a wide, but good call.
Yeah, just 2 runs coming off of his first over. South Africa 53 for 1 after 13. Hassan Butt is saying, what would be the name of De Kock if he was a girl? Lecoq. Oh my God. Desi cricketer
हमने
Ramiz.
puns कहा था यार, अब चूसे नहीं कहा था.
Desi cricketer guy Ramiz will probably make a cringy De Kock pun live on air.
आपको याद होगा हैशटैग रमीज पोर्न जो उसने खुद इजाद नहीं लेकिन पॉपुलेट किया था ट्विटर में, वो अभी भी जिंदा है. हैशटैग रमीज पोर्न जाके देखें तो काफ़ी
Yeah.
मज़ेदार ट्वीट्स हैं उसमें. तो you know
What happened with the England? They can't even chase 2-2-3. They're one of the best batting lineups. As Venom is chiming in on another English
Yeah,
collapse.
full credit to a beast like Lasith Malinga. Yeah.
That is just.
At age 35, he deserved a 5-4 यार क्या bowling कराई उसने. Josh Butler बेस्टो को उसने ऐसे पक्के यॉर्कर मारे हैं. Sensational.
I think
bowling.
at least in our generation, because he didn't play with Waqar, he's the best bowler of the Yorker ever.
Oh.
A wonderful shot from De Kock, and I think he's unleashed here on Imam. He's just an uppish drive over the inner circle, over the cover boundary for 4. I don't think he's the bowler to bowl to De Kock, and he's straying away in his line. Too much width outside of off stump, and Sarfraz is as upset as we are.
आपके पास हफीज है तो आप किस लिए इमाद को इस वक्त यूज कर रहे हो डिकॉक के खिलाफ? क्या आपको जरूरत थी? और आप बॉलर को क्या ब्लेम कर रहे हो यार? वो प्लेयर ही उतना अच्छा है.
Yeah, but still, there's just too much width from Imad. We saw him the last boundary last time as well. It was because of the width, so he needs to control that. Again, look at that. This time, fired into his stumps, and De Kock will just get a single down to long on.
But ऐसे आप easy single देना है, it's you're not looking for wickets. Yeah, that's what I don't like. कि आप run conservation के चक्रों में नहीं पड़ो. Scoreboard pressure अपनी जगह है, लेकिन आप कोशिश करो भाई wicket लेने की. शाहीन अच्छे spell में था, आपने क्यों हटा दिया उसको? I don't understand. Some of these bowling changes are quite ordinary from Sarfraz.
Who's your third pacer? No, well, you do have Wahab and Amr as well. As Imad this time a quicker one and a quicker off spinner to Duplessis. Didn't really read that, and just edges it onto the wicket for no run onto the pitch.
Adil Momin mentioning, yeah, we had 2 tosses won and didn't bat first either. Still hurts, especially against India. यार आप क्या यार आप
Should have been bat first, exactly.
Oh,
outside edge
turned.
from Imad was seen to Duplessis, but the man at Gully will field it away. Bit of a conversation between him and De Kock here about Imad's bowling.
Yeah, we saw in the South African bowling innings, Tahir and Markram even were getting some decent turn. So we should get our spinners get stuck in. They should perform on this pitch.
Slip in place for Imad, and it's a
a
cotton bowled opportunity that just falls short of Imad Wasim. This is a good over after the boundary. He's come back strong, and I was mentioning about how he needs to stay within the 3 stumps, and he's doing that now. And it's
Duplessis
working
को तो
really
अच्छी
well.
करा रहा है.
Adil's also asking about Hardik Pandya. We'll get to that in a bit. This is another quicker one onto the stumps. Just played away onto the onside for a quick single. Imad will end his 3rd over, and he's given away 19 runs. Talk about Hardik Pandya. Has he made it into your books as a great cricketer, or as a good cricketer, or as a decent cricketer?
Yeah, at best he's decent, but he's not a pure match winner with the ball and not a pure match winner with the bat. लेकिन in this combination it suits them to keep him क्योंकि उनको फिर वो भुवनेश्वर को खिलाते हैं, so he can bat, Dhoni can bat at 5, so they cover all their bases in batting and bowling, तो उनको suit करता है, and they're winning, तो फिर बंदा क्या कहे? As long as your team is winning, nobody minds.
You know what I'll say about Hardik Pandya? He's a man who has a lot of heart, and he bowls with a lot of passion, and he bowls the short deliveries that he's bowled yesterday.
Basically,
really good.
his ideal role is as a 4th pacer. 3rd pacer is asking too much from him, in my opinion.
I think in a couple of years, or maybe even a year's time, he could play that role. His short ball yesterday was really, really strong.
यार लेकिन वो तो चलो.
And he's amping it up. He's faster than Bhuvaneshwar Kumar now.
लेकिन consistency भी नहीं है ना, मार भी फिर भी खाता है वो.
I
2
mean,
विकेटें ले ली at 6 तो चलो इस वर्ल्ड कप में तो ये चलता है, but overall.
Yeah, and also
long
it is England, so the conditions are slightly favorable.
इंडिया में तो वो definitely ऐसी बॉलिंग नहीं करा सकता.
Yep.
तो मारे
Wahab
करें.
now continuing into his 2nd over, this time onto the leg side. It's guided away off the pads by Duplessis to fine leg, as Muhammad Amr will field there for just a single. Palajani saying surprised Shadab isn't used. Indians rate him higher than maybe the Pakistani team. I don't think it's a matter of rating. I think just we read the pitch wrong that day, and the toss was a complete shambles. And he's saying you have to bat first in a Pakistan-India game. Asia Cup was a different story, but high-pressure World Cup, Champions Trophy games, bat first, 250 bhi kafi ho jata hai.
Definitely, yeah.
Rami's watching runs on the board. You know what he always says.
Pakistan in a run chase against India, you would never back Pakistan to ever do well in those. यार वो pressure handle ही नहीं कर सकते. Front runner बनो और फिर scoreboard pressure लगाओ Indian batsman पे. That's the only way.
On the leg stump, this is wonderfully played by De Kock. It beats the inner circle. The
Yeah,
man in the deep will collect it, but he'll collect it fairly slow, so it'll just be a comfortable double for the South Africans. They're now coming in to a little bit of momentum here.
A bit of a flat, ये जो mini 10 over इन्होंने बनाए हुए ना brackets, इसमें तो definitely.
This is
South
where
Africa आ गए.
Pakistan sides of old, even the ones under Misbah and Shahid Afridi's captaincy, they were really good because they kept you quiet in the middle overs. I mean, typically it was through Hafiz or Saeed Ajmal or even the great Abdur Rahman.
Mana Chelsea.
But obviously, this is a different side with Wahab bowling in the middle overs. It's cut away straight to the man at point. That went at lightning speed. Shadab's been really good at point today.
De Kock has nailed a few of these square cuts, but always found the fielder. So we've been getting lucky there.
I remember there was a stint where Waqar Younis was coaching Pakistan, and he worked on Wahab Riyaz's wrist positions, and he became this really effective third pacer for Pakistan with the red ball, and he was reversing it in one-day cricket too.
बिल्कुल reverse तो कर लेता है वहाँ, but expecting him to be able to swing the ball conventionally, वो तो उसकी wrist position allow ही नहीं करती. But the likes of Shaheen and Amir should definitely get the ball to move in the air.
Wahab this time, this is cut away and straight to point again. Shadab, good fielding. 62 for 1 after 14.5. Pahlajani saying, जिस दिन पांड्या की लग गई उस दिन पता नहीं क्या होगा. And
यार ये मैं सुन नहीं रहा हूँ पांड्या की लग जाएगी, ये हो जाएगा, वो हो जाएगा.
Don't know what that really means.
मैंने सुना है कि IPL में he is very devastating for Mumbai Indians. आगा हमारे जो resident IPL watcher कहते हैं he is very good hitter in that format. But one ODIs में अभी तक मुझे कोई याद नहीं आ रहा कि उसने ऐसा कोई miracles perform.
Speaking of miracle spells in one-day international cricket, Wasim Akram here talking about some wrist positionings on Wahab. What a bouncer for him to end the over. Good one there. Just 5 coming off of his 2, so the economy is good too there. The Fahad is saying it's an annoying partnership. It definitely is, but it's not really going anywhere for South Africa too at the moment. And Pahlajani is saying that's why Shankar is playing. He's backup cover for the day Pandya goes for runs. And I think Shankar, with his wobbly pace, actually
England
has a lot
में चल
of
जाएगा
effect.
वो.
Yeah.
England में चल जाएगा.
He's a bit like today's the part-timer that we gave wickets to today, Palakwayo. We didn't give wickets to him, but like very similar in terms of the pace and how they exploit the pitch.
But the key thing about a 15-man squad is you need these flexible players who can just get fitted in. Shami देखो हमने देखा यार टीम में भी नहीं था और आके हैट्रिक ले गया और मैच विनर बॉलर बन गया उनके लिए. When Bhuvneshwar got injured with
I'm actually really happy for him. Mohammad Shami.
Shami is way better than Bhuvi, yaar. Way better.
I think with the new ball, Bhuvaneshwar is still better than Mohammad Shami. But I think just
for the whole 50 overs, he's better.
Shadab first ball and versus South Africa here as it's a flighted leg spinner, but it's too full, driven down to long on for a single. We'll have to see about Shadab's length here because in the past he's gotten it too full or too short. 38 matches in his one-day career, an average of 29 and an economy of 4.92. His T20 figures are a lot better than this, so he's yet to arrive at the big stage in terms of one-day cricket.
Thodi down hogi Shadab, just like Hassan, but he's a much better bowler than that, in my opinion.
There's
good ball again to Shadab.
Chance for a cotton bowl, but it falls short of Shadab Khan. And there's a lot of shisha material that's been thrown across the studio here because Sergio feels the need to intoxicate, and such is the nature of this partnership, I guess. Huge hit. That's going to be 6, number 1 for South Africa in this innings. Gets down on one knee, De Kock, and just blasts it over mid-wicket for a half a dozen. That's what I was talking about Shadab's line, a little bit too full, and he gets punished.
ठीक है यार, if De Kock across the line ऐसा risk लेना चाहता है तो Shadab should back himself, but a lovely shot, just down on one knee and slapped it over mid-wicket for a big
77-meter 6, and that's one of the shorter boundaries at the home of cricket because the ones down the ground are more than 80 meters. This is defended away from De Kock for no run. I mean, he is your leg spin bowler, so he's going to go for runs.
स्पिनर को तो मार पड़ती है छिक्के तो कोई बड़ी बात नहीं है, बस ये है कि आप अपनी लाइन लेंथ नहीं मिस करनी चाहिए. उस दिन हम देखा था कुलदीप को भी पड़ रहे थे, तो it's not a big deal, ऐसी कोई बात नहीं.
Played away full onto the leg side for no run. Ahmed is on the stream as well from his office, I think. He's saying De Kock blasts it. Hashtag Mossad porn. Maybe
that is one hashtag that will never succeed.
Another one. This is a bit more flatter, and I think it'll just trickle away to Shaheen Afridi at deep mid-wicket for a single. Maybe Sohail can get hashtag Mossad porn going, but that might be a bit rough.
Do you really want that hashtag to?
I really don't know. I have mixed feelings about it. The Pahlajani is commenting in. By the way, pretty sure when Khwaja sees who I am, he's going to start hating on me. Had some good banter with him in the Asia Cup, second India-Pakistan game. Let me tell you a little bit about Khwaja and Twitter, right? I mean, I know him off the internet quite well. And he likes giving a lot of you a hard time, but he's a softie inside when you come to have a conversation with him. So don't worry about that. As Ahmed saying, Allah na kare aise koi hashtag galti se bhi chale.
Acha, I think I kind of recognize this gentleman.
I think you guys have been sidetracked a bit, maybe a little tapping on the practice pitches on the side. Wahab Riyaz, a good length delivery, beat him outside off for no run.
I think he's a sick gentleman that we were sitting in front of us in the Asia Cup game. काफी औखे हो रहे थे जब इंडिया हमारी कुट लगा रहा था. तो
That's
it's all
okay.
good. It's all good fun. बस हमारा obviously mood बना
Yeah, I
हुआ
mean
था.
we've been good 50 years.
शिनवारी को छिक्के पड़े तो जाहिर सी बात है. Especially when it's a 70-30 Pakistan
Wahab
crowd.
short delivery. De Kock has to let it go for no run, and Pelajani saying yes, bro.
Banter bunter. अच्छा, speaking of banter, my mentions have been smashed by Indians. मैंने एक harmless सी tweet की थी कि बड़ी बड़ी सस्ती हैट्रिक थी शामी की, तो काफ़ी लोग अपसेट हो गए थे. यार ऐसी भी क्या बात है, अफगानी नंबर 9, 10, 11 को आप आउट करे तो ये सस्ती हैट्रिक ही हुई. तो
It's still the World Cup. You still have to see
ठीक है,
you still have
ठीक
to
है.
finish the game in the
यार
last
मैं तो
over.
कहता हूँ शामी अच्छा बॉलर है. मैं तो खुद कहता हूँ मुझे पसंद है शामी.
70 for 1, 16.2 overs. This is a York attempted Yorker, but it's a low full toss. It's played away to find leg for a single. Imad Wasim usually doesn't field at that position. I don't know why he's there, but he's
Imad Wasim usually doesn't field, period. So
I think he's a decent fielder.
he's not that good. He's okay.
He's not he's not
safe catcher है, ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा यही कह सकते हैं उसके बारे में. Below average.
Pelajani is alluding to your baiting techniques on Indian Twitter, and
यार मैं बेट वगैरह कुछ नहीं करता, मैं अपनी
करते हो यार, इस तरह ना बोलो.
यार क्या बेट करते हैं थोड़ा.
तुमने ट्वीट मारी बेचारे ने वर्ल्ड कप हैट्रिक लिया.
इसमें बेट तो नहीं था यार, सस्ती हैट्रिक ही थी.
नहीं,
ये तो ना मैं उनको ढूंढ के कोट करता हूँ लोगों को यार.
इस तरह नहीं.
It's not baiting यार.
Take a look at the field here on the offside and leg side. There's a fine leg and third man placed deep mid wicket and deep point. Nobody headed in front of the wicket as Wahab will bowl it short as the joke sinks in on me onto the offside for no run. 72 for 1 after 16.4. Wahab is 7 runs in his 2.4 overs.
अच्छी बॉलिंग करा रहे हैं.
Yeah, but De Kock is slowly rising here. 33 off 50 as Duplessis
यार
is
तुमने हमारे
36 off
ट्विट
47.
स्ट्रीमर्स को मना किया और फिर तुम खुद डबल मीनिंग
मैंने किसी को कुछ मना नहीं किया. मैंने कहा पढ़ूंगा नहीं.
क्या कह रहे हैं हमारे.
Only baiting AZ does is not on Twitter. Hashtag AZ porn.
ओ भाई बस कर दे ये पोर्न हैशटैग्स हमारा बंद करवाए.
Pelajani is saying Champions Trophy 2017 triggers us as the cat is jumping across the soundboard, so we do apologize for the weird Ravi Shastri commentary that has
And
just
he picked him away.
And as Ahmed picks away the cat.
यार वैसे can you imagine Ravi Shastri being a World Cup winning coach? His ego is already out of control. अगर वो World Cup भी जीत गया तो फिर क्या होगा?
What's bigger, Ravi Shastri?
I think he might run for the elections and become the next Prime Minister after Modi ji.
I mean, I don't even know what to say to that. But what's bigger, Ravi Shastri's ego or his hat?
I think definitely his ego is out of control.
Where's these
It's a
massive-
separate ninth planet in my opinion.
Wow. 72 for 1, 16.5. Shout out to Pluto, number 9 on the planets. As this is a huge shot from De Kock.
Catch.
And I think
That's
it's
a catch.
in the air. Might be.
अबे
No.
यार mid wicket.
He just wanted to clear that mid-wicket boundary for 6, but Fakhr got around to it quick enough, and it'll just be a couple in the deep as some bananas are coming out.
I think they're finally 1 hour into the innings. हम वीर सिंह के यार डिकॉक बाउंड्री हिटिंग तो करा है लेकिन स्ट्राइक नहीं रोटेट हो रही है इससे. सो ही इज still a very frustrating innings from Quinton de Kock.
Adil saying De Kock is slowly rising. Hashtag change of pace porn. Venom is saying it's match winner hat trick. You can see past Umesh Yadav gave 16 run last over. That's actually a good point that Venom makes about Mohammad Shami. Like I understand that the hat trick may have come at the risk of lesser Afghanistan batsmen, but in the past, Yadav, the likes of Umesh Yadav have given away 16
यार उमेश
runs.
यादव के तो I think economy rate भी 6-7 in ODI cricket.
So it is a match winning.
He always gets hammered.
And I have a little bit of a query with the Indian fan base too, that they were accrediting Bumrah, and Bumrah is an exceptional bowler. I think he's going to be the best ever Indian bowler to play for that country. But I think yesterday's victory goes more so to Mohammad Shami than it does to Jasprit Bumrah.
I think it goes to the Indian spinners, the way they kept getting wickets. When what's his name, Asghar Afghan, he got out at 130 for 4. उधर ही जाके पूरा मैच उनके हाथ से निकल गया था. If he had stayed there for another 20-30 run partnership, then the Afghans could have won that game. But they caved into the pressure. It was Yuzvinder Chahal who got the wickets there.
How much has he improved in this bowling? Remember that skinny lad that
यार
used
मसला
to
ये
come
कि
out to
दोनों
bowl?
मैच विनर स्पिनर्स हैं आपके पास. ये तो एक तो ब्लेसिंग होती है, इनके पास दो हैं. तो अब ये ओवरसीज तो जीते रहे हैं उनके साथ. इंडिया में तो कोई इनको टच भी नहीं कर पाएगा जो हमारे ये जो इंडियन स्पिनर्स है.
Yeah, that's why India are so prolific in their home turf.
That's the thing. You don't need a star 11 like England. You just need 5-6 match winners in batting and bowling. They have, of course, the top 3 without Dhawan, who got injured. But other than that, they have 3 match winning bowlers and they have 3 match winning batsmen. That's enough to win a World Cup, as we can see.
Yeah, Pehla is saying Bumrah gave Shami 16 to defend.
हाँ अब वो अगर शामी नहीं 12-16 रन नहीं डिफेंड कर सकता वो किस मायने का इंटरनेशनल बॉलर ऑफ कोर्स anyone
That too against Afghanistan.
I think even 8 runs or 10 runs आपके जो टॉप लेवल बॉलर है उसको डिफेंड कर लेना चाहिए even in the last overs. Anyway, here's a first hour innings break here as South Africa will be looking to
Sheldon Cottrell, one of the more renowned personalities of this World Cup, his celebration has gone viral.
Yeah, he has been amazing in this World Cup. Yeah, fielding, catching, runouts, bowling, he's absolutely everywhere.
We do a bit of a discussion on cats and talk about if any of our listeners or commenters have cats.
Pet owners.
What are they called and why did they have them in the first place?
यार तुम बिल्लियों के क्यों इतने खिलाफ हो?
And again, if you do want to check out our mascot, Gogo is the name.
The cat Gogo on Instagram.
Yeah, there it is.
Cat Gogo.
Give him a follow.
काफी swag है और काफी खूबसूरत बिल्ला है हमारा ये Gogo, तो आप जरूर देखें.
A lot of energy. Quicker than Haris Sohail in the field.
No doubt, no doubt. And probably a better batsman than Malik right now.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it. Pakistan 62% by the win predictor, but we know this thing lies. And they need 236 of 198 deliveries. That's not too bad.
यार ये partnership बहुत अच्छी चल रही है. It's dangerous signs for Pakistan. They need a couple of wickets here.
Required run rate of 7.15. I don't think Shafraz will be freaking out at the moment because of South Africa being behind the 8 ball in terms of run rate.
But run rate तो हमने देखा it has no value यार.
No, if South Africa need 120 of the last 10 and Morris is yet to come, it'll be fine. A strong drive from de Kock down the ground to long on for a single. Shadab into his second over. He gave away a few runs in the first 8 coming off of his first 6 deliveries. Just a reminder to everybody.
Can we say that de Kock is looking dangerous right now?
He's looking a lot better than he was at the beginning of the morning. 74 for 1 after 7.1. This is driven from Du Plessis down to long off for a single. Mohammad Namir will field it away. 37 off 48. A lot of Pakistani representation
Kamal
here.
Crowd आया यार.
In Lords, you have to give it to them. It's a World Cup game.
It's a sea of green at Lords.
Beautiful to see.
और हमने देखा जो उनका MCC members box है वो तो सारे 80-90
Oh, hello.
बुड्ढे बाबे हुए हैं.
Reverse sweep from Quinton de Kock. But there's a man at short third man who will field it away. Good fielding there. And a good delivery from Shadab too. He's finally finding that line and length that will entice the batsman into a shot that might lead out to an edge. There's no slip in place for him anymore. 1.3 overs bowled. Just a reminder, so the target for South Africa is 309. They're 75 for 1 in 17.3 overs. Required run rate over 7.2 now. This is slapped away down the leg side to the short fine leg fielder for no run.
Sohail को उन्होंने short fine leg पे रखा हुआ है. That just tells you how good a fielder he is.
Yeah, and you also
छुपाने की कोशिश की हुई.
But you know a little bit about Haris in terms of the test lineup. He's coming well in terms.
वो तो हमारा main batsman बन गया.
Also in the slips because Misbah and Yunus they both sometimes. A huge shot from de Kock, but there's a man at the square leg. It'll go to him. One bounce to Imam Al Haq. It'll just be a single. And still the Kock is just getting it's difficult for him to solidify his position right now.
The Kock is struggling to find the gaps.
76 for 1 as Du Plessis will play this an on drive down to long on for a single.
Good drive. I mean good bowling, a good over here.
Much better over since the first one. The first one there was that huge 6 that Quinton managed to connect to. I'm not going to call him de Kock anymore. Just
Quinton तो ऐसा लगता है जैसे हमारे correspondent Clive का कोई रिश्तेदार है. Quinton.
By the way, Clive has landed.
Oh yeah, London. He's gone to the Emirates Stadium.
I don't know why. That's the first.
या तुम Liverpool या होके तुम Emirates Stadium जा रहे हो ये क्या logic है?
I mean, even in London, there's better stadiums. Like you could go to Stamford Bridge. There's a Champions League there.
The new Spurs stadium.
I mean, obviously in front of
Stamford Bridge is a dump, man.
It's not a dump.
It's a dump, man.
No,
तुम लोग कब से try कर रहे हो उसको remodel करवाने?
यार London में नहीं होता ना मसला ये है. Like in central London, you can't expand. I mean, you can't compare it to like Anfield and Old Trafford, but it has a good atmosphere. Back in the 50s, they removed like the Greyhound track, so it's a lot closer. And
oh यार रहने दो. 1950s की बातें कर रहे हो तुम खुद सोच लो फिर क्या स्टेडियम होगा.
I mean that joke
Some banter with our PL fans.
that joke never gets old. And Ravi Shastri's lent out his hat to this gentleman in the crowd. 77 for 1. Wasim Akram and Mark
you know
Nicholas.
what was the great thing about yesterday's game?
Yeah.
The crowd. यार अब हम देखे थे Indian fans बैठे हुए थे, Pakistani बैठे हुए थे,
किधर?
अंग्रेज बैठे हुए
Which
थे. In the
crowd?
New Zealand West
Oh
Indies
yeah,
game.
good mix. This is guided
Sri
away.
Lankan jerseys, I saw Indian jerseys. यार मतलब cricket is truly a global game. कि हम जो भी हो हमने मैच enjoy करना है और उन लोगों ने क्या मैच enjoy किया था. Has Sri Lanka ever made a bad kit? I've never liked the kit, to be quite frank. I don't like this one.
I think they've got good colors. Just that yellow and
Our
blue.
yellow and blue is always
You know,
nice.
one of my favorite.
A
annoying-
99 jersey in the crowd. That man has some taste.
Yeah,
And he
it's
has some
one
memories.
of the best
That's
Pakistan
iconic,
jerseys.
यार. Pakistan के जो green.
But you know,
star.
one of the standout jerseys for me is the beige New Zealand jersey.
हाँ, वो
I
भी
quite
अच्छी
like
है.
it.
It's
It's
cool.
full outside of off. It beats
Abey
the fielder
yaar.
at point, and I think it'll trickle down to the boundary for a much needed one
Gandhi
for
ball,
Dakak.
Wahab.
And it wasn't so much a bad delivery from Wahab, but more of a misfield at point. 90 miles per hour from Wahab Riaz. Quinton did well to get to it. That means 82 for 1. Came at pace. Take a look at some of the comments that are coming in on Twitch now.
हाँ, पढ़ो क्या कह रहे हैं लोग यार.
Pelajani saying, let's remember South Africa are yet to choke this World Cup, and this is a knockout game for them. Ajay Kumar Nayak is saying, does Ahmed really think 2011 semi-final Sachin's review was
Hooked away. That is a huge 6 over fine leg. Quinton de Kock is on fire. What a 6.
We told you that gap between his strike rate and the balls that he's facing can be easily closing down, and he's doing that now. A boundary and then a 6 to follow up with. South Africa now climbing up to that required run rate. This partnership is growing in stature, and it's becoming dangerous for Pakistan. They need a
Gandhi
wicket here
ball, yaar,
desperately.
Gandhi
And Pelajani is saying, I pray very hard that a review overturn ho jaye. And when it did, I was shocked. I think this is the Tendulkar review that they're talking about. Ahmed Hassan
Yeah,
is saying 100%
Old
ICC
wounds.
interference in that. Pakistani fans refusing to budge on their conspiracy theories. This is played down a third man
It's not a conspiracy, yaar.
for a single. Well, if it's not proven, it's a conspiracy. But I'm not saying it doesn't have substance to it. How many match winners does Pakistan have? Why is it saying absolutely 0? I'd like to argue
ऐसी भी कोई
against
बात
that. I
नहीं
mean, I
है.
think there's a couple of them in there.
फखर बाबर मैच विनर है, शाहीन मैच विनर है, आमिर मैच विनर है. क्या हो गया? वहाब भी at some level मैच विनर है. शादाब भी, come on यार.
Adil has actually put out a brilliant question here that I actually wanted to touch base on today. Thank you for bringing this up about the commentary, Adil. I'll bring it up after the end of this over. Good length delivery, and it's
Yeah,
wonderfully
single
played
yeah,
from
yeah.
Duplessis. Just dabs it down onto the pitch for a quick single. 90 runs for South Africa. They're going to get to 100 in about 21, 22, which
Same
is
as
not bad at
Pakistan,
all.
more or less.
Exactly. And they've got wickets in the tank, more so than Pakistan. Adil saying, compared the commentary of the last 5 overs between the Afghanistan-India game and the New Zealand...
यार Ian Bishop और संजय मंजरेकर का कोई comparison भी तो नहीं है यार.
Yeah, but I think what Adil is alluding to is the awful bias that Sanjay has
मंजरेकर
developed.
was shameful यार.
And he was shameful.
मतलब BCCI की सीरीज में ठीक है आपको biased होना पड़ता है क्योंकि आप पेरोल पे हो.
Yeah.
ICC पे तो इंसान बन
No,
जाओ
and I
यार.
went back and listened to the Pakistan-India game just to learn and see how we can be better at change of pace as well. And Sanjay was an absolute nightmare. I just realized that Sanjay is absolutely everything we don't want to do.
They were so bloody arrogant यार.
He was disrespectful towards the opposition. He didn't actually. He was quiet when the opposition was doing something good. And basically, even if Rohit Sharma wipes a booger off of his shirt, it's a wonderful
classy.
act. It's classy. And
It's talent.
And again, this is not to take away from the brilliant side that India are. It's just if you're in the comm box, try to be as neutral as you can be, or call it out. Just be like, hey, this is an ICC India fan
Yeah, we
cast.
can legitimately say in an all-time ODI 11, you would have Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli, and maybe even Jasprit Bumrah.
No,
in a
not
few years.
not Bumrah, but definitely
हो
Dhoni.
जाएगा जिस track
But
पे वो
definitely
चल रहा
Dhoni.
है. Oh yes,
Yeah.
Dhoni of course.
I don't
Dhoni
think
can
Bumrah. I think they're. Oh, huge shot, and that thing
Catch
just will go
it!
in the way.
It is gone. Imam
Big
Haq.
wicket. Imam Haq. Imam Haq will pick up a catch from Shadab Khan. It's a full delivery from Shadab Khan, and it was swept away from De Kock into the deep, and Imam just got his hands underneath it. Unlike Imran Tahir in the first inning, doesn't put this down. South Africa loses second. De Kock finally has to lift back 91 for 2 after 19.2 overs. We'll have to see what the soft signal here is. Remember, the soft signal versus Pakistan in the batting lineup was not out.
ये पाकिस्तानी फील्डरों पे हमेशा सॉफ्ट सिग्नल लगती है. Come on यार.
And
इमाम ने
let's
ले
take a
लिया
look
था.
at here as the umpire is going to go upstairs, and it's been given out It's very rare that it gets overturned, to be honest, Khwaja. I don't think this is going to be a problem for the Pakistanis.
But Imam भी थोड़ा मशकूक कैरेक्टर है तो कुछ पता नहीं है ये कैच ड्रॉप भी हो
Yeah, he looked
सकता
good. He looked good. Gaurav Saini saying Sanju Manju. And
Chris Gaffney was that horrible umpire in that game against Australia and West Indies.
yeah, and Venom is saying even
Here's
Indians.
the
even
replay.
Indians
Has
don't
Imam
like
got
Sanjay.
it? He's
Yeah,
got it
yeah.
यार
It's
जमीन
an
पे लगा ही नहीं है.
Easy catch.
हद हो गई यार.
क्या यार चेक करने में क्या हर्ज है?
यार ट्रस्ट फैक्टर भी कोई चीज होती है.
नहीं होती भाई. तुमने एम एस शहजाद की रिप्ले नहीं देखी हुई?
अहमद शहजाद तो अगली फिल्म है ना यार, वो तो छोड़ दो आप. बट आपने उसकी वीडियोस देखी वो जो एक्चुअल जिम स्वोल हुआ हुआ है भाई. हाँ बट यार अहमद शहजाद ने अपनी फिटनेस बहुत बेहतर की. एंड क्विंटन डी कोख is finally out.
It's good for me as a Quinton Gladiator fan. Emma Shahzad's coming into form, but Quinton has to go 47 off 60. To be honest, it's a much better innings than it should have been because he was looking lost for
He was
for
struggling,
runs.
yeah.
He's done his best, I think. It's just been an off day for him. It's been a pretty timid tournament for the South African top order. I think Markram will now join his
Aiden
captain
Markram,
at the crease. As Shadab picks up his first wicket of the World Cup.
Second,
I think.
so maybe. Not sure. Did he perform against the Aussies? I don't recall. But he was our key bowler, and him getting wickets is also very.
So Hamid Gujjar is joining us from Sydney at 1:30 a.m. Thank you so much for joining. And his mild request is कि थोड़ी पंजाबी हो जाए. यार इसमें तो मैं आपकी इतनी मदद नहीं कर सकता जितना ख्वाजा कर सकता.
यार वैसे आप हो तो पंजाबी आपकी.
नहीं मुझे थोड़ी बहुत बोलनी भी आती है, but like it's not good enough to do commentary.
Only MCBCs आपको आती हैं.
नहीं MCBC हमारी फैमिली में नहीं बोली जाते हैं. पंजाबी काफी महज़ब ज़ुबान है. Some of the best art poetry comes out of Punjabi.
बिल्कुल. Bulle Shah and all that stuff
Exactly.
is all from Waris and all that stuff.
ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ 버ਗਰ ਖਵਾਓ.
ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ 버ਗਰ ਖਵਾਓ, ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਪੀਜ਼ਾ ਖਵਾਓ. That guy has become an overnight sensation. यार अच्छा है. He's funny. He should get his own.
He's a very smart man too.
He
Doing
should
well in
start his own
university
YouTube and make some funny videos and stuff.
Yeah.
He's good.
Mohammad Saqib, yes.
Moments है. काफी टाइम से लेकिन prominent इस दफा हुआ है.
17 से चल रहा है जब वो हुआ था. ये मेरा पाकिस्तान है. दिल हो रहा है मेरा. Aiden Markram, 92 ODI ranking, but I think he's a far better batsman than that number. His average of 24.75, and I also think that he's a better batsman than that
But
number.
he struggles against spin, so Shadab will be looking to nail him with that.
Maybe
big
bring on
googly.
Shadab, Imad, and just choke him up if we can. 91 for 2. Shadab will continue here. Number 29 is just slip in place, so good captaincy from Sarfraz once again.
Oh,
Good
ball.
length delivery from Sarfraz right onto the pads of Markram to start off with. He just defends comfortably. He's tried that shot about 4 times in the last 3 overs, and it didn't connect except for that 1-6. So it was a shot. It was
Top
a wicket
catch,
that was
yeah.
coming. Imam got down well enough to take a good catch
Good ball
on the back
again.
foot. It's always dangerous to go on the back foot to a leg spinner. It's
Yeah.
another dot delivery.
And the good thing is that leg spin is once again back in fashion. यार हम देख रहे हैं T20 में वो they are considered the main. You must have a wrist spinner in your team. तो अच्छा है यार. कुलदीप भी हमने देखा है, चहल भी है, इमरान ताहिर भी है. So it's good to see many. Zampa भी है.
Driven away onto the offside for a quick single.
Off spin थोड़ी मर गई है वैसे international game.
Well,
We're
left
not
arm off
seeing
spin
any.
is there. We'll see Kuldeep doing a pretty good job with that.
नहीं, he is also a wrist spinner ना. वो full leg break मारता
All
है.
right, yes. What a catch from Imam.
Pakistani fielding has been spot on today भैया. आज sharp लग रहे हैं fielding.
Yeah,
guys.
just that one drop catch from Wahab, and that was
a tough one.
a tough one as well. Should have been taken though. Yeah, 50, half a century of one international wickets from Shadab
50
Khan.
down, 450 more to go.
Yeah, at the age of 20, that's not a bad feat.
Allegedly 20. लगा लो.
He looks 20. He looks the part.
यार इतनी दाढ़ी तो
यार,
तुम्हारी
उस
नहीं है
दिन-
और तुम 32 साल के हो गए हो.
But if you take a look at the some of the footage of the Champions Trophy 2017, he looks like a
बच्चा
very
चूतिया.
young lad. He looks like he's 19 or 18. So.
He does look young. I think it's such a sad side that bilaterals नहीं होते Pakistan India के. The teams we have, both of them right now, it would be a really good contest कि best of 5 हो, home and away. मज़ा आएगा यार मैचेस देखने का. हमारी बैटिंग भी अच्छी है, उनकी बैटिंग भी अच्छी है. हमारी फास्ट बॉलिंग थोड़ी माठी है, उनकी बहुत अच्छी है. उनके स्पिनर भी बहुत अच्छे हैं, हमारे स्पिनर भी not bad. It would be a really good contest to see on the international stage. But so far we only get those in Asia Cups, which is again happening next year, and the T21, so that'll be a lot of fun. And I think it's going to be in UAE once again. तो देखते हैं. इधर ही हो रही है UAE में और
Well, it might be in
insider
it might
is
be in
confirming
Pakistan.
it. मुझे नहीं लगता पाकिस्तान में इंडिया नहीं आएगा.
Or has Aslan told you something else?
नहीं अब वो तो अगले साल है ना, तो
Was
कुछ
he
भी हो
in your
सकता
ear
है.
about this already?
इट्स नेक्स्ट ईयर ना, तो अभी तो कुछ नहीं पता क्या होगा.
Okay, he's doing a good job. We don't want him to lose it.
यार हमारे लिए तो अच्छा है, हम तो जाएंगे देखेंगे यार. वो अलग बात है 80% क्राउड इंडियन होगा और अगर हम हार गए तो बहुत बेइज्जती होनी है.
92 for 2 as Imad Wasim continues into his fourth over, driven away onto the offside for a single. It's a good one to start off with. Duplessis on the back foot. He's been a good knock here. He's a captain's inning, 41 off 54.
यार उसने हर मैच में 20, 30, 40 तो किए ही किए हैं, but he hasn't played the big innings yet.
Well, I mean, if there ever was one to get one, it wouldn't be now because we want Pakistan to win.
Do or die situation for the Proteas.
Yeah. Where does that name come from?
It's a flower. That flower on their emblem. It's a Protea flower.
What a beautiful origin story. Maybe Marvel can
Not
make a movie
really.
out of this too. 93 for 2.
Protea's endgame.
But we'll bowl on to
उनकी
the
endgame ही
packs.
होने वाली अगर आज हार गए.
Flipped away.
What a
to
great joke, Khwaja Sahab Chagyo. Anyways, back to
Deep square leg will collect. We apologize for the humor on the show so far. 94 for 2.
यार अच्छे खासे हम शहजाद घियास से तो अच्छे ही हैं हम यार.
We're not gonna name call any of Sergio's many. I won't even say that.
दुश्मन पार्टी.
94 for 2 as Aiden Markram. How do you pronounce that name, Markram?
Markham.
Driven straight back to Imad Wasim for a down ball.
I actually saw this guy play, him and Rabada play in the 2014 World Cup under-19 final that was in Dubai. बड़े शौक से मैं गया था इमाम और समी असलम और सबको देखने.
We lost that
We lost that match.
But that's okay. I mean, those
under-19 में it doesn't mean that much, but it's always nice
to win a World Cup. Yeah, I mean, and those guys have made a name for themselves here at the big stage.
No doubt. काफी under-19 stars हमने fast track किए into the Pakistan.
Who was in that side? Shaheen? No,
there was Zafar Gohar, there was Sami Aslam, Imamul Haq.
Okay, a little bit of Sami Aslam in the one-day side too.
Yeah, and Ahmad Butt, the guy who plays for Islamabad United, was also in that team.
Zafar, I think, also
Hussain
plays for
Talit was also in that team.
I think Zafar also plays for Islamabad.
Yeah,
a lot of Islu in the under 19.
Islu Mafia, अच्छा खासा जमा हो गया under 19.
Imad continuing here, this time onto the leg stump, an on drive from Aiden Markram. He's looking quite at ease against the spinner. But again, we know he has that weakness against the slower deliveries. Take a look at some of the comments here from Zishan. Shout out to Change of Pace for doing this. Dubai Metro में दूसरों की पसीने सूंघते हुए मैच देखना impossible है, लेकिन कम से कम सुन सकता हूँ. Well, shout out to you for listening to us and taking the Metro at 6 p.m. on a Sunday
यार वाकई हिम्मत है
evening.
अगर इस गर्मी में आप मेट्रो लेके घर जा रहे हो तो shout out to you, bro. मेट्रो पे कभी च्युइंगम नहीं खाना भाई.
Little anecdote from Shakil, who's been fined for eating a piece of gum on the Metro. He finds creative ways of getting fined as well. आप शयान के भाई Zishan? This is a weird question from our gracious host Aga, who again, thank you so much for hosting us, Aga, for another World Cup match. As
rent free, by the way.
And y'all saying enjoying the commentary while ironing my shirts. Good morning, mate. And यार मेरी भी शर्ट इस्त्री कर दो please. Pehla Johnny saying
वो धोबी थोड़ी है तुम्हारी शर्ट इस्त्री करना.
For me, Quinton de Kock didn't do well. If you play 60 balls, you got to take it deeper.
Ooh, good ball, Shadab.
Or strike rate has to be 100 plus. Pehla Johnny with all the innuendos and puns in one comment. Art Mandalay saying, what do you think about Morgan's batting against Afghanistan?
यार मॉर्गन काफी स्ट्रीकी हमने देखा वर्ल्ड कप्स में. ही टेंड्स टू गेट आउट लो ऑन लो स्कोर्स. वरना जब वो चल जाता है तो ऐसा लंबा चलता है और ऐसे कुत्तों की तरह मारता है. दैट डे अगेंस्ट अफगान ही वाज क्रेजी यार. कोई इतने बड़े बड़े छिक्के मारता है खौफनाक. उसके फोर आर्म्स यार. Those four arms, bro.
Win percentage now falling on the wayside for Pakistan. 73% chance of Pakistan taking this game. But again, a lot of wickets in the bank for South Africa, even though they do have a fairly timid middle order and lower middle order. But David Miller is the one that I have my eyes on.
Ooh,
inside edge from Shadab goes away to the leg side for no run. Shadab finally getting into a bit of a groove, and we've seen that with left arm pacers and leg spinners. These are wicket taking bowlers, but they need to have a certain rhythm to create these chances, and it's nice to see Shadab do that right now, as this is a drive straight to the bowler, a little bit of aggression from him too.
Last summer we toured with the test team in Pakistan toured
South Africa. England as well.
Last summer, so he has knowledge of this pitch and this ground.
Yeah, and I think he was part of that squad as well that won at Lords. 97 for 2. Look at that. Markram, his average for against spin falls drastically from 36 to 21. Shadab continuing here, full delivery, driven away to the man at long off for a single. South Africa are now 98.
What I would do here if I was Sarfraz, I would get Shaheen in for a mini spell here and try to get Faf du Plessis. फिर तो मैच हमारे बिल्कुल ही कंट्रोल में आ जाएगा. गोद में आ जाएगा. गोद में क्यों आएगा हमारे मैच इंटर्न? इसलिए हम तुम्हें कमेंट्री पे लिखा कहते हैं मैच गोद में आ जाएगा. वो द कैट गोगो है हमारा जो बिल्ला है जो हमारी गोद में आ जाएगा वो यार. Anyways,
Adil's asking, are scout reports about Markram's fast or slow strike rate? I think he's on the slower side, and he's also requesting Pakistan to develop some off-spin in domestic circuit for the 2023 World Cup in India. That's actually a pretty good point that you make there. Why is it saying South African captain after Faf is probably going to be Aiden Markram, I think, Ways, in my opinion. And Adil is saying, what's the bigger fraud, win percentage or that 10 over advantage thing? What's the 10 over advantage thing?
ये जो brackets बनाते हैं
Oh, I don't think this is about the advantage. This is just about the game of like phase of play.
यार मुझे तो ultra edge भी fraud लगता है यार. I don't trust it. What a ball there from Imad Wasim.
Why is he playing that on the back foot? It would have been leg before wicket. Aiden Markram as he drives this on the back foot for a single. 2003 World Cup kit, also a beautiful piece of.
ठीक थी, not bad.
I liked it.
I don't understand this yellow band obsession they have with putting on Pakistan kits. यार yellow का इतना क्या हमारा scene. That was an awful kit, the one you can say that वो जो बाबा जी ने पहनी है.
Oh yeah, that's
2012 one with those yellow
3D
stripes.
stars.
Those were very bad. But the
The 2003 World Cup kit is resonates with me so much because I started watching cricket when that kit was popular.
Craven? Oh, that's gonna
Upish
be
from Duplessis. It's gonna not beat the man in the cover. It'll just collect their Babar Azam in the covers. It'll just be 2. I started watching cricket in 05, and our first World Cup was 07. And I was very excited about that game against Ireland. I went over to a friend's place to watch it, and the rest, as they say, is history.
And now you are no longer friends.
Well, he sometimes actually comes on the comments. Zain Rashid
Right,
listens on the back foot, but driven away onto the offside for a single. It's gonna South Africa's 100 has come up here. It's been at a pretty decent pace. They're not out of the game yet by any
हमारा भी
means.
इतना ही आया था
Yep, exactly. Pakistan, 26th of June, they're going to play New Zealand. 29th of June, they're going to play Afghanistan. A war of words. Well, I wouldn't say war. It's more of a barrage from one side that has redeemed itself.
A love-hate relationship.
It's actually not. It's actually not. It's just Afghanistan spewing hatred against
नहीं
Pakistan.
नहीं काफ़ी deep history है. कभी हम अगर हम off topic गए तो मैं आपसे जरूर उसके बारे में chat करूँगा. They were among 2 countries who opposed the creation of Pakistan in the United Nations. It was Afghanistan because they want to claim Pashtunistan and all this bullshit, and I believe Israel also opposed us that day. तो पुराने पापी हैं ये लोग.
We won't get into that. As on the path is whipped away from Markram. The bilateral relations between the two have been fairly healthy until the war on terror, right? Because we've hosted about 3 million refugees from them.
अभी भी हैं. Anyways,
which is not a bad thing. 103 for 2, 22.5. Hashtag refugees welcome. Imad Wasim 27 off of his 4.5 overs. He'll continue with tossed up onto the leg stump. It's driven away out to the man at
Venom
short cover.
What about umpire's call on DRS? मसला ये है यार कि they have no other option. Umpire's call के अलावा वो कुछ रख भी नहीं सकते, because if they do that 50% thing, then either you have to favor it for the wickets or you have to favor it as not out. तो तब भी लोग कहते हैं यार 50% है तो आप not out कैसे दे सकते हो?
I think umpire's calls works because if you don't lose your review anymore.
थोड़ा आप एक तो मेन अंपायर को थोड़ी रिस्पेक्ट भी दे रहे हो.
Yes.
And it leaves you with some flexibility, some leeway,
Yes.
some loopholes to get away
Tech
with.
isn't 100%. You can the Boeing 737 can pay testament to that. But also the fact remains that if it's an umpire's call decision, you don't lose your review anymore. So it
यार
doesn't take
बच्चा
away much from the
पाकोला
game.
का कैन लेके आया, खाली कैन लेके आया.
Shadab to continue here. Oh! Shadab picks up his second wicket of the day. What a beautiful delivery, a flighted leg spinner. It was a back to the length. Again, Aiden Markram for the umpteenth time this innings goes on the back foot to cut it away. Completely misses it, and it distributes the finisher. That's the third wicket for Pakistan. South Africa are 103 for 3, and they are all over the Proteas. This World Cup might not leave room for South Africa to choke, as they are so bad, they're just flying home directly.
Going on the back foot to Shadab Googly is going to be absolute death for you. Trying to cut the ball away.
And a bit of a change of pace there. Was quicker through the air, that one.
Change of pace. Markram gone for a pitiful 7 off 16. No 4s, no 6s, and Pakistan are well in control of this game.
Yeah, this is a good stronghold and a good bowling. It's a good
Is it
bowling.
GIF or GIF? GIF होता है यार, GIF नहीं होता. यार हमारे Twitch streamers, आप please हमें बताओ. Is it GIF, GIF or GIF?
Can we do a poll? Okay, but can we do a poll though?
It's not GIF यार, GIF होता है.
Gene.
अच्छा ऐसे तो और भी 1000 चीजें हैं यार. जर्मनी को गर्मनी क्यों नहीं कहते? यार
Yeah, but his Germany point
जर्मनी
is
क्यों नहीं
true.
कहते? जर्मनी को कहते हो? So that's a different word. The GIF is not a word, yaar. और यार बस कर दियो यार की हो गया बस हो ऐ कोई गल है करने वाली और यार वो जिस बंदे ने इन्वेंट किया वो उसको जिफ कहता है उसको नहीं पता ही इन्वेंटेड द डैम थिंग यार दैट गाय वॉन अ फ्रीकिन पता नहीं कितने अवार्ड्स मिल चुके हैं इट्स जिफ यार गिफ इवन इट साउंड्स गे व्हाट द हेल इज गिफ यार हद हो गई यार
Yeah, I think we're gonna break the tension in the studio here.
मैंने तो चंबा करा देना आगे इसने गिफ्ट बोला यार
But then in for South Africa now, marking his guard is Van der Dusen. I haven't seen too much of him, but
yeah, he's a very good player.
He's a good player, and he got runs against Pakistan.
And I'm shocked he's age 30. ये कहाँ था यार इतना जबरदस्त player उनको
यार उस वक्त उनके पास अच्छे talented players थे. 103 for 3. Same can be said about Abid Ali. Where the hell has he been hiding? 60 average at this World Cup. Striker of 90.
He's been the one bright light in their batting. He's performed really well.
Right then, Shadab to pick him up early, hopefully here.
Oh, what was that?
No, that is going to be
bounced high.
A short of the length delivery from Shadab Khan, turning into the right-hander. It was the Googs, as we like to say.
Only you like to say that. Nobody else likes to say.
I do apologize for the Googs. And it hit him too high on the pad. Look at the passion from the men, the boys in green that have been born into this team. And God bless them, and God bless their little hearts. What they're going to have to go through in the next couple weeks.
A couple of in their lifetime.
In their lifetime, true.
Pakistan cricket देखनी पड़ेगी.
At least with
a lot
Arsenal,
of heartaches and some moments.
At least with Arsenal, we can switch over to another team in London. If you're born as a Pakistani and you choose to support.
तुम लोग third आए थे. तुम लोगों ने कौन सा कुछ पोट लिया है जो इतने तुम excited हो रहे हो?
Shadab is absolutely fiery in the field right now. Throws it back to Sarfraz. And the camera keeps panning back to this passionate young Pakistani fan, and I hope he has the heart to live through a lifetime of supporting this team, because trust me, mate, there's going to be lots of ups and downs as Shadab will continue here. A leg spinner played off the back foot from Van der Dusen, but look at that, the same shot played
Pakistan
by
cricket भी एक नशा है ना, it's harmful for you, लेकिन एक नशा आपको उस वक्त झूम तो जाते हो ना उस वक्त.
It's true. If
it's an addiction.
If we die young, I can say, I've never had a cigarette in my life, but I was a Pakistan fan.
Bas, exactly.
That's good enough.
Oh, lovely googly once again there from Shetty. Fantastic of a wicket made in 2 overs for 17. 2 wickets for 17 in his 5 overs. Shadab is in rhythm and looking in fine form.
It's just the dynamic of this Pakistani bowling attack changes so much when Shadab is
early wickets जब आप लो तो यार आपकी team ही change हो जाती है.
I think Rehan al-Haq, who's picking up a knack of putting out some really good statistics at this World Cup. Maybe he can take over Mazhar after there's Islamabad gig. But he did point out earlier in the innings about how the first 10 overs of the game, Pakistan are not picking up enough wickets, and that's something they've changed today. They picked up that one, but it was of the great Hashim Amla, so obviously that changes things.
And we've had the wood over South Africa recently in World Cups. हमने देखा था यार कि 2015 that fantastic victory over them जब इरफान वहाब, राहत अली, सुहेल खान ये हमारा bowling attack था और हमने उनको उड़ा दिया था.
On the batting side, Sarfraz played a wonderful 49 of 49, opening the innings there. Actually, वैसे तो I don't really like dwelling into these arbitrary discussions about locker room and stuff, because truly you have to be a part of the locker room to make these statements. But there was a lot of insinuation about how Sarfraz wasn't played at that World Cup from the get-go because of Waqar Younis. I don't really cut out Vicky Bhai to be the kind of man to do so. But I also understand that Sarfraz wasn't really the best. Like he's not Don Bradman. Like I understand he's just an ordinary batsman, even in the realm of Pakistani cricket. But do you think there's any truth to that, to the fact that he was kept out of the side?
यार जब टीम हारी होती है तो यही बातें बनती हैं. अब हमने पूरे वक्त कभी साउथ अफ्रीका का कभी किसी ने सुना था कि उनकी कोई प्रॉब्लम है. अब वो मैचेस हार रहे हैं तो एबी का स्कैंडल और ये कोटा और ये वो बातें शुरू हो जाती हैं.
Good point, yeah. But the quota system, I mean, despite them winning, the phenomenon of so many of their young players going for a Kolpak deal, I think, they run out opportunity here. Direct chance missed, and Imad Wasim is into his 6th over. He's bowled 3 deliveries for 2 runs. Shaheen Afridi, the long, lanky fast bowler, had to come down to that, so a bit slow to get to. Serious problems with domestic cricket in South Africa as well as Sri Lanka, Pakistan, and the West Indies.
Yeah, bottom line पैसा ही नहीं है ना. End of the day, problem तो यही है.
If the county's paying you more, Oh, big appeal, big appeal, big appeal. Safraz is dancing all the way to point for this appeal. Imad Wasim is not as interested.
Review immediately.
Safraz has gone up straight away, and I mean, his body language, you would think he's out for sure, and there's a
He looks guilty.
Yeah, there's a bit of a sheepish smile across the South African captains, but the same cannot be said about Safraz. I mean, he looks like he is found out a convicted felon.
Here we go. No overstepping there from Imad. But Faf du Plessis, यार, usually हमने देखा है कि वो.
But this one is just pitched outside off stump, turning away from du Plessis.
Has he hit that? No,
I don't see the ball changing shape.
Ultra Edge will decide this. Here we go.
Oh, that's clear.
No,
That's going to be a review
Safraz.
wasted. What did he hear? Because he usually gets these right, and he was emphatic in his appeal.
Chalo, we won one review and we lost one. Not bad. कोई बात नहीं.
Yeah, not too bad for Pakistan.
But ठीक है, थोड़ा pressure रख रहे हैं South Africans पे ऐसे.
It's funny because du Plessis had a very guilty look on his face. Safraz is bewildered with his tongue out because he was absolutely certain there was an edge there. But the umpiring has been good in this game. Even the LBW shout that Pakistan overturned didn't look like it was going to be out by the naked eye. This is a full delivery from Imad, driven down comfortably from du Plessis, working his way to a comfortable 50 here. Look at that appealing.
Everybody went up. Haris be excited to Safraz.
Yeah, Haris just went up because his captain was going up. Oh no, Haris heard it too.
अब उसने 89 मारे तो उसने कहा यार सुन नहीं लेते हैं.
I mean, Haris, whatever he says today is gospel.
Good ball again on the pads, just blocked away to cover. 106 for 3 at the halfway mark. Pakistan firmly in control.
Again, Van der Dusen 1 off 7. He's a bit in his shell. A striker of 90 at this World Cup, so he's not really used to playing slow. But he started off fairly quiet here. Me and my little bro have been looking forward to Ashasha Hai Jialonka, so we will play it as much as you want. Gobi Miyakawa, I absolutely love that clip of Safraz. Ultra Edge is a fraud, or Safraz should get fined for a dumb review. Other woman is quite.
यार बेचारे को पहले एक फाइन हो चुका है, अब रिव्यू पे भी उसको फाइन देना चाहते हैं यार.
Again, he's pretty good with his reviews, to be honest. I haven't seen him do too many bad things.
पाकिस्तानी बाद में हंस रहे हैं यार. हम तो ऐसे ही यार, ऐसे ही शुगर लगाए थे भाई, तफरी कर रहे थे.
Safraz having a conversation.
84% यार win predicted.
I think overrate. Full delivery from Shadab. Getting his line wrong there, driven emphatically from Van der Dusen straight to Amr at long off. Johnny 707, the amount of money India has invested in game development, it would be a loss if they don't rule world cricket for the next 10 years at least. Full delivery again from Shadab. This is driven onto the long on area for easy single. Du Plessis gets a wonderful 50. It's a much needed knock from the South African captain. He's come into his own in this innings, developed around it. Wickets have been tumbling on the other side, but he's held his own. 66 deliveries he's taken, negotiated all the Pakistani bowlers fairly decently, and just that one close call that had no edge on it in the last over. Shadab now continuing, this time a good length delivery outside off, a leg spinner turning away from the right-hander. Played away to deep point where Shaheen Afridi will field it away. It'll just be a single. 3 runs coming off the first 3 deliveries here. 4, coming off the first 4. South Africa 1-1-0 for 3 after 25.4, chasing 309. Du Plessis 50 off 66, and the fresh man at the crease, Van der Dusen 3 off 9. Du Plessis on the back foot will just whip it away onto the leg side for a quick single. Shadab is bowling at a brisk 52 miles per hour here, about around 83 kilometers per hour. Nelson on the board for the Proteas.
यार वैसे आप इन चीज़ों में मानते हो ये नेल्सन और ये सब?
I think अगर आप मानते हो फिर आपको affect करती है. Personally doesn't really.
It's about your own mindset.
It really is. Driven hard from Van der Dusen, and there should be cover there, so it'll just be another single. Mohammad Amr fielding in the deep, and I think the power that the South Africans are putting behind their shots right now isn't really allowing them to milk the
They have to hit back against these spinners. If they allow them to keep bowling at them, फिर तो match उनके हाथ से निकल जाएगा.
I saw Haris Sohail in what was a uncharacteristically fast and emphatic innings from him. he was playing these shots that he was playing with a soft handle,
बिल्कुल.
and that was allowing him to take the twos. But the South Africans here are playing with a very
Zor, hard hands.
grip, hard hands, as they like to say, and they're not being able to take the double. It's just being
True.
restricted to one apiece,
I think they're mainly relying on boundary clearing shots like the
which
big
is going to be
sixes.
difficult because the straight boundaries are about 88, 87
और
meters
ये
here.
pitch भी हमने देखा थोड़ा
Lords.
spin को help कर रहा है, तो it's not easy to take those shots on. Here comes Imad once again into the attack to Van der Dussen, driven down to long off for a single. Imad slightly on his usual 5 economy rate, so he's keeping a steady enough control on proceedings. डुप्लेसी को मुझे अब लगता है कुछ करना पड़ेगा, कोई बड़े शॉट्स निकालने पड़ेंगे. We see the glimpses of the crowd at Lord's tonight.
Driven away from Duplessis. There's a man at short cover to field that.
वर्ल्ड कप फाइनल भी लॉर्ड्स में होना है या ओवल में होगा?
It is at Lords.
अच्छा, it's at Lords.
Down the track, over cover, and that'll be 4. If it beats...
No, Fakhar, good fielding,
great
yaar.
fielding from Fakhar.
अच्छी फील्डिंग की है पाकिस्तान ने. They've been very active and very up for it in the field. Good stops at point. You saw that flying effort by Shadab, almost took a stunning catch. But looks in good spirit. Selfies हो रही हैं जी, family selfies हो रही हैं सब.
Yeah, nice to see. I mean, some of these young...
Party atmosphere at Lords today.
Some of these very young Pakistani fans out for their first game ever. It's just... It'll be nice for them to see
Yeah, I
a win.
honestly like an English World Cup. उसका मजा ही अलग होता है यार, क्योंकि it's a multicultural country, बहुत ethnic
Yeah, even for
backgrounds
us
हैं.
here, the timings are pretty good.
Timings भी अच्छी
For
हैं.
most of the world, actually.
Crowd भी अच्छा है और मजा आता है उधर मैचेस देखने.
I think in the cricketing world, only New Zealand and Australia are on the receiving end of the timings. But goodness gracious, the last World Cup was absolutely awful in terms of that. Woke up before Fajr to see Pakistan 1 for 4 against the West Indies.
यार वो भी कोई मैच था यार, unbelievable.
I think that for me was the worst ever Pakistan game I've watched.
Unbelievable game that was.
54 off 70. Duplessis now. South Africa 117 for 3 after 26.5. Speaking of World Cup spells.
I think it might have to be Wahab versus India. Might have to be right up there. नहीं ये तो 2011 है यार, क्या हो गया? हाँ, don't say the World Cup final, वो जो 3 wickets थी. अफरीदी versus Canada यार, एक तो ये अफरीदी टार्ड्स ने हमारा जीना आराम किया हुआ है यार, हद हो गई है. अफरीदी का कोई भी स्पेल आप क्यों कहोगे आपका वर्ल्ड फेवरेट है यार, आपकी दुनिया उससे बेहतर होनी चाहिए यार. वसीम, वकार, उमर गुल जैसे आपके पास बॉलर्स रह चुके हैं और आप अफरीदी.
Gopi Malkas, is Agha the host tonight as well? If so, what a lad. Yes, just to take
What a
a
man.
couple seconds out, Agha has been kind enough to lend his support, a
दूर गए हुए
beautiful
तारीफ में
place
मजा
out
नहीं आता सुनने का.
during the World Cup. He's hosted again. Was a letdown. Where was that? In the West Indies. Yeah. Gopi
I think
Malkas.
वर्ल्ड कप फॉर्मेट ही अच्छा नहीं था यार.
Oh, big hit down the ground. I think
Catch
it'll
है.
be. Oh, it's a drop
yaar.
catch. It's an
Amr.
Amr's made an absolute mess of this, folks. He's just gone out for the catch. It goes. I think he just ran in, and you saw JP Duminy do this in the first innings as well. He ran in far too deep. Shadab in for his 3rd wicket.
इजी कैच था यार.
If he just stayed on the boundary, he would have been swallowed by him.
किधर घूम रहा है यार?
Yeah, it was the same JP Duminy
I
approach.
think he was mid off, not long off actually.
Mickey Arthur absolutely livid with his fast bowler there. JP Duminy ran in from the boundary in the first innings against Pakistan. That's exactly what happened here as well. He would have done an Afridi versus New Zealand to take that.
वैसे we would like to ask the crowd, of course उन्होंने matches देखे भी होंगे और of course TV पे दे. What is your favorite English venue? I would say यार ओवल में तो of course हमारी यादें बहुत अच्छी है. ओल्ड ट्रैफर्ड भी अच्छा ग्राउंड है.
On drive, oh, good fielding there from
Hey Musad,
mid-wicket.
I was asking, what is your favorite English venue to watch?
Oh, it's gotta be Lords.
Really?
Yeah.
The home of cricket.
What exactly, man? An absolute test cricket in the morning at Lords. It's a beautiful day.
वैसे I'm looking forward to the English summer Ashes. भाई मजा आएगा.
Yeah, there's we're gonna put out a survey after the World Cup if we should cover a little bit of the Ashes.
I think we should do the Ashes.
See if we
यार.
can. Down the ground, long on, we'll field it away. It'll be interesting to see how to commentate on on a neutral game.
Mrs. Agha has made some sensational coffee that we're enjoying और हमारे social media manager सर खेल आपे से बाहर हो गए हैं वाह 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 कर करके तो shout out to Mrs. Agha for this amazing coffee मज़ा आ गया यार बहुत मज़ा आ रहा है
Huge hit from Duplessis onto the leg side. One bounce over the
and
it'll trickle over the mid-wicket boundary for 4. Finally, he's opening up his arms here, and that's what he can do. Duplessis, the number 6 batsman in the world for a reason. South Africa 130 for 3. The runs are starting to come now. A couple of boundaries in that Shadab Khan over.
I think we should make the switch to fast bowling right now. Shaheen ko lagao ya Amir ko lagao.
Yeah, let's go to the comments here and see what some of them have to say. I think Ajay is
battery dead. One of our MacBook has battery dead हो गई तो हम आपके comments shortly पढ़ते हैं.
.130 for 3. Required run rate is now over 8 for South Africa. As Van der Dusen looking like a Bond villain out here with his helmet. Spin Twins will continue here. Imad Wasim into his 8th over for 36 runs. A quicker one from him. Played away to the offside. A quick single taken from South Africa. One for three. On the mic with me, a special guest who usually isn't kind enough to join us on commentary. He's sipping away at his coffee. Sirkhil Khan on Twitter at Sirkhil7 Khan, I think.
Yes, that's right.
Is it Sirkhil7 Khan or Sirkhil Khan 7?
Khan and Sirkhil7 on Instagram.
Okay. Shameless plug there. As Imad continues, this time just plays it away onto the offside. Sirkhil's been kind enough to do our social media for the World Cup. So if you see any memes that you like or memes that you like on Instagram or Twitter,
maybe we should hold a meme review.
Meme review with Sirkhil Khan.
Yeah. I'm very critical of memes.
You are very critical. You have a very high standard of memes. Yeah. I definitely will agree to that, as this is a shambolic attempt at a run out from Imad Wasim.
You can send us the memes on our Twitter, which is ChangeOfPace414.
Yeah, send us your memes, and Sirkhil will do a meme review.
Oh, we got cookies as well.
Cookies are in the crowd.
My hand's a bit full right now.
131 for 3.
बाद में खा लेंगे.
Imad Wasim into his 8th over. 37 runs have come off of it so far. This time he just drives it away. Good field position from Sarfraz. There's enough cover region, enough cover for him to bowl.
यार वैसे कॉफी से याद आया ये चाय के दाग क्यों लगे हुए हैं पिच के साथ मुझे बताओ.
यार बस क्या करे लॉर्ड्स है चाय नहीं होगी तो क्या होगा.
It makes no sense. What are
I think it's just some wet patches down the ground, played away onto the onside for singles. Speaking of meme review, Sirkhil, as our local meme expert and social media manager, how do you define a meme, and how would you sum up the meme game at this World Cup so far?
It has truly been a different art form. Memes are now, I consider them an art, and if you're not on the game, you should probably consider getting on the game. Start small, just have a look, feel the water a bit, feel what people are posting.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good content coming from Pakistani Twitter.
There is, isn't it?
We are unmatched.
In fact, so much so that the Indian Twitter had to pay homage to how funny we were, or at least how funny Pakistani Twitter were in the last game that we lost.
मैंने ट्वीट की थी कि हम वर्ल्ड कप नहीं जीतेंगे लेकिन हम मीम गेम
on
मीम कप वर्ल्ड कप हम जीते.
I think Amar Naqvi Karachi Khatmal on Twitter had a good tweet about that, about him saying that India would set up meme camps as well to become better than us, as they've done with fast bowling.
Stop making me laugh. My coffee.
133 for 3 after 29 overs, chasing 309. Muhammad Amr is back into the attack, so Khwaja, who had asked for pace to return to break this mediocre partnership, it's happening now for Pakistan as the whole looks like Muhammad Abbas.
Gopi Mia Kawal saying that great one was great. Yeah, thank you Gopi Mia Kawal. असल में वो मेरी सारी मेहनत थी.
It was.
ज़्यादा काम नहीं किया मैंने बस फ़ोन पे किया था. It's very easy.
Meme of the tournament for you so far?
obviously the Mr. Meme guy,
It has to be the uncle,
Mr.
right?
Uncle. Yeah, definitely.
I mean, it's been all over the place. The ICC
Yeah.
have used it. I think the Prime Minister's face has been photoshopped onto it.
And Mr. Mohammed Sari Makhtar, he seems like he's enjoying the
Muhammad Sari Makhtar. What's his Twitter handle?
Sari Makhtar.
M. Sari Makhtar. Okay.
Yeah.
He's a man
Or
of-
no, Sari Makhtar. Yeah, I think that's
Yeah.
one. And he's really enjoying it. He's embraced it.
right.
He's embracing the meme culture.
Okay.
He's posting videos of him. He was at the India game.
Desi Spot is saying, "Ye memes ka Picasso kaun hai?" Mike, that's Sarkhil Khan. You can follow him, Sarkhil Khan 7 on Twitter and Sarkhil 7 on Instagram.
Instagram. And I mean, just follow us on
Change of pace.
Change of Pace 414. That's where I'm posting them. And
Yeah.
our Instagram.
Yeah.
We today Khwaja made a meme.
Khwaja made it the Hulk
The
meme.
Hulk
didn't
meme.
he?
Yeah.
That's doing the rounds right now as Amir's back into the attack. He's bowled exceptionally well. Again, his economy rate less than 3. 4.1 overs. He's just given away 10 runs, 1 maiden and a wicket to his name too. Sarfraz now getting ready behind the stumps as this is bowled onto the leg side, clipped away off the thigh pad, and they'll come back for a comfortable 2. Amir's first 4 overs came in the first 10, so obviously he has to now bowl to a field that's a bit more laid back. Look at that emphatic appeal versus
What a review.
Hashim Amla. Nobody here in the studio thought it was out, but clearly we don't know enough about the game. Taking a look at some of the wickets that South Africa have lost today, Shadab Khan has been amongst them. And I was saying, Sarkhil, as our local Islamabad United fan as well, how important is Shadab in his bowling attack. When he comes into his own, it looks like such a much better side. Pakistan well-rounded, getting the wickets in the middle overs.
Even on a bad day, he'll take at least 2 wickets.
Sure, yeah. I mean, I think he needs to work with his red ball game, but there's enough in there for the in the air. Muhammad Amir might pick up his second wicket here. Somebody's got to get this, and it's going to be the captain.
Gone!
Sarfraz Ahmed. He collects.
Play the Chacha song. Chacha play karo yaar.
136 for 4 South Africa. It's an edge that'll go deep into the English sky, and it's that man Sarfraz Ahmed who collects underneath it comfortably, but it's Muhammad Amir again at the World Cup. He now restores his position as a top wicket-taking bowler at this tournament. 2 for 12 in just 4.3 overs, and the dangerous, the emphatic, the resilient Faf du Plessis now has to go back to the South African dugout, and with it, you probably think South Africa's World Cup campaign as well.
Yes, I think so, definitely. I can follow up with that, with that.
That's
with
okay.
That rant. I can follow up to that.
Complimenting nicely, sir.
Yeah. I saw a few tweets on Twitter during the starting overs. People were comparing, saying that this is Amir from 2010 or this is Amir from 2017. So which one do you think it is?
I think this is gonna go back to a conversation that we've had with Tasneem at the beginning of the tournament about how bowlers evolve throughout their careers. So 2010, Amir had a lot more pace than this Amir, and this Amir is actually even slower than the 2017 Amir. So I think this is the kind of Muhammad Amir that understands that he's of a certain age and that he has a certain pace, and he's come into his own as a Muhammad Amir that is bowling in 2019. He obviously has the in-swing capabilities of 2010 and 17, but his role right now in the Pakistani side is something that he's developed now, because he was still attempting what he did in 2010.
So is this Amir's third coming or the fourth coming?
I don't know. I frankly.
Right. So let's count. The first coming
2010.
was his
Australia
debut,
down
his
under.
debut.
Yeah, Australia down under, ripped people apart there.
Second coming, back from the ban.
Lord's Test
Yes.
for me.
Third coming, Champions Trophy.
But is that? I think that was just one, right?
Yeah, no, but I don't think. I mean, there was a gap in the middle, right?
I think the Lord's one was just because it was in that country and
Yeah.
everything. And,
No, third coming.
yeah, fine. So this would be his fourth. I think because of
Asia Cup.
the Asia Cup, the
Yeah,
low-scoring
Asia
80-run
Cup.
game where he
Yeah,
took
yeah.
some wickets. I mean, we didn't win that match, but that was some incredible bowling. But also the fact that right now he's come off an average of over 100 between the Champions Trophy and the World Cup. Those are numbers. I know that people, even on the change of pace team, were saying that he should be in the World Cup squad, but I'll be the first to admit, I didn't think he deserved to play this World Cup.
He's an ICC merchant.
He really is. Maybe him and Shikhar Dhawan will be one of the greatest batting and bowling duo of all time, coming down to ICC merchants. King Wenger, should Azhar Mahmood be given credit for Amir's form? No. Peshawar Zalmi, I don't care if he doesn't perform
Azhar
all year
Mahmood should be
long,
given
as long
no
as he
credit.
shows up in the big games. A lot of people have this sentiment. I tend to disagree with it sometimes, because you also have to give credit to the other people that are playing regular cricket and they're playing the bilateral series. They're going out and putting their all in, so they deserve a chance as well because they're all looking forward to play the World Cup too. As almost pick up his third wicket inside edge, just bounces over the stumps. Almost picks up his third wicket. He's 2 for 13 after 4.5. What a phenomenal spell from him again. Peshawar Zalmi.
Okay, I'm gonna give the mic back to Khwaja.
All right, thank you for joining us
I've said all I need to say.
for Meme Review.
मेरी इंग्लिश खत्म हो गई है, मेरी उर्दू भी खत्म हो गई है.
Acha, the best comment from Sir Khail's short, brief, and awful commentary spell was, I saw some tweets on Twitter.
Well, I have to say when
वैसे आज के लिए स्क्रीनशॉट गेम भी बड़ी फेसबुक पे ऑन हुई है तो हो सकता है कुछ भी.
full delivery this time from Amr. It's played away onto the point region for a single. I have to say, Sir Khail is very fun on the mic when Islamabad are losing or even winning, actually.
गरम हो गए हमारे सर खेल एक गरम और ज़बरदस्त लजीज चाय कॉफ़ी पीने के बाद. We have to get the recipe from भाभी. ऐसा कुछ था.
But Adil is asking if this World Cup format stays in 2023. If Pakistan win, then why the hell not?
I think the only thing, like you suggested, कि वो franchise वाले eliminator कर दे. उसके अलावा I think this World Cup is fine. Or you can do get 12 teams, 2 minnows भी डालो और 2 groups of 6 कर लो.
Yeah,
और जो top 2 हैं वो semis में आ जाए. I think that's the fairest.
I think the cricket World Cup needs to be more inclusive. I think it needs to bring in more
एक group लोग कह रहे हैं कि एक group ये prefer करते हैं because they want everybody to play each other.
I think it's ridiculous. Full delivery from Imad, crashed away into covers. You look at the World Cups of the past. UAE have been playing cricket for so long. Scotland, Ireland, Zimbabwe. These teams are not in the World Cup. I understand that some of the matches have been will be lopsided with these teams. But can you really say that about the full members? Some of the games between them, the full members have been lopsided too. So I think at that expense of having those games, we should still have them at the World Cup. It's just going to grow this beautiful game that we all love.
बिल्कुल सही कह रहे हो आप यार. थोड़े अच्छा भी लगता है यार. हमने लास्ट वर्ल्ड कप में देखा था स्कॉटलैंड और अफगानिस्तान का इतना मजेदार मैच था.
Wonderful games. And the
क्रिकेट देखते हैं लोग यार.
The UAE played really well in the last World Cup too. We are in the UAE right now, and their cricket has come a long way. A lot of expats have obviously added into that. You see cricket Germany now coming up on Twitter. You see cricket Iceland now ruffling a few feathers with their tweets and
they're triggering.
Taking a page from Khwaja's book there.
यार मैंने कुछ भी नहीं कहा था यार. आप लोग हैं ही. मुझे आपने एक soft target बनाया हुआ है.
A deucer coming into the left-hander from Imad Wasim is driven away. It'll be a dot delivery. He's been economical too, Imad. He's just given away 40 runs for 8.3 overs. No wickets for him, but that's fine. He's doing his job. He's just holding one end, and it's allowed Pakistan to get through this middle phase fairly well, as they used to do in the good days of the UAE. I think Pakistan should look to take 10 wickets here, 139 for 4.
Oh, good ball.
Again, dab down to short third man. There's a chance for a run out here if South Africa had proceeded for the run, but they choose not to. Wise decision at the end.
Yeah, even in all my years of watching cricket, this is the first time I'm seeing Pakistan dominate South Africa. इतनी दफ़ा उन्होंने हमारे फेंटे लगाए हैं वर्ल्ड कप्स में भी बायलैटरल्स में भी and you know but this feels like our era over them.
It's pretty remarkable. We lost to them in the bilateral series, and we lost to England in the bilateral series, and it come the World Cup, and Pakistan are walking all over them.
Yeah, Abhi, it's a very long journey, but we need some help from other countries, like our friendly neighbors, BCCI. Of course, we need India to beat England, or Australia to beat England, or even New Zealand to beat England. But somebody please bloody beat England.
Well, there's enough in this. There's enough in this game itself to see that. I mean,
the Pakistan-New Zealand game is going to be an absolute stunner, yaar. वो तो उफ उनको हमने यार ठोकना है यार. ज़हर लगती मुझे New Zealand.
That's so. When we did the predictions for the World Cup, I had New Zealand down.
Yeah.
As the team that would take the World Cup.
वैसे आप नोटिस करें कि ऑस्ट्रेलिया और इंग्लैंड को कितने फ्रेंडली स्केड्यूल्स मिले कि उनके सारे टफ मैच एंड में ही आ रहे हैं. So you know there is some mind games going on right there.
Taking a look at it. Okay, so if we need a partnership breaker, we'll bring Sir Khail in again. Amr now continuing.
Oh, catch it! Taken! Oh! Amir has dropped a catch off his own bowling. यार ये क्या कर रहे हो Amir? तुम नहीं अपने catch पकड़ोगे तो क्या मैं पकड़ूंगा?
Muhammad Amir, this is poetic justice to all the slip catches that have gone down off of his bowling in the past. He finally gets an opportunity to take one off of his own bowling. It goes back to him. It's over his head. It should have been taken. It was in his hands and it spilled when he. It spilled out when he just bounced onto the grass. And Muhammad Hafiz is right there to console him. He has nobody but himself to blame for the first time in his bowling career that's been scarred by Pakistani fielding. David Miller, 2 off 6. He's been given a life by Pakistan. It's a dangerous man to give a life to as he whips this away onto the
fielding,
onside.
Ahmad.
Good fielding from Ronaldo, number 9 for Pakistan, who gets it away for just a single. यार वैसे देखो real time replay देखो, he had it in his hands and it bobbed out when he fell to the ground.
That's a poor effort. He'll be disappointed with that one.
He is disappointed in that, but he's the kind of guy that he's seen many catches put down from his own bowling, and he's going to go back to the mark and try again. He's done so many times in the past. What a man, what a bowler.
At this stage of the tournament, let's try to make a World Cup 11 out of all the games. Who would it be?
11 Vijay Shankars, as Muhammad Amr will continue here. flicked off the thigh pad from Van der Dusen for a quick single. 142 for 4, South Africa.
एक तो opener हमारा Warner हो गया.
Warner Rohit.
रोहित ने कितने 100 मारे?
Couple of them.
Oh yeah, of course, yes.
One down would be obviously Kanos.
Who? हाँ, Kane Williamson ठीक है. Or you could put Kohli at 3 and.
Kohli.
तो 4 पे कौन होगा फिर?
Kohli's been good, but he hasn't been Kohli good. You know what I mean? He's good for
Kane Williamson 1 down. Yes, you're right.
Williamson could be even number 4, I think.
Morgan ने 100 मारा है.
Aaron Finch.
How was that?
Big appeal. Big appeal. Muhammad Amr is
review भी नहीं है यार.
Yelling, but Sarfraz is not interested.
Finch ने 100 मारा है ना. Warner ने 2 मारे हैं.
Sarfraz is not interested, or does he not know enough about that?
नहीं, I think it's not an edge.
142 for 4 after 31.4 over. South Africa are chasing 309. The required run rate is over at 8.5. One for the over from Amr. He has been again the kingpin in this Pakistani bowling lineup. As on Change of Pace here, thank you for joining us. If you are for the first time, we have commentary all over YouTube, Periscope, and Twitch. You can follow us on Twitter at Change of Pace 414 and subscribe to us on Instagram at Change of Pace Live. And right now we are working together to build a halfway World Cup 11. We have our top 3 set. We've got Shikhar Dhawan, we've got Rohit Sharma and David Warner and Kane Williamson at 1 down. Virat Kohli maybe at number 4, but we need your help for the rest of the innings. I think Muhammad Amr will definitely take one of the bowling spots, and Mitchell Stark and no, actually Bumrah's been pretty ordinary this World Cup. Before the World Cup, I would have had him in my dream 11.
नहीं Bumrah नहीं है.
But not now.
Amir है, Stark है, और कौन है? Trent Bolt यार, हर मैच में विकेट ले रहा है.
Yeah, Bolty's in there too.
Lockie Ferguson, sorry, not Trent Bolt, Lockie Ferguson.
If our statsmen can take a look at some of the top wicket takers in this World Cup and top run makers, and
नहीं Jofra है, Lockie है.
Jofra would be in there too.
लेकिन कितने फास्ट बॉलर डाल रहे हो?
I think we just need 3. So Amr, Jofra, and Stark.
I would take Lockie Ferguson, Stark, and Amr as my paces.
You wouldn't have Jofra?
No.
You want a little bit of variety in there as well?
They've lost 2 games.
Well, no, we're talking about the World 11. That means on individual capability, because I think Shakib will captain the side.
Shakib, yes. Shakib. You are a spot on. Shakib and Kane will be there in the middle order.
Look at that, Muhammad Amr, 5 for 30, best spell, and Kemar Roach, he has the best economy of the World Cup at 3.69.
Yeah, bowled good spell.
And yeah, the West Indies bowling has been prolific at this tournament.
West Indies का कौन सा player होगा? वो तो कोई मैच जीते ही नहीं है, मसला ये है.
I mean,
Cottrell will be there.
Cottrell will be there. Maybe off of last night, Brathwaite might make, but he's just not good enough. He's not consistent enough, in my opinion.
Middle order में कौन runs मारा? Maxwell ने भी नहीं मारे अभी.
Mate, Shakib is where it's at.
There it is. The top wicket takers: Amir, Archer, Stark,
all at 15.
Ferguson and Mark Wood भी यार बड़ी विकेट ली है इसने यार.
Yeah, and Wood can hold the bat a bit.
लेकिन Wood आप ये नहीं कह सकते उसने मैच विनिंग बॉलिंग कराई. वो एंड में आके विकेट ले जाता है, you know.
Down the track for Miller, and I think he's gone over over mid-off. 1 bounce over the boundary road for 4 more. South Africa moving to that 150 mark. 147 for 4. David Warner with most runs and the highest score as well, but Shakib on second place. Also, we missed out on Joe Root. He's been getting runs too.
Of course, yeah.
So I think he's gonna make way for Owen Morgan.
नहीं Morgan नहीं आएगा, Kane आएगा, Shakib आएगा और what's his name?
Finchy?
नहीं अभी आपने कौन सा नाम बोला है?
Williamson.
Kane.
Root,
yes, Joe Root will
definitely.
He'll be at 4, then you'll have Kane at 3, and maybe.
Oh, on the pass,
Shakib
good comeback from Imad. This time targeting the stumps. I think this is one of the first boundaries that Imad has conceded in his long spell. He's bowled 10 overs consistently, by the way.
Butler keeper होगा World Cup 11 का. Yes, you're right.
Oh, beautiful delivery from Imad. Flighted outside of off stump, played away to point for no run.
148 for 4 Pakistan in the 30th.
King Ranger's also
over.
throwing in Babar Azam's name in the mix. He's
यार
got
50s मारी हैं लेकिन 100s नहीं मारे अभी तक बाबर ने.
Warner, Rohit, Root, Williamson, Shakib, Butler, Nabi, Kuldeep, Archer, Amar, Stark.
Nabi, you couldn't say.
Why
so.
is Nabi in there? If
He took wickets against Sri Lanka and
and he had a good
you know,
performance against India too,
India
match-winning
too,
performance that he should have won. Played away onto the offside for no run, for single this time. And while giving away a few in this one, 6 runs.
स्पिन के हिसाब से कुलदीप ने भी विकेट लिए हैं, चहल ने भी विकेट सॉरी इमरान ताहिर यार, how can you forget Tahir? He has to be there in the spin.
Well, no, he
department.
doesn't actually have too many this World Cup.
Are you sure?
Yeah, he
पहले
got
match-
one in the first game. I remember.
He took a couple today.
A couple today, but I think Kuldeep would make the cut before him.
Maybe we'll have to check those.
Kuldeep's
figures.
also a better bowler.
आदिल रशीद ने भी विकेट लिए हैं यार. मोइन अली ने भी विकेट लिए हैं.
Yeah, but again, Kuldeep is the better bowler out of all that. All of that.
यार we are making a World Cup. Come on.
No, even at the World Cup, if you bowled really well against Pakistan, Kuldeep,
यार वो बस एक तुक्का बॉल गिर गई थी उसकी.
that was a beautiful delivery to get one of the best batsmen in the world out. As
ड्राइव यार अपने बॉलर बैक ड्राइव्स ये लोग नहीं रोकते रन यार.
ricochets off of the palm of Imad Wasim, who was
But
finished a really good spell
spell.
here. 10 overs, 48 runs coming off of it. He's held one end together for the Pakistani team really well. And I think the fast bowlers are now going to bowl in tandem for the Pakistani army. But also,
कुछ कह रहे थे आप मिस्टर मसाद?
no, I'm just thinking, you do have Hafiz's overs left here in the bank as well.
अब तो हफीज़ के पास नहीं जाएंगे ना, क्यों कवर हो गए हैं आई थिंक. शदाब और इमाद और वो हमारे 3 पेसर. हफीज़ ने तो एक्स्ट्रा बोनस ओवर्स ही दिए हैं. इफ समबडी गेट्स स्मैश्ड, शाहीन को भी मार नहीं पड़ी, वहाँ भी डिसेंट बॉलिंग करा रहा है. आमिर तो ऑफ कोर्स छाया हुआ है. सो आवर बॉलिंग इज कवर्ड, नो वरीज. समबडी विल एक्चुअली लूज ओवर्स फ्रॉम द मेन. शायद शाहीन के पूरे ना हो या वहाब के
So
पूरे
that
ना हो.
9% South Africa on the win predictor. We don't believe a thing that you say.
Bloody liars. So South Africa need 159 runs.
Well, Pakistan definitely in the ascendancy. It's a
In
full
the
house at Lords. A sea
17
of green,
overs.
mostly dominated by waves of Pakistan.
मिलर को आउट करना ज़रूरी है यार, ये बंदा बहुत खतरनाक है.
Dab down to third man. Amar's still into the attack, into his 7th over here. Interesting that Amar's bowling in the middle overs. He usually bowls up front and at the end. But I guess with the oh, look at that reflex catch from
Unbelievable
Imran
catch,
Tahir,
man.
and then he ran all the way to Michael Achi for the celebration. Yeah, they're behind the 8 ball with DLS as well. And they need 188 here, but there's no sign of rain. There's a mid-off.
Only the tears of South Africans, I think. No rain as such.
Wow, there's
Whoa.
a dark sign there.
Oh,
what
what
a
a
delivery
ball.
from Hamid Amr. He's absolutely disturbed the grill of Van der Dusen.
That's a spitting cobra. 140 kph armor bending his back and wrapping Van Dusen on his gloves and even maybe on his helmet. Lovely ball on the grill.
Yeah, the Bond villain is taken back a bit. Take a look at this beautiful delivery. Just when you
Ooh,
get the,
got him.
when you get the length right on a bouncer, it is so important because it just disturbs right that region where your grill is.
बिल्कुल.
We saw the West Indies do that to Pakistan in the first game, which seems quite a long time ago now, as this is played away out to point for no run. Mohammad Amr 2 for 18, 6.3 overs.
Now Ahmed needs to nail him with that perfect Yorker right and the block hold on his toes.
I'm pretty sure he's gonna anticipate it, but it's hard to keep a Yorker out even if you know it's coming.
ये कौन छुपा हुआ है? JP Dumini है जो इधर छुपा हुआ है window में.
The Dooms is in the locker room after a drop catch. Well, not a drop catch, a completely misjudged catch earlier in the innings. Oh, it's Tahir, yeah, it's Imran Tahir.
Yeah, those bushy eyebrows.
Beautiful Lahori eyes that are looking through majestic
Lahori
Lord's
eyes.
windows. Amr with an attempted Yorker.
सुन रहा है हमारी commentary. Change of
And-
pace लगाया हुआ उसने.
Uh-huh.
उसने जो जबरा का हमारे साथ मीडिया मैनेजर ने उसको गिफ्ट किया.
Is it Jabra or is it Gabra?
Is it zebra or is it zebra?
151 for 4 South Africa against the 8 ball here. This is
This is terrific bowling from Muhammad Amin.
they're gonna need something really phenomenal to win this. Okay, let's take off our dark green goggles and put up the lime green goggles and say, how are South Africa gonna get out of this? How are they gonna beat
यार मिलर
Pakistan?
है ना, वन साइडेड कर सकता है कोई भी मैच. He's a very dangerous customer in these.
Yeah, except he's
slog
not
overs.
playing for Pretty Zinta here. He's playing for his
Whoa,
country.
whoa, whoa, whoa,
So
whoa.
different emotions. Oh, beautiful delivery from
यार
Amr
अगर प्रीति
outside off.
जिंटा के लिए हमें खेलना हो तो हम भी डबल हंड्रेड्स मारेंगे 50 बॉलों में. यार क्या हो गया? नैना है यार, नैना है हमारी. क्या हो गया? टिंग टिंग टिंग. कभी आपने देखी कल होना हो फिट मूवी थी यार.
I haven't seen it.
अमन और नैना की रिलेशनशिप यार, it tugs at your heartstrings, you know. That was the last good movie Shah Rukh Khan made, to be quite honest.
There's a lot going on in AZ's life that we don't know about.
यार आपने कल वो ना नहीं देखी हुई यार.
We won't allude to it at the moment, but I'll find time to watch that movie. My break is over.
नहीं, it's not a shit Indian movie. It's a good Indian movie.
Okay, I am back at work now though, so.
तो तभी तो देखनी चाहिए. Time
151 for 4. Amr
that
continues
off
to
cut,
Van der Dusen this time just played the way down to third man for a single. 2 runs off of the over. He's bowled 7 for 19 runs and a couple wickets. Shaheen Afridi looks like he's going to get the white cherry to bowl with. Take a look at some of the comments. Do you only commentate on Pakistan's game? Well, we're thinking of doing the Ashes as well. So let us know if you
we
want
will
us
be
to.
inshallah doing the semis and the finals.
Yeah, and we're going to do the semis and the
लेकिन
finals.
अगर इंडिया आई फाइनल में फिर हम नहीं कर रहे.
नहीं करेंगे ऐसी बात नहीं है. We're going to cover all the games.
नहीं, of course, yeah.
Knockout games. Amr's World Cup stats are peak 90s fast bowler stats. That is no doubt about that. Reverse swing 5-1-5. Amr's wickets over 0 to 10-3, 10 to 22, 20 to 31. But between the 41st and the 50th, he picks up 9.
Quite interesting, yeah. So he's basically, of course, doing really well at the death. But shuru में भी और middle overs में भी wicket ले रहा है. So that's a good sign, यार. Amr all round छाया हुआ.
Adil Moment is suggesting that Hafiz be brought into Miller. I don't think that's a bad idea.
Yeah, it would be looking at buying a wicket, but अगर Miller उसके अंदर घुस गया 10-15-20 रन मार दिए तो equation भी बड़ी जल्दी
157 required off 96 deliveries. Again, it's a long chase for South Africa, but if they manage to bring this target down to less than 100 and these two are still around to face it, I think they're going to be in with a hunt. They're just, when you're chasing a 300 plus score and you have wickets in the bag,
because we saw Andile in that ODI in Pakistan.
It's about taking the game deep. It's about taking the game deep. You've got Miller, you've got Peluquayo.
वैसे पेलुक्वायो आ गया और कुछ सरफराज फिर I think कुछ नहीं बोलेगा, उसको चुप ही बैठा रहेगा. Hopefully कोई फजूल बकवास करने की जरूरत नहीं
behind the stumps. No jukte from him.
Wahab Riaz steaming in.
Oh, wonderful shot. Wonderful shot. David Miller at his IPL best comes down the track, crashes this through the covers for 4. And this is the counter-attack that South Africa require at this moment. The required run rate is slightly creeping up. But it's David Miller who has the ability to change that. They needed about 9.7 runs per over as with that shot, the Cat Gogo also awakens. The demons of South Africa are resting with Gogo at this World Cup 2019.
Gogo has finally come to life with that blazing 4 through extra cover.
Good length delivery off the patch, played away onto the leg side for a quick single. Wahab typically going for a couple boundaries. He has to do that to get into his groove. We're missing his wide bouncer that he usually customarily bowls, or one of those weird deliveries down the leg side to make sure that we are watching Wahab Riaz. 146 kilometers per hour. He has been one of the fastest bowlers at this World Cup alongside Lockie Ferguson, Jofra Archer, and Mitchell Stark. Producer Safraz is back in the hut after fulfilling some of his wonderful husband duties. 158 for 4. 0 off 27 for Wahab after his 4.4 overs. And with his entry, so is Wakens Gogo.
Wahab 4.4 overs, only 27 given away, but he'll be crucial at the death, I feel.
Some of these 92 kits that you can see in the crowd today. A little bit of a... Oh, edged! And it'll fall into the vacant space between cover and point. But there's a man in the deep that'll collect that. It'll just be a single. Van der Dusen has lifted quite dangerously in this innings. That drop catch from Miller as well. So both of these South African batsmen have presented chances that the Pakistani bowlers, they just haven't capitalized on it. Rassi Van der Dusen, 5 innings and 203 runs. He's been the pick of the batsman for South Africa at this World Cup, an average of 68, strike rate of about 88, 87. He's got a 50 to his name too, a couple 50s to his name as well. Wahab with a short ball, and this is just angled away down to the fine leg, where Imad Wasim will fill away. It'll just be a single 89 miles per hour from Wahab there. It'll end his 5th over. He's only given away 29 runs, and for a second change fast bowler, that's not too bad. 160 for 4 are South Africa. As maybe it's time to listen to some of Safraz's singing. We'd love to hear on Change of Pace. Abdul Momin is asking about Wahab's Yorkers. Well, not to be seen yet, but I think he's got that in his arsenal. Maybe towards the latter part of the innings, we'll see that come out because he still has 5 overs in the bank.
एक stat आ रहा है, Pakistan have dropped 13 catches at World Cup CWC 19, the most of any side. 13 catches dropped, yeah. And we are still in a shout to reach the semis.
Well, that's Pakistan cricket for you.
That's unbelievable, यार. 13 catch छोड़े. I can't believe that, to be quite honest. But it's from Opta, so it must be right.
Yeah, Karachi Kings off spinner played a couple seasons for the PSL side. Leg spinner, sorry. Wassam Amir, I think, who's trying his hand a little bit of county cricket as well during the summer.
अच्छी बात है यार, उनको खेलना चाहिए. मीर हमजा हमने देखा है.
Mir Hamza's been absolutely. He's playing for my team actually.
Sussex.
Yeah. The Sharks.
आपकी कब से होगी Sussex Sharks?
Story behind that I can't tell you on air, but I'll get to it.
लवेरिया हो गया था आपको Sussex कोई Sussex नहीं.
But did you know that MEK went there? Who? Imran Khan played for Sussex?
Imran Khan played for Sussex, and I believe he played for Worcestershire as well.
Yeah. I think Javed Miadan also played for Sussex for a bit.
Maybe.
What's better in Worcester? Worcestershire. Cricket or sauce? Hot sauce.
वैसे आपकी नॉलेज टेस्ट करते हैं और कुछ बताएं. Which county did Wasim Akram play for? You must know this one.
I think he played for Surrey, didn't
Lannister?
I think he played for Surrey.
Lancashire.
Lancashire.
वही सरखेल को भी पता है. वो तो ओल्ड ट्रैफोर्ड ही है, उसको तो पता ही होगा ये सब चीजें. ओह वाओ. मीडिया मैनेजर हमारे Lancashire. और हमारे वकार यूनुस used to play for Surrey. He played many years for them. And Babar Azam, of course, will be playing for Somerset in the T20
one of my in the first division. They're my favorite county right now because obviously Azhar's there. One of my favorite white ball cricketers and red ball cricketers for Pakistan. I think Azhar should have been longer with this Pakistan side, although it's a good looking top order now, so no harm lost. Just wish that he would have gotten a better farewell. Take a look at that 2015 World Cup match at Eden Park.
What a match that was.
And Sarfraz Ahmed, what an innings, an inspired selection where he was...
What an innings, 49 or 14 and what an innings.
आपको याद नहीं है?
मुझे मैच का वो पल याद है, लेकिन ऐसी भी नहीं थी. उसने अफरीदी फास्टेस्ट 100 तो नहीं मारी जितना तुम हाइप कर रहे हो.
पाकिस्तान बैटिंग,
ठीक है आप सरफराज फैन बॉय हो.
पाकिस्तान बैटिंग पूरी फ्लॉप हुई थी उस वर्ल्ड कप में. जी ठीक है ना.
मुझे बिल्कुल सारा कुछ याद है, लेकिन
ओपनिंग बेस,
लेकिन 49 of 49 is not an unbelievable innings.
It's not unbelievable, but it was pretty good.
Of course, in that context. और फिर स्टेन ने एक क्रेजी कैच लिया था, आपको याद होगा.
Yeah, running backwards one-handed.
That was an unbelievable catch. फिर मो इरफान ने आते ही क्विंटन डिकॉक को पहले ओवर में ही उड़ा दिया था. And after that we were on our way.
We were. What do you make of this? What do you make of these apples that they're giving away at the World Cup?
Mohammad Amir is now joint highest wicket taker in the World Cup with Jofra Archer and Mitchell Starc. All three have 15 wickets, but Mohammad Amir has played
6 games.
One match less than Starc or Jofra. So
we do know this. We do know this.
Indeed. Indeed.
What do you make of these apples that are being given away at the cricket stadiums? Pulled away into the
catch,
and it'll be one bounce to mid wicket.
Shoaib Malik is on the field. Get him off immediately, please. No more manhusiyat needed at this stage of the game. Abhi bhi required rate is almost 10, but with David Miller and Van de Dusen, they are very fearsome hitters. So आपको थोड़ा careful होना पड़ेगा.
Again, I think even Palaquayo can hit the long ball.
Palaquayo भी है, Miller भी अच्छा टुल्लर है, IPL में खेल चुका है.
Miller or Miller's batting now.
Sorry, Morris.
Yeah, Chris Morris can hit the long ball too.
He spanked.
His name was evading me as well. Shaheen Afridi is back into the attack. He's into his 5th over, 19 runs given away, but he's been better than those figures actually show.
Ball.
Good delivery. He's bowling over the wicket.
I think Sarfraz should give him a slip as well. Yeah, we could give some incentive to go for wickets.
अच्छा एक सवाल है ख्वाजा आपके. It's a very rudimentary cricket question.
जी पूछें.
When you first started watching cricket,
जी,
how did you remember the over the wicket and around the wicket?
यार वो आई थिंक वो जो हमारी प्ले स्टेशन PS1 पे जो गेम्स आती थी उससे याद होता था ओवर द विकेट राउंड द विकेट क्या होता है. वरना तो कमेंट्री से तो हमें कुछ पता नहीं लगता था.
So actually I struggled with this for the longest time, but then I read this little anecdote about basically it's where the bowler's arm is.
Right.
So if it's a left-hander coming around right now, it's obviously around the wicket.
Yeah.
And if he was bowling from the other side, it would be over the wicket. So it's just where his bowler's arm is placed. It's an easy way to remember it. 162 for 4 now. Shaheen's been bowling decently here as his first three deliveries of the over.
I
have
think
just yielded
thankfully
2
today
runs.
no Pakistani bowler has bowled poorly today. Everybody's been good.
No, everybody's been on the money. I think Wahab has been slightly
वो
expensive.
एक ओवर में उसको मार पड़ी थी, पहले 3 ओवर उसके अच्छे गए थे. So it's all good in the hood.
But despite it being expensive,
अभी भी match is not over by any means. We need another wicket, especially of David Miller. मजे की बात है, एक दफ़ा आई थिंक वो जो इंटरनेशनल 11 इधर आई हुई थी, दे स्टॉप्ड ओवर इन दुबई बिफोर गोइंग टू
the MCG 11, the one with the blue
नहीं वो
caps?
जो अभी इंटरनेशनल 11 नहीं गई थी पाकिस्तान T20 खेलने,
Okay, World 11.
वर्ल्ड 11, आमला, डुप्लेसी एंड मिलर वगैरह ये सब पाकिस्तान में they had a layover from Durban or Johannesburg,
Okay.
wherever. So I ran into him at a very prominent shisha spot here in Dubai. He was there with a
Who?
Mr. David Miller. He
Okay.
was there with a cuties. He was there with a female friend of his, so it was nice meeting him.
You
there.
could have just said friend.
नहीं तो
Sparing the blushes.
नहीं blushes, उनको क्या blushes यार, उसकी वो होगी कोई.
Don't blush, beggar. 163 for 4. Shaheen Afridi now coming into his beautiful
ball.
bouncer. Wow, Van der Dusen coming down the track. You don't do that to a Pakistani fast bowler.
No,
Sit
mate.
back down, Van der Dusen. Goddamn Bond willing. Let's take a look at some of the comments here. Khwaja, how good was Klusner as a batsman? Was he any good
Way.
beyond the 99?
Zulu, what a beast, man. That guy was Razak before Razak was Razak. क्या player था यार वो. Zulu was a true killer.
But is he saying was he good beyond the 99
I think
World Cup?
like he was the first white cricketer that every Asian player, every Asian fan loved. यार Lance Klusner इतना जिन वो player होता था यार. Unbelievable.
Gopi
player.
Mia Kawal correcting us rightly.
Oh, almost bowled him round his legs.
Shaheen,
That was so bloody close.
Shaheen Afridi. Sometimes you have to say cricket is a cruel game when that's given wide, but it's not been
No,
given
no,
wide.
it's not a wide step.
It's not been given wide.
He
Down the
walked
leg
across his
side, and
stump,
it just evades leg stump. Almost gets the wicket.
Shaheen bhi yaar almost got his wicket there, but he's bowled really well. Good comeback over from him. Full fast and right into the wickets. Almost bowled Van der Dusen round his legs.
Klusner was good. Naveed is just coming out to reinforce that. Arslan Farid, the Office fans, please go listen to My Strange Addiction by Billie Eilish.
यार ये Billie Eilish नाम सुना हुआ है, इसका कौन सा famous गाना है?
Your mic is off right now, Khwaja.
I don't know.
Oh, not yet. Okay.
Is it?
It's not. It's not. You'll be fine.
Klusner was good. हाँ, नवीद हमारे जो German software programmer हैं. और हमारे अब सोशल मीडिया मैनेजर अपने कमेंट्री स्टिंट से इंस्पायर होकर अब फुल कमेंट्री पे आ गए हैं. सो विल वेलकम सकील very shortly.
Pulls away. Miller attempted, but it just gets a bottom edge onto the leg side for no runs. 163 for 4, chasing 309. South Africa need 146 off 83 deliveries. It's going to be something exceptional from either Miller or Van der Dusen to take them over the line here. Wahab Riaz is bowling his 6th over. There's a man at fine leg. There's a man at third man. There's a man at deep square leg and a man at deep point. Everybody else inside that circle. After the 40th, he'll have 5 bowlers back, as Agha's been kind enough to bring us some beautiful looking cookies. Short ball that beats Miller, and that'll be another dot delivery, but that's going to be 2 for the over, I reckon. As the umpire letting him know, 145 kilometers per hour. This man does not age, or at least his speed doesn't, with his age. But his hairline is LeBron James. Maybe it's just a thing with good sportsmen.
LeBron.
The further back your hairline, the more athletic you are. But I guess Imran Khan has something to say about that, because he still has a beautiful head of hair.
Plugs लगाए हैं उसने.
यार एक तो तुम नूनी
सही बात है.
163 for 4. And we have Sohail permanently on meme watch now. Giving him his own mic to
Catch.
cut away and
Go
goes
off
over
there.
point, but there's a man in the deep, as Khwaja has made a mission of not looking at the field placements today. It's just going to be a single from Wahab's first 3 deliveries, 164 for 4. Miller and Van der Dusen been fairly quiet so far. Van der Dusen obviously been the quieter of the two, 23 off 38. Miller typically slightly quicker, but not as quick as he usually is. He's 20 off 23. South Africa 145 off 81 deliveries. It's going to be a big ask.
A big ass.
Big ask.
अच्छा अच्छा अच्छा.
Ask. Wahab Riaz to continue here. Oh, edged! Oh, he's dropped in. Safraz Ahmed, he did really well to get there because he was going to stray down the leg side. He was a bit wrong-footed, but he fell towards his right, got a glove to it, but just parried it away to third man. And that is going to be the third catch drop from Pakistan today, if you don't want to include the Shadab Khan
यार क्या
attempt.
कर रहे हो सरफराज, ये स्टैंडर्ड कैच होते हैं यार.
He was wrong-footed, but again, he got to it. He got a
रॉन्ग फुटेड नहीं, हिला ही नहीं वो
he got
यार.
a chunky glove to it. It should have been taken.
ये चंकी तो चंकी ग्लव ही लगेगी ना उसकी.
I mean,
इतना मुंह निकला हुआ, पेड़ बाहर आया हुआ. As
Pizza
Mr.
Ground.
Shoaib Akhtar. ਇਹਨੂੰ ਹੀਕੋ ਆਈਸਕ੍ਰੀਮ ਦੇ ਅੱਡੇ ਤੇ ਲਵਾਓ.
short ball. There's a man, third man there. It's going to be taken. It's
He's dropped
come
again
on.
यार आमिर.
What is happening
Pakistan?
here, folks? Pakistan are crumbling. South Africa are back in this game. You don't give the likes of David Miller chances, and you're giving him 3. Wahab Riaz looks up, and he's taken about 4 wickets today, but his wicket column is a big fat O. Look at that.
यार स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड कैच है आपका थर्ड मैन पे यार. मोहम्मद आमिर तुम क्या कर रहे हो? ऊपर से सरफराज ने भी छोड़ दिया. अब आमिर भी, पाकिस्तान है लेटिंग इट स्लिप यार. ये इतने चांसेस आप नहीं दे सकते इतने बड़े प्लेयरों को. एज ही अपोलोजाइजेस टू हिज फेलो क्विकी. But
Mohammad Amir, a man who's been on the receiving end of so many drop catches, has done his fair share.
-13 हो गया इसका ओवरऑल यार.
This is horrendous fielding from Pakistan. 2 drop catches in a row. And this is going to be 6,
Catch,
I think. It's
catch
high
hai,
in the
catch
air.
hai. अबे
And it'll evade
यार.
the man at long on, mid on. It'll just be a couple runs to South Africa.
It's all happening at Lords.
Look at that. Mickey Arthur just doesn't even want to be on the balcony anymore. He's so pissed off, and rightly so. This game should be done and dusted, Khwaja.
This was over half an hour ago यार. आपने already in like 20 minutes you've dropped 3 catches यार. क्या हो रहा है ये? समझ से बाहर है. Wahab at the right at the start of the innings, then Amir off his own bowling, then Sarfraz, then Amir again. 4 catches dropped in this match. You're letting your World Cup chances though they're already slim as it is. ऊपर से आप ऐसी हरकतें कर करके यार अब क्यों chances
Again,
दे
you know,
रहे
it might come down to run rate, so you got to push. You got to make sure you get all these wickets as soon as
हो?
you
बिल्कुल
can.
यार.
Bring back Steve Rickson.
स्टीव रिक्सन को यार इन्होंने निकाल दिया तो कोई किसी को तो लाते यार. ये तो
Honestly,
पता
the
नहीं
way Steve Rickson, I remember there was a quick info article a couple of years ago about how we had become one of the best fielding sides in the world.
तब से ही नजर लग
And
गई.
again, Rickson, give the man a blank check. We pay so many people to do so little. This is driven away
Chauka ho gaya
beautifully, and it's
yaar.
going to cream the covers for 4 more. Shaheen Afridi full and wide. You just can't bowl that to Vander Dusen, who's got his eye in now. And this chase, folks, is definitely on now. South Africa got 6 wickets in the bank, as Pakistan are refusing to let Vander Dusen and David Miller
यार
leave
एक
the
तो
crease.
पाकिस्तान की कोई भी विन स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड नहीं हो सकती. हमेशा कोई ड्रामा, कोई सस्पेंस, कोई थ्रिल क्रिएट करना पड़ता है.
Even in that 2015 victory, you saw AB de Villiers
AB,
rip
yaar.
apart Pakistan. Got 77 in that game, I think.
दैट वाज एन अनबिलीवेबल नॉक फ्रॉम एबी. और एंड में वही आउट हुआ था सोहेल खान की बॉलिंग पे, आपको याद होगा.
Shaheen now to continue this time. A good short, good length delivery as Miller tries to just pull this away onto the leg side, misses completely. It's slower delivery too, 135 kph from Shaheen, who's typically usually faster than that. And King Winger is WTF, and I think that sums up everybody else in our little studio here too. Venom is talking about chokers, and Adil Moment is saying, "Yar, it was an easy catch." It's just the mood is shifting here. The mood is shifting here against the Pakistanis. They need a wicket here, and they need to get their catches. It's another slow delivery from Shaheen Afridi, driven away to mid-on for a single.
We've dropped the World Cup 3 times this game.
You've dropped the World Cup 3 times. The required run rate still well outside of South Africa's reach. It's about 11. South Africa 173 for 4. David Miller and Vander Dusen, they've played around like go-go's on the crease. They've got 9 lives out there today, and this is high in the air. It's going to be clear
6.
in the boundary for a half a dozen. It does quite comfortably. It was a bit of a golf swing from Vander Dusen, but this match is now yo-yoing back into South Africa's favor. As Mohammad Amir, the camera pans to him. He's on the brink of putting 2 wickets down. What a shot that is from Vander Dusen. And Fakhar, all he can do is just watch that sail over the boundary rope for half a dozen. $11 runs. Yeah, 11 runs off of this over, and they should, after the amount of chances.
Maro yaar.
An attempt by Shadab Khan from that point. And as Sarfraz has to do a little bit of running of his own too. 12 runs coming off of this over.
already.
South Africa are now 180 for 4. Pakistan do have the runs behind them right now. DLS par score after 37.5 is 209. South Africa well behind that at the moment. 180 for 4.
Acha, they're saying there might be rain coming into this game.
Tommy
so very
Mboagwa on the telecast. He's saying the rain might be coming.
Catch!
Up his shot.
Yeah, another drop catch,
I
yaar.
think it just evaded the fielder at mid-on, and it'll go
Baba
down
dekh
to the boundary for a
Amir
couple
again.
runs. I don't think that was a drop catch.
ke. Pakistan are determined to lose this game. यार ये कितने fielding इनकी, it was so sharp in the first 25-30 overs. अब ऊपर से it's all gone pear-shaped.
It's incredible how this team just only performs when it's being shat on. You know what I'm saying? Like when they get better, even for an innings and a half, they take the foot off the gas. Unfortunately, that's not how championship winning sides behave. So Pakistan are going to have to get their act together. Even if they win today, there's going to be too many skeletons in their fielding
I
closet.
think it's very premature to say we're going to win. जो ये हरकतें कर रहे हैं.
It is very premature.
मुझे
You're,
तो डर
you're
लग रहा है
spot
कि
on
कुछ भी हो
about
सकता
that.
है.
Spot on about that.
Anything can happen. Still all smiles in the field. Minus 23. Amir has completely lost it in the field right now.
Listen, there's plenty of game to go, and this is really good from Shadab Khan. He's lifting the side. He's lifting his senior bowlers. Maybe a future Pakistan captain on the field that we see in Shadab Khan. He's done it for Islamabad United in the past too. But again, we're getting ahead of ourselves here. We still have a game on. A dozen overs to go. South Africa 182 for 4, chasing 309, a required rate of just under 11.
A swollen, we shouldn't. It's not doable, but we shouldn't be losing from here because they're
I reckon
4
it's-
wickets
I
down.
reckon
To
it's doable.
batting नहीं है उनके पास इतनी.
They don't have the batting, but they do have the pinch hitters.
There's still the South African choke expected.
They do, yeah. Wahab now bowling in, short delivery.
Oh, right in the face.
Takes
Ball.
a handoff and reducing this time, and it just goes onto the leg side for single. How's the meme watch going, Shakhil? Any good content coming through?
Nothing yet. I'm just waiting for the memes to roll in about the drop catches.
यार पाकिस्तान टीम itself इतनी बड़ी मीम है तो बाकी मीम तो कोई comparison में ही नहीं आती
Take a
उनके.
look at some of these missed chances. I think the Shadab one at point is a bit harsh, but the rest of them,
यार could they possibly think about bringing Shadab in for an over, try to buy a wicket, you know?
this was in and out.
बहुत गंदी है.
This should have been taken from the
यार ये हमारे
captain.
कीपर कर क्या रहा है? How- Can you truly excuse that drop catch,
You
Mr.
can't, no doubt about it. That should have been taken, and he usually takes those actually.
ये वाला तो चलो आमिर पहुंचा ही नहीं. Fair enough. Last one, but the South Africans are chancing their arm here.
There's
so
that clip about there's that clip of Virat Kohli talking about how training helps turn it into half chances into full chances. in the
बिल्कुल
field.
यार बिल्कुल.
As another good delivery from Wahab gets a hand to it
Saved a
off
couple
his
there.
own bowling, and I think that'll save 3.
शायद 4 ना होता, but good effort nonetheless from Wahab Riaz. हसन अली यार मुझे तो अफसोस हो रहा है इसको 12th मैन देख के यार. ये दिन आ गए हमारे स्टार बॉलर के.
Listen, if you're playing in the World Cup side, in the national team, there will be days where you're going to be sitting out. I don't think it's the end of Hassan's career by any stretch of the imagination.
नहीं वो
He's
तो
a
नहीं है,
young
but
fast bowler, and he's going to have 2023 staring down at him to have a tournament. And even this one is not done yet. He's going to have the opportunity, I reckon, to come back in it. Although this 11 looks like the best one that Pakistan have picked so far. Poor delivery from
did that
Wahab
flick his pad?
down the leg side, and I think it'll be called wide by the ump. And it
Yeah,
is.
it is.
Kumar Dharmasena getting a little bit of those rear.
Wahab
belts
has to be a
in
bit more intelligent
exercise.
here. आप जोर ज़बरदस्ती ना लगाओ, उनसे थोड़ी variations करवाओ. Make them miss time it. आप वो जितना तेज वो घुमा रहे हो उतनी तेज आप बॉल फेंक रहे हो. You've got a deep point right now, a deep fine leg and third man and a square leg. तो आपको उनको मुंह में बॉलें नहीं दे. You make them play cross bat shots, make them pull, make them hook. You have 2 fielders back, so you can't pitch it up at all क्योंकि आपको straight पे तो फिर confirm चौका पड़ना है अगर mid off और mid on circle में है. So you have to be careful there. Wahab Riaz डबल ब्लफ करने की जरूरत नहीं, पहले अपनी फील्ड पे बॉलिंग कराओ और विकेट लेने की कोशिश करो. Van de Dussen. Here comes Wahab Riaz over the wicket once again. देखते हैं क्या बॉल डालते हैं. Short ball and a change of pace there and he falls over, but sorry सर खेल का थोड़ा बाजा बज गया था.
Wahab probably shines the ball too much for the fielders to spill them. A bit of a stretch, I reckon.
बट फिर भी थोड़ा बच बचाव फिलहाल इस ओवर में करा लिया है. लेकिन मिलर ऑफ कोर्स किलर मिलर टाइम हमने सुना आईपीएल में बहुत आता है. हम इतना आईपीएल नहीं देखते लेकिन चलो थोड़ा अंदाज़ा तो हो ही जाता है. नीड टू गेट हिम आउट ASAP. नीड टू गेट रिड ऑफ हिम.
Wahab tumbling over after that effort. I don't know if he's picking him up. Wahab is into his 7th over. He's bowled 38 runs and no wickets, but that's not his own fault. 3 drop catches off of his bowling today.
Oh, good ball there from Wahab.
Beats the outside edge off David Miller's bat. And again, Miller's been living dangerously here. But
149 kph, yaar. This guy's 34 years old. Can you believe it?
Almost caressing that elusive 150 mark at this World Cup. But you also have to bring it into the equation the fact that if these two bat to the 45th, South Africa are going to be in business regardless of how many runs required.
Morris and Delay, all these guys can slog the ball.
No doubt.
So we have to
We
be
saw
careful.
yesterday about what Carlos Brathwaite almost did to New Zealand.
Oh, just almost bowled him there. Played a swipe across the line, and how did that miss the stumps? Wahab going close once again, yaar. कितना lucky है मिलर ये आज यार. कितने chance बने इसको.
Pakistan versus South Africa, trending in Germany.
क्या बात है भाई.
Okay, Naveed, you're doing your job.
अब change of pace को भी trend करवाओ यार जर्मनी में. हमारे
Henderson
overseas.
in the air. Look at that, 67 off 64 versus New Zealand, doing a phenomenal job. with some
He's
of
a
his
good
hitting.
player यार. Crisis man इनको
Statsman
बना बनाया
Ahmed
मिल गया.
is in my ear about how I'm not plugging
Oh,
the
another
show.
swing and a miss from Miller. Beautiful over there from Wahab. 186 for 4 after 39 overs. Now South Africa need 123 of 66 deliveries, so that run rate is above almost 11 and a half. Yeah.
Yeah, we're moving into the final part of the game. It's been a good one for Pakistan so far. They just need to cap this off. And if you're listening to us on Change of Pace for the first time, make sure you subscribe to us on Twitch. You can follow us on YouTube or on Twitter at Change of Pace 414. We're also on Instagram. We do have a correspondent today at the home of cricket at Lords who's sending a live feed through, and you can catch that. You can catch that
We're
on
posting
Instagram.
them on the Instagram stories.
Yeah, Change of Pace live, so you can follow us there. Thanks a bunch to Sahil for running that account. Take a look at the bowling figures for Pakistan today. Hafiz 2 overs, 11 runs. Amr pick of the bowlers again, 7 of 19, 2 wickets. Shaheen
Below
been
three,
slightly
economy.
expensive, 6 overs, 34 runs. Imad Wasim 10 overs, 48 runs, no wickets. Wahab 7 overs, 38 runs, no wickets. And Shadab also picking up a crucial couple wickets here, 7 overs, 35 for 2. And made it in there for both.
Amir and Shadab bowling the maidens there. 123 needed of 11 overs. अब आ रहे हैं bowling पे Shadab. Interesting bowling change. Big leg break outside off, straight to point, no run there. So Sarfraz is trying to buy a wicket here. He's trying to gamble कि भाई कोई बड़ी shot खेलेंगे Van Dusen या Miller, and they will hole out in the deep with the big square boundaries. So interesting bowling change here from Pakistan. Let's see how it pans out for Sarfraz's men. Big leg break once again. Trying to bowl outside off. Trying to make them bowl to his field, but it's been given as a wide. इतनी बार तो आप ball नहीं दे सकते. थोड़ा देख के bowling कराओ boy. But decentish take there from Sarfraz यार. Runs थोड़े रोक लिए.
Van Dusen gearing up on the back foot. This time plays away onto the leg side for a quick single.
यार ये दो नहीं होने चाहिए यार. Okay, good.
So they've listened to you again, Khwaja. They brought in Shadab to buy a wicket here. It might work. Mickey Arthur back in the balcony cheering
Mickey
on
Arthur आज देश
Hassan Ali.
बना हुआ है ये भी.
It's good to see Hassan put in the hard yards even as a 12th man.
He's a 100% cricketer यार. Field में हो, bowling में हो, batting पे हो, he gives his all. So उसकी commitment में कभी कोई doubt नहीं, बस उसकी form यार अब it's more of a mindset problem than anything else यार. आपको उसको back करना
Maybe a
चाहिए.
new bowling coach after this tournament would help. Oh, what a delivery from Shadab Khan. He's York David Miller as he plays this over the bowler's head down to long off for just a single.
Leading edge there, but of course so Shadab couldn't get it. Otherwise cotton ball का chance हो सकता था. But good bowling here, very good bowling. Just too far for him. Right now, of course, South Africa are fighting for their lives.
Huge shot in the air. Somebody's got to get underneath it. Someone from the Pakistan side. It's
Hafiz!
finally. And what the young team couldn't do, it's the professor that has to come underneath the ball to take a comfortable catch. And it's Shadab Khan who's bought a wicket here for Pakistan like AZ had predicted. It's 3 for him on the day. It's 5 for South Africa in the innings. And Pakistan are finally looking at closing out this innings to get the 2 points that they needed today. And the star boy from Islamabad, he's rocking up at the big stage once again.
यार ये भी straightforward catch. He made it a thriller.
You reckon Sarfraz should have called for that with the gloves?
I think
He
it
was,
was
but Hafiz had,
Look at
all
Mickey
those-
Arthur exploding. Come on. That's the way, boys.
And if there ever was a true image of love It was Sarfraz hugging Muhammad Hafiz after that catch. He was absolutely delighted that wasn't put down, unlike the many chances that they've been presented to Miller in the overs past. So Hill, any news from the Islamabad camp? You feeling good about this? You feeling good about Shadab?
3 wickets for sure.
Yeah, it's a good comeback for him.
He should play every single game,
You know, that's
regardless of the pitch conditions, turning or not.
this is a thought that many are echoing across the Pakistani cricket sphere, that Shadab should be on the team
उसको भी
list.
बहुत क्रिटिसाइज कर रहे थे कि भाई शोधा हुआ है, इंटरव्यू ज्यादा देता है, विकेटें नहीं लेता, ये
अच्छा
वो।
यार, अब कितना तुम इसको criticize करोगे?
यार मैं तो शदाब फैन बॉय हूँ यार, मैं
Like
तो।
people.
But it's
are
also
just finding
important
out.
about press management, and I think that's not up to Shadab. That's actually up to our team management to get the right coaches in place, get the right people in their heads. Because I
यार आप
understand the
पार्टी
start
करो,
of
आप ये करो, आप गाने करो, आप नाचो झूमो, इट्स ऑल अबाउट योर ऑन फील्ड परफॉर्मेंस, दैट्स द ओनली थिंग दैट मैटर्स। विराट कोहली इतना सर पे इसलिए चढ़ाया हुआ है क्योंकि वो ग्राउंड में परफॉर्म करता है, सो दैट्स द बॉटम लाइन, इट डजंट मैटर व्हाट यू डू ऑफ द
just
फील्ड।
take a look at the likes of Hardik Pandya. I mean,
वो शीशे पे गए हैं, वो यहाँ गए, हु गिव्स अ शिट यार, वो फील्ड पे परफॉर्म करें, वो जो मर्जी करें, तुम्हें क्या फर्क पड़ता है? तुम्हारी पर्सनल लाइफ नहीं, आप लोग नहीं एंजॉय करते, उनको भी एंजॉय करने दो। दे इन द प्राइम ऑफ देयर लाइव्स, दे इन देयर अर्ली 20s, ऐसी क्या बड़ी बात है?
189 for 5, 39.4 overs gone. South Africa have lost half of their batsmen as Andile Palikwayo, famously known in Pakistan
सरफराज
for his
प्लीज
little
जिप इट,
encounter
कोई फजूल बात करने की जरूरत नहीं है।
with Sarfraz on the
good
back
ball
foot, driving
there.
away onto the offside for single. It's Van der Dusen who's lost his wicket, so Miller has crossed over.
I reckon Shadab's got 2 more wickets in him. It's going to be a 5 for.
यार
Oh, that'd
फाइव
be
हो ही
brilliant
जाए, क्या
at
ही
the World
बात है।
Cup against South Africa. It'd be great to see. It'd be the highest.
Pakistani army and the crowds getting it on.
Shadab now to continue a big
Out! Shadab has got another wicket.
and Miller is reviewed straight away. But if there's no bat on that, that is plump in front. He went for the sweep, did David Miller, but it just rocked the front on his back pad. Definitely not too high. Definitely hitting middle of middle. But if there's any bat on that, that's
I
sufficient.
feel like it's hitting off. And it might be clipping off.
Whipping off is more than enough for Pakistan.
It's all about hitting in line.
Mystics Rakhel, who had called for a fifer from Shadab
क्या बात है?
right before this delivery, and Shadab gets his 4th, and he's got a couple overs up his sleeve left. Let's take a look at the if
Oh,
there
that
was
is
any
stone
bat
dead,
involved.
भाई, that is stone dead.
Clipping.
Umpire's call हो जाएगी ना
I'll
क्योंकि
reckon
he gave it
that's
out.
That's all we need.
That is OU with a single T, folks. David Miller is going to go back into the hut, and with it, South Africa's World Cup chances.
Let's see, is there an edge on the bat?
Oh, there is.
Abbe, he has inside
There
edge.
is, and that's why Miller had reviewed it so abruptly.
Abbe yaar, what a damp squib यार.
Good review from South
और
Africa. though.
झंडम बजाए इसका रिव्यू यार, मैं जो आउट हो खत्म हो घर जाओ भैया, अब क्या रह गई? Joel Wilson will overturn his decision. Inside edge, not out. Here we go again. 189 for 5 after 40 overs. He was a Shrabi or something.
No, I don't mean it like that. Fahad is saying even if they replace Azhar Mahmood, what other options do they have? We'll take a look at that.
यार
when-
दुनिया जहान के कोच आप रख लो, एलन डोनाल्ड है, शेन वॉर्न है, शेन बॉन्ड है, सॉरी, शेन वॉर्न को भी
शोएब
बुलाना
अख्तर।
चाहिए। शोएब अख्तर को एज ए मेंटर लाओ, उसकी प्रेजेंस ही काफी है यार।
Naveed is saying, I agree. Shadab Beshak Nanga Nache doesn't matter. He needs to give his 100% and perform on the field. That's what matters for all players. Do you concur?
Yeah, but they still need to show some level of performance on the field.
Yeah.
नहीं नहीं
You can't be like
यार,
Ahmed Shahzad.
No,
He
it's-
post
Shahzad-
topless selfies.
That's what he's alluding to. That is all about the on-field game. Outside
Catch!
off from Shaheen Afridi. This is driven. This
यार
is
अपिच ड्राइव थी
this is
यार,
a carpeted drive that has been called for a
अपिच
catch.
ड्राइव थी यार।
A carpeted
ये
drive.
अंडीले है या ब्रायन लारा है जो इतनी कारपेट ड्राइव मारेगा, वड्डा है।
Here we go. Pakistan closing in to that 6th position.
And we might go in the top 6. Wow, what a miracle.
यार वैसे क्वार्टर फाइनल रखने चाहिए था.
यार फिर तो सारे ही आ जाते, 10 में से 8. That becomes a farce like it became in 15 and 11.
Here we go. Shaheen Afridi this time a good delivery on off stump, driven away onto the offside.
इस पे नहीं बोला तूने catch. हवा में तो दी.
ये तो रोलिंग शॉट ही थी यार।
It's going to be a quick single. 191 for 5 after 40.2 overs. Shaheen 36 runs coming off of his 6.2. Take
Shaheen
a look at
deserves
South
a
Africa's
wicket, yeah.
remaining fixtures. Sri Lanka and Australia. I don't think they're going to be able to beat Australia.
मैं तो
But,
कहता हूँ श्रीलंका हरा देगा इनको अगर स्पिनिंग विकेट मिल
but they're
गई।
probably hoping that they beat Sri Lanka.
They have a chance to beat them.
No,
no
for
doubt.
Pakistan's sake.
I think our fate depends now on England more than anybody else.
Well, no, because if
श्रीलंका भी गले पड़ सकती
Sri
है।
Lanka and the West Indies, mind you, As this is driven, bounces over the 6'7" Shaheen Afridi to mid-off for no run.
यार ये 6'7" लगता तो नहीं है यार. I
Stuck-
believe you when you say it, but I don't. My eyes don't believe.
you know
it.
when it really stuck out to me is when they were doing the team photos at Lords.
Yeah,
And he was sticking out like a sore thumb.
true. गिट्ठे ही हैं हमारे सारे. कौन है लंबा है? वहाब लंबा है.
Yeah, and Wasim Bhai was over 6
Wasim
foot.
Bhai is
by
like
the way.
6'2", 6'3". He's
there you go.
height. Our
Pakistan,
opponent's
New
26
Zealand.
June is the next day. Change of pace is
I
gonna be
reckon
live.
that's the game that Pakistan going to be looking at. They're going to beat Afghanistan and they're probably going to struggle against Bangladesh, I reckon. But let's see what happens. It's, uppish drive from Pelukwayo.
The frustrating thing is, if that game against Sri Lanka hadn't been a washout, our World Cup would still be on track.
Yeah.
We would have beaten them and we would have had 3 wins right now.
Yeah, and I reckon losing to India and Australia isn't too
वो
bad.
तो अंडरस्टूड था यार, हम हारेंगे. इंग्लैंड को हमने हरा दिया, वेस्ट इंडीज को वो लॉस हमने कवर कर दी थी. सो इट्स अ बिट ऑफ फ्रस्ट्रेशन देयर. कोई भी 9 मैच जीत के नहीं आगे आ रहा है. ऐसी तो कोई बात नहीं है. Some crowd selfies being taken. Everybody a bit tense but looking content कि भैया आज पाकिस्तान इंशाल्लाह जीत जाएगा.
Yeah, good to see that a packed Lords. Bang! Shaheen Shah Afridi for the Lahore Qalandars in the past and for Pakistan cricket now. He's bowled David Miller, and that was the last recognized batsman in the South African lineup. South Africa now 192 for 6. Anticlimactic, but will do. 40.5 overs gone. Pakistan closing in on an emphatic win against South Africa at another World Cup campaign. It's 2015 all over again.
Lovely cut.
But this time
That
Pakistan
was
has a better batting
change
lineup.
of pace from Shaheen Shah Afridi.
What was Miller doing that? His head was all over the place coming down the track to play that. Just had no idea about that. And this man has played about 4 innings worth in this 31 off
जितने chance
37.
मिले हैं इसको आज. But Pakistan finally taking control of the game. Shaheen Shah in the wickets as well. Brilliant bowling there. Good change of pace. An off cutter made David Miller come down the wicket and completely miss.
Should
And he
Hassan
hit.
replace Shaheen for the next game? Got to get him warmed up too for the event. I mean, I don't see the need. Shaheen's been on the money today. A little wayward in his first spell, but this little
नहीं,
stint for
आपको
him has
याद
been
होगा
good.
कि Shaheen has knocked over Colin Munro quite a few times on that UAE tour, so he's definitely going to be used against the Kiwis, the bloody Kiwis. So Kane Williamson को out करना हमारे लिए बहुत crucial है यार. वो बंदा तो
Adil
psycho
is saying
form में
if they lose from here, they deserve the abuse they get. And he's also saying that they should play the same team against the Kiwis because they need the spinners. And Venom is saying South Africa are always poor against spin. That is a opinion that resonates across the studio.
Here comes Chris Morris and Fehlu Kwayo, both new batsmen at the crease, both big hitters. They hit a long ball quite well. और अब 12-13 का run rate हो गया तो अब तो कोई गुंजाइश वैसे ही नहीं रहेगी. So they'll have to go hell for leather right here.
Yeah, they do.
Good
Shaheen
chance for
Afridi.
Shaheen to pick up some
Shaheen
wickets.
Afridi, he's got the hair of a typical Pakistani fast bowler, doesn't he?
थोड़ा अभी young boy है, उसको समझ जाएगा कि you have to keep a lion's mane.
I like that. This is outside off. It's driven away from Morris. Again, he's no mug with the bat. He can definitely hit the long ball.
Good
but,
fielding, could have been 2 there. Good
I reckon
fielding.
there's just too many runs on the board here for South Africa to get this. Sahil?
We're posting some clips on Twitter.
Okay.
Thanks to Mr. Intern.
Okay.
He's clipping them from Twitch. So if you guys want to check them out, please head over to our Twitter, which is Change of Pace 414. I knew that. I was just
Yeah, of
checking.
course
I
you
was
did.
just checking.
Of course.
यार आप इतने बड़े
यार
Instagram.
अभी हम 414 नहीं है ना, अभी हम Change of Pace 1311 है.
1-3-1. Yeah, you be.
Thanks to Aga. Big up.
Big up to Aga for all of his kind hospitality for this World Cup. I'm telling you, if Pakistan have a hand on the trophy, this man will be behind it.
He should be in the group team photo, yeah.
Just an Ahmed Shahzad. Like Ahmed Shahzad. If you take a look
The
at the
Giroud.
Champions Trophy photos from 2017, it looks like he batted, bowled, field, coach,
And Umar Akmal.
and all of it.
Umar Akmal और अमित शाह सबसे आगे होते हैं हर चीज में.
वो pure glory hunters हैं.
Even in the
John
Asia
Terry
Cup
of the
photos.
Pakistan cricket team. वो साथ cricket पे थे.
Yeah, I did, and this is
Oh,
driven away down the
good
ground.
there.
This is a really smart bowling from Sarfraz Ahmed. to
सारे
keep
bonus
Shadab
overs
on.
मिल रहे हैं हमें शदाब से इस वक्त.
And again, I know that it's going to pain you to say this, Khwaja, but Sarfraz's captaincy on the money today.
यार
With his-
मैंने कहा था शदाब को लगाओ, आपको याद होगा.
तो उसने
सुन
सुनी
लिया
ना
ना
बात.
उसने तुम्हें.
मैं ये तो कहना चाह रहा हूँ.
तो यानी अगर हमें इतनी गेम समझ आ रही है तो वो तो कैप्टन है, उसको तो ऑब्वियसली समझ आनी
तो
चाहिए.
यार मतलब वो अच्छा भी करे तो तुम कहते हो मीडियोकर है.
मीडियोकर की बात नहीं, मैं कह रहा हूँ कि अंडरस्टूड बात थी.
यार बैटिंग लाइनअप उसने अच्छा शफल किया आज. सवाए मैं समझता
उसने ये शफल किया, खुद नहीं आया बैटिंग पे.
Yeah, but that was a
That
good.
is the ultimate shuffle. When Sarfraz doesn't show up to bat, that means Pakistan had a good
Man,
day.
you were way too harsh for him. Okay, he's done more to Pakistan cricket than Shoaib Malik has done in 20 years.
Yeah, Shoaib, now
True,
you're
true.
insulting your own captain by comparing him with freaking Shoaib Malik Marial Sial ko.
No, I'm just saying because at the beginning of this match you were asking for respect for Malik. I see no respect for Sarfraz.
That was during the game. मैंने कहा कि यार अब उसका career ऐसे नहीं reduce करो जैसे Samiuddin साहब was very harsh on
It
him.
was very tough on him. And honestly, I've never seen
अब आप
Usman.
कह रहे हो इंग्लैंड में उसकी 13 एवरेज आपके कौन से बाकी को सेंचुरियां मारते हैं इंग्लैंड में जितना आप उनको बात
Yeah,
बना
मतलब
रहे हो,
यूनी
you know?
भाई और मिसबा के अलावा तो कम ही है. Down the track from Morris gets a pitch delivery to long on for a single. But नहीं, I've actually never seen Usman be that like harsh on a specific individual.
I guess he was also sick of him and he was trying to influence, you know, put it out there in the universe कि भाई मलिक को drop
At
करो,
the end
and
of the
they
day, he is a
rightfully did.
Pakistan fan too.
Of course.
Just like the rest of us.
Shadab still in the hunt for his 5.
Reverse
Oh,
sweep, out,
that-
out,
that is
out,
gone.
out, out.
That is ओए जोएल बगैरत और आउट है यार और लांती जे आउट है ओंतरी मार What the hell was that यार full toss ball है
Joel Wilson.
unless he edged it.
Joel Wilson's given this.
Even Gogo is agitated यार वो स्क्रीन पे जंप पे मारा पंजा मार रहा है अपना हमारा कैट
Sarfraz Ahmed is looking into Pelaquayo as if
आउट
his,
था यार
if his
I think he edged it
as if his mother has been up since Fajr praying for him.
Whoa. Catch it!
Oh! Just evades a diving Shadab Khan. It goes down to long on for a single. Before the emotions get to the better of us, I'll just let you know that there was an attempted reverse sweep from Pelaquayo that hit him flush on the pad. I reckon it should have been out. I'm not sure why it wasn't
I think
given.
it was an inside edge. That's why
Maybe
we
a little
didn't
bit
appreciate
glove.
too much either.
Maybe a little bit of glove action there, but it'd be good to see the replay to that.
Some glove love, as Danny Morrison likes to
Oh,
say.
I'll miss a little bit of Denny.
वैसे हमारे in-house Danny
Naveed
Ahmed
is saying,
Hassan-
yeah, it's amazing how you guys can pronounce Pelaquayo with so much ease, and I couldn't pronounce Markram for the life of me.
फहल को मुझे तो नहीं बोला था कैसे बोलते हैं
Pelaquayo.
अच्छा तुमने वो H पे फोकस ही नहीं किया
Well, that's how he says it. He does a
अच्छा,
little bit
अच्छा।
of a video like Nicholas Labuschagne.
लेबशेन हाँ वो उसने भी बड़ी विकेट ली थी हमारे खिलाफ बनूस ने
Anyone that's mediocre.
लेकिन फिर भी तुम्हें गिफ्ट प्रोनाउंस करना नहीं आता
ओ यार
फायदा क्या
गिफ्ट
तुम्हें?
होता है यार
क्या
गिफ्ट
दफा हो
होता
यार,
है
गिफ्ट होता है यार बर्थडे पे तुम्हें मैं गिफ्ट नहीं दूंगा
Right then, Shaheen Afridi this time. Good leg delivery gets the inside edge, goes down to fine leg
अबे
for 4.
यार
I think for 4.
अबे
Yeah, it will be.
यार।
Imad Wasim doesn't
हमारे
get
स्क्वायर
around
लेग
to it.
किधर घूम रहा था यार तुम क्या पूंडी कर रहे हो उधर क्राउड की जाओ फील्डिंग करो
यार, इतनी तेज बॉल की ये क्या मजाक
वो
है?
तेज बॉल क्या है यार वो तो खड़ा ही उधर है इमाद वसीम को तुमने डिफेंड करना और सरफराज को तुमने डिफेंड करना व्हाई डू यू ऑलवेज सपोर्ट द वीकेस्ट प्लेयर्स
I actually, I'm not a big Imad fan. I'm not a big fan of his attitude.
You
but
called him the third W. How dare you say that?
that is a sarcastic
Okay.
little
Actually, that was
try.
Ahmed Hassan, so you know.
Yeah.
Ahmed Hassan, Ahmed Hassan has
आया नहीं
this
आज।
crazy vibe, a crazy thing about saying he's the best W to play for Pakistan.
Cancel.
99% win predictor for Pakistan.
You
Wow.
reckon this is the only team that could win or lose from here is Pakistan, and this is played away to
Famously, Sri Lanka का 4% था at the start of the innings against England and they won.
Yeah, brilliant.
यार, let us see a replay of this. What happened?
Oh, that's probably going down the offside. Yeah, it is. It's
यार,
mi-
how can it predict कि इतनी line से बाहर लग रही है? Full toss ball थी, बकवास कर रहा है ये bench
a
दिया।
little bit of Mahali action, you reckon?
मुझे लग रहा है ICC you can never trust their DRS.
But Joel Wilson's a pretty good umpire.
Joel और ये हमारे PSL umpire भी रह चुके
He's
हैं
not.
Joel.
He's not Steve Buckner, is he?
Steve Buckner बहुत अच्छा umpire था ये Indians उसके hitters थे.
Outside off,
Good
slapped
dive.
away from Pelaquayo.
Oh,
Wow.
Poncho, good
He's-
fielding, ma'am.
Aleem was okay, you know. I mean, you're going to get a few decisions that are going to be overturned. He didn't give a couple of shouts, loud shouts from the Indian side.
That's why he
But-
got fined, man. इतना over
I'm sorry, but those were not out. Those were the correct
सही थे,
decisions
सही
from Aleem.
decision थे.
Again, the Indians have this bad habit of getting everything their way in cricket now. But Aleem is a world-class umpire, 3-time umpire of the year. He's
बिल्कुल।
not going to buy into any Virat Kohli or Hardik Pandya in his ear. He's been doing this for far too long, and he's far too good at his job. Those were not out, and India won fair and square despite the correct decisions that Aleem made. 202
Shaheen
for
Afridi
6.
around the wicket.
Shaheen short delivery, cut away. There's a man there, but I think it'll evade him for.
Oh, okay. One bounce, couple of bounces for 4. ये क्या ball डाल रहे हो शाहीन
Yeah,
शाह?
good shot from Morris though. I mean, he just wide enough to beat this fine third man.
Top shot.
You're trying to bounce
From
out
a
a guy who is
brilliant
6'4". यार क्या अक्ल
Bring in
इस्तेमाल करो?
Wahab, the third W Riaz to wrap up the game. King Wenger's little bit of advice to the Pakistan team.
वो याद है PSL की launch पे थी। But
Didn't Rabada say that he's influenced by Wahab?
So
he
Wahab-
likes his bounce.
So
bowlers
Wahab,
were-
so Wahab's perfect fast bowler includes. Oh, beautiful!
straight six.
Chris Morris with the
Oh.
shot of the
Catch
day.
it. Oh.
That
Oh.
is an unbelievable
Crowd catch
lofted straight drive into the cameraman pool for half a
Misbah's
dozen.
shot.
It is Misbah's.
Miss Bask.
Yeah, he plays those really well, even better against the spin. But Morris has done so against the pace of Shaheen Afridi. Yeah, shot of the day for South Africa, and again, I think for the entire game, and a little bit of dancing in the crowd. Good to see some of the South African fans finding something to celebrate what has been an absolutely horrendous World Cup campaign. So Fawaz Ahmed tearing into his bowler for that as well. But wow, what a beautiful shot! 86
यार अगर आप
meters.
उसको कह रहे हो pitch it up, then why did you keep mid off in the circle? यार अकल होनी चाहिए.
I don't think he's asking me to pitch it up. I think he wants a short
वो
delivery.
कह
for
रहा है
the
ना
bowler.
drive खिलवाओ उससे.
No, I think he's complaining about the drive.
This was the ball after.
Oh, okay.
हाँ.
Full
Catch
toss in the
it!
air should be taken.
यार
Oh.
Come on, yaar.
और अब हमारा mid off पीछे चले गया तो long off पे catch.
It's, you know, despite Pakistan probably winning this game, all the luck has fallen to South Africa.
Seriously, yaar, the many opportunities we've given them and they've gotten, it's unbelievable that this match hasn't been over since half an hour. But anyways, expensive over, but Shaheen Shah, good death bowling there, unlucky to give away a few boundaries. Amir के अभी तक over रहते हैं 2-3. I think we should try using him right now. Get him in for that fifer. To back fifers हो सकते नहीं. Sorry, he took 3 wickets in India, so that won't be there.
Shadab's in there too in the mix.
Oh yes, Shady. But Morris is a very dangerous hitter. I think उसके खिलाफ अब spin लगाना काफी risky काम है. So you gotta be careful.
A shot from Chris Morris again down the ground, and it'll go for just single. There's a man there at long on. Long
Premature
off.
commentary.
I'm sorry about that. I didn't check the field positioning before the delivery, as I was hoping those were human hands. 214 for 6. Take a look at some of the partnerships between South Africa. Duplessis and De Kock are the ones that had the largest partnership.
Oh God.
The
Catch
in the air, but there's no point. Everything that doesn't bounce on the pitch
यार
is a
pitch
catch.
drive थी यार क्या हो गया तुम्हें?
Everything that doesn't hit the concrete of the pitch, or the brown of the pitch, is a catch. Khwaja, you're a man of history. You're a man of fine taste. Tell me about the little bit of the statue that you see at Lord's, the little the windmill that you see, the compass
that guy on top.
on
हो गया
top.
कोई
Maybe the
colonial बकवासी होगी कुछ ना कुछ
Right.
होगा आपको तो पता ही नहीं. The UK, the crimes of the UK are
rummaging through cricketing
ये होगा
history.
साला गोरा लोग.
Maybe
तुम साला
maybe our
हमारी सूची के
statsman can take a
बराबर
look at the statue on top of Lord's and see what it means.
Faf du Plessis practicing with those mini bats.
The
That
statue on top of the stadium.
Describe the statue to me. I'll explain to you what it means.
It feels like the angel of death for some reason.
Malkul Maut.
Whoa.
216 for 6. Well, the angel of death is looking at
Catch!
Palakwayo in the deep.
यार
come
mid wicket.
You can't really fault the effort there, Khwaja. Imam Al-Haq went all the way he could. One bounce over the rope for 4 more. This is all that South Africa can possibly do here.
यार we need to think about a run rate. यार इनको फौरन out करो. Get Wahab on, get Amir on, wrap up the team.
Yeah, wrap it up.
I think run rate is out of the question right now. There's no saving that.
नहीं यार कहाँ से 89 of 38 close तो नहीं है ना यार.
I'm just gonna get all
Don
the
Carlos है सर्विस वाले Don
Shadab
Carlos.
Khan to continue here. Beautiful delivery. He just quickened the pace there. Change of pace this time.
Change
from Shadab,
There goes his chance for a fifer.
and he just defends it away. I'm gonna get all the demons out of the way, and I'm just gonna bring up Mike Hussey 2010.
ओ यार तुम पागल तो नहीं हो गई ये क्या वाहियात बात कर दी तुमने. We're still not over that game.
हमेशा गलत बात.
Shadab this time. Full toss
Catch!
in the air from Palakwayo.
यार कहाँ है हमारे फील्डर यार. यार सारे कैच थे. मिड विकेट का कैच था, लॉन्ग ऑफ का कैच था.
That went down to Hassan Ali at long off. One bounce wasn't a catch by any stretch of the imagination.
Good evening from Manchester. Who is it?
Wagwan ji.
Delfan. कोई सलखेला कोई रिश्तेदार होगा?
You got the job on a technicality from the legend that recommended you. You're nothing. You're a fool.
You're a waste of time.
Good night. और अभी all is at the wheel, so there's more shambles इंशाल्लाह. अगले साल मैनचेस्टर relegate भी हो जाए.
Carlos Bassett कर लेता है यार.
यार, that would have been such a story.
Is he a Man United fan?
Yeah, he's a die-hard United fan. मैंने ग्रुप में भी लिखा था यार, तुम पढ़ते नहीं
I
हो?
remember during the PSL. Oh, was he at the PSL?
Yeah, for Lahore.
Yeah. I was Khwaja and I asked him to make a dab for us on.
Oh yeah, he
dabbed
dabbed for us. Oh, yeah, checking your tweets. So
Yes, probably.
You should have retweeted it yesterday.
कल ब्लॉक करते
नहीं
यार.
यार अब जीतता तो प्लग करता ना अब क्या फायदा.
यार तुम्हें retweet से ही
Listen,
हाथ देखने हैं
नहीं
यार.
We still have a game here as
Shut up, having some his hamstrings.
cramps.
क्रैम्प क्या हो गया? कौन सी गर्मी इंग्लैंड में जो तुम क्रैम्प कर रहे हो?
यार गर्मी की वजह के अलावा भी क्रैम्प हो जाते हैं. क्या
कैसे यार?
पानी की कमी होती है.
Exactly.
पानी की कमी क्यों है?
Wahab now coming in. Yorker.
What a Yorker.
Barely misses the stumps. Just ricochets off the ankle of Palakwayo. and go down to
Into
third man for a
reverse
single.
there in the air.
Yeah, they don't call him the third W for no reason. Actually, they do
Oh
call
my
him.
god.
They do call him for no reason. I don't
He doesn't
understand.
pick
Look at that. It's
A worse
swinging
bowler and a worse hairline than the original two Ws.
यार he should get it fixed यार थोड़े बाल वाल लगवा लो यार क्या
T for 6. 44.1
अगर हमारा
overs.
bowling coach लगा सकता तो हमारा actual bowler नहीं लगा सकता.
Mind you, the required run rate is just 15, so it's doable.
I think the Lord's clock is stuck as well. अभी तक midnight दिखा रहा है या midday दिखा रहा है क्या हो गया? होश में हो भाई.
I
वही
think
मैं
it's 6
कह रहा
p.m.
हूँ.
I think it's 6.
Here comes Wahab to Morris.
Hold him!
That is Pakistan cricket for you at its best. Wahab Riaz swinging Yorker and he's knocked him over.
Yeah, you can't ask for better. It is tailor-made for the situation. The third W comes in, bowls in an in-swinging Yorker to Chris Morris, and he rattles that leg stump. South Africa 2-2-2 for 7. And they are looking down the barrel of another unsuccessful dire World Cup campaign. They're going to take a flight home tonight. And Pakistan are resurgent once again in this tournament.
Oh, looks करा रहा है भाई Wahab
Look
अपने
at that,
Morris को.
Wahab.
Bloody, what do you think of yourself?
Wahab Morris.
Bloody.
Wahab Morris and
यार एक
Ahmad.
गाने की रिक्वेस्ट है यार जरा वो तू है कहाँ लगा दो यार.
तू है कहाँ? Strings.
यार जुनैद जमशेद भी था
Oh,
उसमें.
sorry, sorry, my bad.
यार,
Astaghfirullah.
हारून
Allah
भी था
माफ
उसमें.
करे, Allah माफ करे.
Yeah, if you do want to, by the way, if you do want to listen to some, if you do want to listen to some good music, Sarfraz,
Ali
actually-
Sethi.
Sarfraz will be performing.
अच्छा.
Yeah, Sarfraz will be performing alongside the great Sammy T. At Kately Cafe, the cafe
Yeah,
that I told
yeah,
you
yeah.
about the other day. A good friend of ours, she owns that cafe.
Nice.
So you can come down to it on Thursday,
Some live music and some
Thursday?
parties. And Dubai.
on Friday to come listen to some great guitarisms of
क्या बात है.
Sarfraz.
क्या बात है.
वो गिटार वही है, टिंग होती है ना.
Ah, wait.
आदत-
It's just a
आदत-
bigger ukulele, dude.
Yeah. I've
222 for 7 as Kagisio Rabada comes out to bat. He hasn't really shown his true self. Look at that, 92 miles per hour from
Wow.
Wahab Riaz.
That is some serious pace from Vicky.
And as they say in Pakistan cricket, pace is pace yard. They do.
Please don't give shout outs
They
to
also
illegal.
say change is pace. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Change of pace. Shucks,
Well
I
said,
messed- I
media
messed that
manager.
up.
Well
यार
said.
देखो उस podcast से पहले भी ऐसे लोग थे
Change is
in
pace.
that
अब
podcast.
यार, I had
What
one
an
chance and I
absolute
messed it up.
shambles.
Oh, what a Yorker.
What a Yorker once again from Wahab.
This time 89 miles per hour, but he's dug out well from Rabada. I mean, we've noticed, by the way, the most shameful thing that I've seen at this World Cup was when Afghanistan were 9 down. They needed 100 and some runs off the last delivery.
Okay.
Jofra Archer comes in and bowls a full bouncer to number 11.
Yeah, हाँ वो जो उसके सर पे लगी थी.
That's ridiculous.
There is no love in the fast bowlers union anymore. भाई अब सब एक दूसरे के सर ही फोड़ते हैं.
He wasn't even a fast bowler. You just don't do that to a number 11 when they need 100 to get.
Good ball
Rabada
there
with a
once
good looking
again.
drive, but there's a man inside the circle that'll field that away for just a single. 86 now required of 32 deliveries for South Africa, getting closer by each run.
So the table here we have Pakistan in 9th place, but they will definitely leapfrog Bangladesh and go up there. Thankfully हमारे run rate का भी कुछ थोड़ा situation better होगी. We might even move into the positives में तो नहीं आएंगे.
Yeah, Delfan here saying good listening to you guys. Best wishes to Team Pakistan. Appreciate that.
Thank you,
Art,
fan.
Art Vandalay has come up with a brilliant comment here as Wahab follows up with a wonderful bouncer that Pelakwayo can't do much about. But it's been
Oh,
given
yaar,
wide
wide
for some
de
reason.
diye,
I think it was a
yaar.
little too high, probably. Art Vandalay is saying Shoaib Akhtar has reached 1 million subscribers at the speed of 161.3.
Yeah, it's time to use his
Yeah.
clout and get him.
The dude is getting 50k subscribers a day, man.
That's almost as good as change of pace, but
Almost.
almost. Get in there, mate.
But अच्छा है यार हमारा भी कोई बन रहा है YouTube celeb क्या बुराई है यार.
Yeah, 224 for 7. Honestly, he doesn't need YouTube to become a celebrity.
Yeah.
The fastest man on the planet for a reason.
अभी
Played away.
डक्की भाई और इन सब चूतियों से तो अच्छे शोएब अख्तर की बातें सुन लो यार.
We won't get into that as this is played onto the leg side for a single. Highest scores at South Africa in the World Cup. This is a dismal looking
Unbelievable,
card. Quinton de Kock hasn't got to 69. His best is only 68. And Rassi.
ऐसे छिछोरे जोक्स पे हमारे मीडिया मैनेजर सरखेल बहुत खुश होते हैं.
Look at that. That is a dressing room
Forlorn looking.
you would not want to be a part of. As Quinton de Kock. Look at that. He just knows that the Kings of Alam Punjab are waiting for him. He doesn't give a shit about his country. Plays away onto the leg side.
या और seriously इनका कुछ पता नहीं है कॉल पैक कर जाएं और छोड़ दें यार कुछ भी हो सकता है. But hopefully Quinton de Kock is a class player. He won't do that. And I think he's a future captaincy, vice captain वगैरह तो ये बन ही जाएगा Faf du Plessis वगैरह के बाद. If they make Markram the captain, if they pinpoint him as a captain, तो Quinton de Kock बनेगा.
De Kock is out after this.
क्यों यार? De Kock is out.
No, I don't. I think he's going to.
इतने खुश हो रहे हो कि पाकिस्तान जीत गया तुम ये बात. Not safe for work.
No, I think he's going to move to England to play county cricket.
नहीं यार क्यों छोड़ेगा वो IPL खेलता है वो रेगुलर उसको पैसे
He can play IPL with the Kolpak, bro.
No you can't.
Yeah, he can.
अप्रैल में शुरू हो जाती है सीजन आप नहीं खेल सकते.
How do English players play?
उनको स्पेशल डिस्पेंसेशन है वो काउंटी ही नहीं खेलते बिल्कुल भी नहीं खेलते.
Right then, this game, it's been all Pakistan since the first 10 overs.
Pakistani Pakistan. When we're winning, it's Pakistan.
It's Pakistan.
Pakistan.
With their tails up.
या पाकिस्तानी या.
Yeah, Pakistan.
Fakhar Imam with a great partnership to start
आज वो
off with.
बच्चा बड़े खूब से विंसलो रोड पे नाचेगा रक्स करेगा.
It's Winslow.
या पाकिस्तानी या. Here comes Mohammed Amin. 3
Okay.
wickets left and he has 2, so 5 for it's possible if Amir
अच्छा
gets
अगर
it
यहाँ
right.
आमिर हैट्रिक ली तो आप होगे फालतू हैट्रिक है.
नहीं यार क्यों वो आमिर की हैट्रिक कभी फालतू हो सकती है क्या बात
There it is, a little bit
It's
of
not the last
unbiased
over of the
reporting.
Hey!
Oh, inside edge goes down to fine leg for just a single.
Good Yorker there from Mohammed
Yeah,
Amin.
Look at that.
Pakistan
South Africa now 2-2-6 for 7. And take a look at Amir's wickets today. The first one.
Oh yeah, that was a beauty.
What an incredible cricketing mind this man has, because that didn't look out to any of us. But
भाई
it was
उनके
rattling the stumps.
उनके मेन जेम बैट्समैन उसने आउट किए हैं भाई.
Yeah, he's
Faf and Amla.
Art Vandelay. Bhai, don't stop commentating after the World Cup. We're going to be here with
We are
you
definitely going
until
to
the
be
death of this game, until the BCCI takes over and rules us out of business.
Until BCCI buys us out for Sanjay Manjrekar and
Basically.
this Lakshman Sivaramakrishnan.
Oh, nice change of pace from Amir. Played away onto the offside for a single. Let me just take you through what has been a day of riveting cricket for Pakistan. As it started off with Fakhar and Imam with around an 80-run partnership at the top, a run rate of 6 in the first 10. After Fakhar lapped away, he gave away his wicket to Imran Tahir. It was Mohammad Hafiz who followed suit, and then Imam also left. It seemed like Pakistan were going to stare down the barrel of another 220, 180 timeline, but Haris Sohail and Babar Azam had different ideas, as Haris played out of his skin above a strike rate of
Unbelievable
120, and Haris and Babar foiled him absolutely perfectly as the partnership chugged along at a rate of 8 to take Pakistan to the
300
point
mark.
where they could just explode onto 300. Since then, it's been similar tactics from the Pakistanis. Mohammad Amir to start off with.
यार एक तो हमारी रिले थ्रो भी इतनी मरी है. This is a pure epitome of Pakistani fielding. कि हमारी रिले थ्रो भी मिसफील्ड हो जाती है.
Some funnies in the ground. I guess they can afford to do that right now. But in the bowling side, it was an inspired selection to start off with Mohammad Hafiz. The catch went down early. We thought we were going to take a look down at the barrel at another bad fielding display from Pakistan, which we kind of did. But Mohammad Amir followed suit with an inspired review. Followed up with a couple
यार
of.
वैसे ये इमाम लेसिक क्यों नहीं करवा लेता?
I like it. I keep the glasses for a reason too. It adds
नहीं
to
वो
their personality.
तो एस्थेटिक रीजंस ठीक है लेकिन आप लेसिक करवा लो यार अपनी प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करो.
229 for 7. It's the Daniel Vittori
Oh,
Club of
Yorker.
Excellence, folks. Don't listen to Khwaja. Mickey Arthur.
नहीं उसको
यार
शायद
विराट कोहली छोड़ो मैं इधर लेंस पहन ले. मैं भी तो लेंस पहनता हूँ.
मीडिया मैनेजर सरखेल अपने ही चुकते हुए कि जी मैं भी लेंस पहनता हूँ.
कोई तो चुके.
नहीं वो
But let's go on. Shadab
मेरा भी
Khan.
मसला है I can't wear lenses because of the astigmatism कोई हमारे एंगल खराब हो.
Oh, yeah.
Shadab Khan was brought on to remove the cock, and Amr. And then Duplessis, the wicket that Amr took, that was basically the kingpin.
यार एक तो जब हम मैच जीत रहे होते अजहर महमूद को खुदा के वास्ते नहीं दिखाया.
अच्छा, अजहर बाहर
वो
में
हमारा
hairline.
मूड खराब कर
Look at
दिया.
that hairline. You can tell where he's got it done.
Of course यार वो देखो.
Oh my God.
अच्छा अजहर उसी वक्त बाहर आता है.
What a hack job.
बाहर भी उसी वक्त बैठते जब
और
हम
भाई
जीत रहे हैं.
अगर बाहर आनी है तो कैप पहन के हमने आपकी डिजास्टर्स हेयरलाइन.
You don't see him out in the balcony throughout the game, but when they're winning, oh, big
Catch!
shot.
Yeah.
Oh,
That'll be
that's 6.
6.
That's 6.
One
Ooh, that was closer than it looked
full
actually.
toss from Amir and Andile has smashed it over
Yeah,
mid-wicket.
Shadab and Imam will convene at the mound. We have a little chat over about what has been a good day for Pakistan cricket, but that will be 4 runs.
यार ऑल आउट करो ये अब ये 50 ओवर्स खत्म होने वाला काम नहीं चाहिए.
Look at this man, looks like a Prince Henry or some shit.
Harry
Harry.
William क्या नाम है उसका?
Harry.
Kopi Mil Kawal.
Harry.
This commentary sponsored by Azhar Mahmood. The name is inspired by his favorite bowling delivery. Ooh. And I think we're.
That is assuming Azhar Mahmood
Khwaja
had
has
pace.
left the
He never
chat.
had pace. We are inspired but more by the likes of
It's
Salim
important to
Malik.
get Pakistan to get 10 wickets today as
Catch!
in the air. Fine
Fine
leg.
leg. यार फिर
Come
चौका हो
on.
गया यार.
Not sure what fine leg. If fine leg was the flash, he would have gotten
Top
around to
edge.
that.
72 needed of the last 4. The game is well and truly out of reach for the Saffers, but some easy runs being gifted here by Mohamed Amin. 2 fours, one over mid wicket and one at top edge. अपनी विकेटें लो यार, अपने figures बनाओ, अपने stats बनाओ, अपने numbers बनाओ.
Venom is talking about the fact that Shoaib Akhtar's subscribers, 800,000 of them are from India.
I think उससे भी ज़्यादा. I think 900,000 India से होंगे यार.
We have to bowl 10 good balls, Azhar Mahmood. King Wenger is quoting the legend on Change of Pace.
Yeah, Azhar Mahmoodisms are worse than Rami's commentary, to be quite frank.
Well, I mean, I have a different opinion on Ramiz's commentary. I think he's better than we give him credit for, to be honest.
This is not the
Literally
official
nobody
position.
agrees with you.
That's
No,
okay.
this is not the official position
another
of
Yorker
the
again.
commentary team.
Wonderful York from Wahab gets the
Ah.
inside edge onto the pads. Rabada is 2 off 5. Palaguayo 28
All
off 20.
resemblances are purely coincidental.
RTs are not endorsements. And Bangladesh versus Afghanistan. This,
This
could
should
be
be
a
a
big,
humdinger of a game.
This is going to be a
which
big
we will
game
not
for the
be
Bengalis, isn't it? Because they lose, their World Cup's over too.
This is the SARC rivalry, SARC derby basically.
Sark Dibery. Both of these countries not really favorable to the green in South Asia, but
Oh, look at that mooch.
wow, that is a gorgeous looking mustache. Wahab
Catch!
Riaz,
Ooh.
what a delivery!
यार inside edge था,
यार
up pitch
खुदा को
था.
मारो,
यार
ख्वाजा
ओवर
वैसे-
के बाद जब बॉलर ना अंपायर को बॉल फेंकते हैं ना, उस वक्त ये कैच करता है.
भाई अपिश inside edge था, क्या हो गया? Square leg खड़ा होता तो catch हो सकता था.
Ridiculous calling from AZ when Pakistan are winning. He's quite a lot quieter when we're losing, though.
यार तभी तो हम सबसे ज़्यादा शोर करते हैं, especially with mob hands, but no need for that today. Crowd looking very happy.
Wow.
पाकिस्तानी अवाम ज़ोरों शोर से आई हुई है लॉर्ड्स में. सारे उनके जो
लॉर्ड्स में आए हम.
लॉर्ड्स में आए हैं जी, लॉर्ड्स विच मैच देखने आए. लॉर्ड में इतना
बहुत
मजा
मजा
आ
आ
रहा
रहा
है, इतनी जबरदस्त क्रिकेट देखने को
जिन्हें लॉर्ड नहीं देखा वो जमे नहीं.
हमारी पाकिस्तान जीत रही है, इतना जबरदस्त मैच हुआ है इधर.
Oh, outside off, Wahhabi beats Palaguayo for
और जी
pace.
वो आप भी हमारे इतना फास्ट बॉलर है, इतनी जबरदस्त बॉलिंग करा रहे हैं, तो आपको तो हमें मजा ही आना है. तो क्या कह रहे हैं अपने साथ? अच्छा, you are signaling to our media manager to
Gotcha,
do your goddamn job, know your role and do your job. Anyways, go to ICC Dream 11. हम नहीं जाते भाई, हमारे Dream 11 हमारे well played green shits है, ग्राउंड में उतरे हुए हैं, वही हमारे Dream 11
क्रिकेट पिक्स पे जाओ यार, हमारे क्रिकेट पिक्स.
Yeah.
हाँ,
तो
प्लीज गो वोट इन आवर पिक्स यार. मेरे तो इतना बुरा हाल हुआ
यार
इतना गंदा सीन हुआ है मेरा
Khwaja is
उधर
like
यार.
number 30 because he keeps picking teams he likes.
Seriously, all emotional picks.
Instead of teams that are actually going to win the game.
Last week I didn't even pick half my picks. I've completely forgotten about it.
अच्छे
यार
खासे
वो
तुम
क्लाइव और पता नहीं कोई दूसरा बंदा है.
जैन तारर, जैन तारर.
जैन नहीं, दूसरा भी एक और आया.
अच्छा.
And they're just on the money with all their picks. Look at that fantasy game. We won't talk about the fantasy game because a lot of you have asked us about my skincare routine and the Dream 11 game that is
Skincare
happening
routine?
on the ICC World Cup. And the reason we're not playing this game is because they boycotted the PSL. Wabrias! It's a beautiful delivery from him. In swinging Yorker to Rabada, and he's bowled better than Rabada this World Cup. He picks up another. कैच तो कोई पकड़ता नहीं है, तो उसने विकेट में बांधने शुरू की. 239 for 8. Pakistan closing in for their second victory of the 2019 World Cup. That's an absolute wonderful shape on that
Shades
ball.
of that Yorker to Yuvraj Singh and Mohali.
Yeah, that was
Full
even better.
straight
That was even
and
better.
Bang straight into the
Look at
stumps,
that.
and Wahab with a smile of a killer.
And the hairline of LeBron James.
Oh god.
239 for
Brown.
8. 3 off 7. Shout out to Toronto. Shout out to Yambu.
Yambe.
Couple of wickets left in the tank for South Africa, but too many runs to go. We're hoping that Pakistan can get all 10 here to really cap
यार
up.
all out करो यार, तभी मजा आता है.
All right, let's. We always end on a high when we're winning these games, but because it's not a humdinger, we're actually cruising to a win here. Let's talk about what Pakistan could have done better today.
Of course, our catching could have been much better. This game would have ended at least 8 overs ago if we had held all our catches.
Yeah, that's important.
Other than that, the top order, उन्होंने फिर वही pretty 40s किए, पूरी inning नहीं खेली. Hafiz had a bad day with the bat today, so कोई बात नहीं यार.
Definitely stronger to win batting, you know. last year, yeah.
The last 3 over, the hitting could have been better.
Especially
but
the last over was very quiet.
we are again gambling with playing Sarfraz at 6, so that's of course a danger sign.
I reckon he comes in.
But at least हमने bowling पूरी खिलाई. I'm satisfied with that.
I think this
so.
is the lineup for the New Zealand game. And my goodness, if that ever was a quarterfinal, imagine if Pakistan beat New Zealand and Afghanistan,
तो
go on
यार.
to lose Bangladesh.
नहीं यार क्यों हारेंगे बांग्लादेश से?
Man,
क्या हो
they're
गया
a tough
आपको यार?
side to beat. You have to give
और यार
respect.
टफ साइड होगी गोरों के लिए, हम उनको उड़ा देंगे यार, क्या हो गया?
They've won the last 4 one-day internationals against us.
Okay, all four were in their home ground यार, and one was in Asia Cup. वो भी हम जीता हुआ मैच हमने एल लगवा दिया था. वो छोड़ो यार, that was another time. Every day is a new day.
Gopimiya Kawal saying the ball touches the bat and AZ yells catch.
और यार अब पिच ड्राइवें सी यार, गोपी मियां की
By the
हो
way,
गया यार.
some good news for our Ashes broadcast if we do one,
जी.
which would need a lot of time, but I have to think about that.
We can do the T20s between England and Australia.
the women's T20s.
नहीं वो जो बाद में खेलते हैं ना, वनडे भी खेलते हैं,
हाँ,
T20
वो भी,
भी
but
खेलते हैं.
maybe on the weekend days we can do some of the Ashes
sure,
cricket as
sure.
well. What I'm talking about is that we found a clip thanks to one of our tweeters of
Oh, what a ball by Wahab! Just beats the outside edge of Ngiri. What a delivery from around the wicket, and 239 for 8 after 47
what I
overs.
was saying is we find a clip of Michael Holding saying runs. So producer Surprise is going to turn that into a clip, and then during the test series, all we're going to do is just keep playing that on and on again.
That's all.
24 hours of runs.
यार वैसे आपकी एशेस की क्या प्रेडिक्शन है? अपने ट्विच स्ट्रीमर से पूछते हैं.
I mean, my prediction is it's fairly going to be England that'll going to take the cake. It's happening in England. They're
3-1 maybe.
a far more established side than Australia.
But Warner's in good form. Smith
He
भी
is
आ
in good
गया
form,
है.
yeah.
Stark, you know.
I reckon my money in terms of Australia is going to be James Pattinson. You saw him against the
यार बहुत प्यारा बॉलर होता था.
sorry, Pat Cummins. I mean,
Oh yes, Paddy Cummins.
he was the man of the series against India.
He was. हाँ,
With the bat and the ball.
because of the bat, हाँ, definitely.
So I think he's going to carry a lot of weight for this.
उनकी बैटिंग भी अच्छी है. Finch आ गया है, तो Warner
Mohammad Amir here, well outside of
Wide
off stump.
ball,
That'll be a
yeah.
wide to start off with. South Africa are now 241 for 8. They need 69 runs off 3 overs. Take a look at Wahab's breathtaking Yorkers to Kagisio Rabada.
Oof, that was so close.
This one just beating the bat of Ngidi outside of off stump. A good cleanup job from him today.
यार Wahab has been pretty consistent in
He
this
has
World
been.
Cup,
I think the relaxed schedule that Pakistan have had at this World Cup will help his older body as well. To get enough rest.
But he's also very super fit, you know.
He
so
is very
good
super
player
fit,
too.
but again, as a fast bowler, 10 overs are not easy.
Oh, good slower ball there from Mohammad Amir.
Palakwaya tried to heave this into Lancashire, but missed it completely.
Look at that Lord's Pavilion, yeah. It looks like an alien spaceship, basically. So
It's
South
such
Africa.
it's such a beautiful juxtaposition, the Lord's Cricket Ground between
Juxtaposition.
between the
ए
old
किधरों लाया है लफ्ज यार? Juxtaposition हो रही है तेरे.
between the old and
Juxtaposition हो रही है. Juxtaposition.
between the
What a
old,
word,
between
wow.
the old and the new. It's such a beautiful mixture. This cricket stadium.
यार मैं तो वो वर्ड सुन के परेशान हो गया हूँ.
यार अब क्या हो रहे हैं? थोड़े लफ्ज़ में आते हैं. Well, outside off, and this is
Aye, that's
carved
gonna be
away.
4, yeah.
Oh, Shaheen Afridi will get around to it. Wonderful effort.
Shaheen! ओए यार चौका हो गया.
Poor
But good
fielding.
effort there from the young buck. He's 6'7" frame, tried his level best to stop that boundary.
Amar's figures going for some here.
फिर भी यार under 4 है उसका, कोई बात नहीं. अब विकेट निकालो ना यार. Good effort there from Shaheen.
Shaheen, wonderful effort, you have to say.
यार शाहीन को ओवर ही नहीं दिए डेथ में यार.
Oh, look at that. He almost slipped. He has to be careful there with a priceless figure for Pakistan at this World Cup. And Amar again. He hasn't been the best fielder for his side today. I think he's minus 23 or something in his fielding score. Dropped a catch off his own bowling, dropped a catch off Wahab's bowling. And that's why Shaheen can afford to give that sheepish smile away. A couple of wickets left here for Pakistan to wrap up this innings. Full and wide from Amar, driven away, and Mohammad Hafiz will collect. Great fielding from him in the circle.
I think ground fielding overall has been pretty good today.
Yeah,
Apart
ground
from the
fielding at the World
catches.
Cup's been all right. It's the one when the ball goes in the air is when the Pakistanis look a little bit iffy. They got to work on that. As this gentleman reading the
यार
paper.
अखबार पढ़ रहे हो तुम क्या इधर आए हुए? तुम इधर के कोई जेदी 500 पाए हुए मैच देखो, तुम उधर बैठे हुए हो. चूतिया आदमी.
245 for 8.
अखबार पढ़ रहा है पैणिया. First of all, who reads newspapers यार?
Wow. It's all happening, folks. A big heat from Ngidi.
It's deforestation का इतना प्रॉब्लम हो रहा है. मोबाइल पे देखो न्यूज़. क्या
But most modern newspapers are actually made of recycled waste, so you're okay.
जो भी है, कोई तो मरा है ना, कोई दरख्त तो मरा था. धरती माँ को कोई तो चोट लगी है ना उसको.
We have a cricket game on, folks. 64 required.
ये इधर आया शेरलॉक होम्स का प्यो आया हुआ है. तुमने अपने आप को क्या समझा हुआ है इधर?
That's the Peaky Blinders cap, not the Sherlock one.
पीकी ब्लाइंडर्स दुनिया का सबसे ओवररेटेड शो. अच्छा है लेकिन ओवररेटेड
तू
है.
overrated है.
अच्छा है लेकिन ओवररेटेड है.
तू भी यही अच्छा
Story
है.
कोई नहीं
तू भी
है.
अच्छा है but overrated है.
Right, we're back here for the cricket as
Good job, Mr.
Lungi
Media
and
Manager.
Ngidi getting ready to face Mohammad Amir. This is a
ओए यार.
shot that was
यार
supposed
आमिर
to-
सीधा ब्लॉक होल्ड में मार. तू क्या ये कटर मार मार के बीट करवा रहा है यार? मज़ा नहीं आ रहा. थोड़ा चस्का लगे यार, थोड़ी सेक्स अपील होनी चाहिए आपकी बॉलिंग में यार. इंगीडी को बॉले बीटे करवा के आपको क्या आपकी एवरेज बन जानी है. उसको बोल्ड मारो डायरेक्ट. You gotta back yourself, Moit. Anyway, look at the field there. Third man, deep square leg, fine leg, and long on. यार आमिर को क्या जरूरत है long on की यार? Come on, bro. तो पाकिस्तानी हमारी छिछोरे खुश हो रहे हैं कैमरा में आके. Anyways, no worries.
Armour, full delivery.
Catch!
In the air.
यार.
It'll beat the man at point.
देखो अब पिच कटने की थर्ड मैन पे फिर कहते कैच नहीं था.
देखो ख्वाजा, मेरी एक रिक्वेस्ट है बस.
जी
प्लीज आप मान लें, आज पाकिस्तान भी जीत गया इंशाल्लाह.
जी
आप वेट करें, बॉल को देख के कॉल करें.
भाई कैच था ये.
जब तक फील्डर के हाथ में ना पहुंचे ना तो
जब तक कैच हो नहीं जाता ना कैच हम बोलते रहेंगे. थ्रिल
बॉलर
आती
के
है
हाथ से अभी बॉल निकला नहीं है, पहले कैच हो रहा है.
यार. थर्ड मैन पे जा रहा था यार.
आपको याद होगा,
जी.
पता नहीं, आई थिंक हसन भट्ट साहब थे हमारे
जी, जी,
लिस्टर,
जी, जी.
जो ड्राइव कर रहे थे
जी.
लाहौर से आई थिंक इस्लामाबाद
हाँ
हमें सुनते हुए.
जी जी.
तो अगर आप इस तरह की कमेंट्री करेंगे, उन्होंने गाड़ी मार देनी है.
नहीं तो अच्छा है, थोड़ी वो सुननी इसलिए रहा है कि हम
हर बॉल पे कैच.
डिस्क्रिप्टिव उसको दें. क्या नाम है, कमेंट्री. Anyways, the game finally winding down. Pakistan with a comprehensive victory over the hapless South Africans.
Still happening here for South Africa. They need a 6 off every delivery except the last of the over. Wahab coming in.
Oh, what a ball once again from Wahab, beating that off stump. Yorker almost knocking back Ngiri's off peg, but just
Yeah, and again
missed
on our
once again.
screen we did.
Look at that reverse with
Yeah.
that old ball. Grant Elliott is spinning in his grave, seeing all that reverse.
यार वैसे तुम अपने कलंदर के खिलाफ इस तरह बातें करोगे.
एक्स कलंदरा बकवास कर रहा था, मैं क्या उसकी बात सपोर्ट करूं? गलत बात.
अभी अगर वो कलंदर होता ना, तुम कहते यार ग्रांट एलियट.
नेवर यार, एनएवी को लूटनी पड़ी है. हम कौन से कोई टाइटल जीते हैं जब वो था हमारे साथ.
246 for 8. Wahab
Riaz.
Wahab has eclipsed Muhammad Amir's wicket tally for this game. He now has 3 for 44, and it's happened because of the prolific reverse swing he's gone against Lugi Ngidi. 246 for 9, and the Manchester lovers of Pakistan are going crazy in the crowd.
Pakistan, jam, jam, Pakistan, Pakistan, jam, jam, Pakistan.
I have to point out, there's a lady in the crowd with an absolutely unbelievable hijab. And she's got these
Bunny ear
bunny
hijab.
ears. That is
And she
adorable.
wasn't even watching that. What the hell is she doing here? आपने 50-70
Bro,
pound
she's already winning at life. Her
Oh,
hijab
yeah.
has ears. Got
3 wickets for Wahab, all clean bowled and all yorking. This South African batsman with sheer pace and reverse swing. This has been a good day in the field for Pakistan.
Yeah, it
And
has
the
been
bowlers.
with the ball. The catching could do with them some improvement. Same can be said about.
Yeah, I'm most excited to watch Momin Saqib's new video. Hopefully, there's one after this.
I hope he's not antagonizing any South Africans or anything
to
like
be honest, he
that.
doesn't usually.
सैफ
do
अली
that.
वाला काम ठीक नहीं था,
He's a-
लेकिन बाकी
Well,
otherwise
apparently
he's
he
a funny
wasn't
dude.
there himself. With
अच्छा
the
अच्छा.
voiceover.
इसने नहीं किया, इसकी आवाज थी यार.
No,
आ
he
रही थी.
did. He did post that it was him, but it was a voiceover. He wasn't there himself. The video was recorded
And
by someone
Gogo's
else,
going
and
for
he,
some of the crackers here.
did the audio.
I think
Over
he's
the
lying.
crackers,
He was-
actually.
इतने dubbing
You
अच्छी
can
नहीं.
tell. You can tell that's him.
Maybe, yeah, I think it was him. But in any case, Pakistan fans going home happy. A comprehensive victory over South Africa at Lord's, the home of cricket.
Oh,
What
there
could
it
be better
is.
than that?
Wahab Riaz.
Oh,
continuing.
no, yes, no, maybe run out chance.
Oh,
Oh,
come
Hassan Ali's
on.
missed it.
That's okay.
Hassan Ali,
That's okay. Leave a wicket for Wahab.
हसन अली को भी बेचारा एक रन आउट मिल जाता, उसको भी कॉन्फिडेंस बूस्ट हो जाता, but no worries. Another wicket taking opportunity here for
Oh, that was a comfortable run out. They should have thrown that Sarfraz's in.
unlucky. But Pakistan has been good. The intensity in the field has been very good today. They knew it was a must-win game if they wanted to keep their World Cup hopes alive, and they came out and delivered a clinical masterclass versus the Proteas.
There we go. Hassan Ali now gearing up. The crowd behind him. The crowd behind Pakistan. It has been a performance that we had deserve. It's been a performance that the Pakistanis are capable of. We've seen it in the past when this team is put under immense pressure, under immense scrutiny. When articles start coming out and kids at malls start screaming at you, this 11 will come out and defy all odds. They have, however, beat a depleted South African side today, and they've done it quite comprehensively all throughout the batting and their bowling. A little can be said about their fielding, however. Against New Zealand, this team will have to up its ante. They're going to have to be better on the ground. They're going to have to be better with the catches. That top order is going to have to convert those lusty 40s into some strong century-based relationships for Pakistan to go over the line.
Good Yorker there from Wahab Riaz once again, but driven away by Tahir to mid-on for no run. Last ball remaining. Can he get a wicket and complete his 4-for?
Is that a thing in one-day cricket?
गिनते तो हैं क्रिकेट पर तो गिनता है 4 and 5s.
Okay.
Okay.
Cricket Info, remember, that is a staple of our cricketing coverage in our history. 248 for 9. 61 required off 7. Beautiful, beautiful from Wahab. You have to say this last spell from Wahab, when he gets the ball reversing, he just looks like a different bowler altogether, and he adds another dimension.
I think the most important thing was there was no weak link in the pace bowling today. Wahab ne bhi अच्छी कराई, Shaheen ne bhi, और Amir तो of course spot
Shaheen
on
was a string a little bit, but again he's young and tall.
हमारे हर मैच में एक बॉलर था जो बहुत ज़्यादा पिट रहा था. हसन अली था या
Hassan Ali
Shaheen
usually,
था.
yeah.
So today there was no lapse in any department of our bowling. So thankfully we've taken control of the game. So good sign and good work.
Kushal was tweeting, and Imran Tahir was fielding on the boundary line, and the guys behind him kept singing, "He's one of us, he's one of us, Imran Tahir, he's one of us," and he was clearly getting triggered.
Oh, really? What's wrong with that?
So here's the stat: most wickets, World Cup wickets for Pakistan. 55 Wasim Akram, 34 Imran Khan, 32 Wahab Riaz. Can you believe it, bhai?
Wow, and
Third highest wicket taker for
Muhammad
Pakistan.
Amir this time in the air, and I think this might just fall too long off.
Oh.
No.
अब ये भी बोला catch नहीं था.
Khwaja, for the first time in this innings, you've actually called the catch right.
First time.
250 for 9.
Final over of
Pakistan,
the game.
5 deliveries
5
away.
deliveries to left to bowl them out.
When was the last time South Africa beat Pakistan in the World Cup?
2015 में हमने हराया था. 11 में मैच नहीं हुआ था. Must be back in 96 probably. 99 में भी हराया था. Yes.
It's been a while. It's been
Mrs.
a while.
Amir looking satisfied with her hubby's performance today. Looks quietly focused for the next game against the Kiwis. Another must-win game. Pakistan, of course, has to win every game to stay in this World Cup.
250 for 9. Muhammad Amir is steaming in here. Good length delivery.
Catch!
Gets the outside.
अबे catch था यार.
The outside.
अब बोलो ये
यार
क्या
बात सुनो, कमेंट्री बंद कर दो तुम.
Deep
कैच
point पे
रिकॉर्ड
catch.
करके हर बॉल पे ये प्ले किया करते.
यार ये भी
Just
catch
flew
था.
away to
क्या
deep
हो गया?
point, but there was nobody there to catch, and it'll just be a couple more for Pelakwayo, who's raced away to 39 of 28. It's not a bad innings from him.
He is boosting his stats. इसमें कोई हर्ज नहीं है. And Mrs. Wahab there as well. She's looking very happy with her hubby's performance. 3 wickets, all bowled.
I think every time we, say, Usad, pay attention to me. Pay attention to me.
I'm sorry about that. Sorry.
Sorry. I think every time we talk and you talk, anyone says something about
Oh, ये तो catch है. Third man. Third man. अबे
Oh,
यार.
no, third man doesn't get around to it. This is another single to Pelakwayo. Oh,
Oh,
two.
run out, and I think we've got him. Is that run out?
No,
Is
he's
that
in,
run
he's
out?
in.
It looks close. It looks very close. Would be quite the anti-climax to end the innings on a run out, but Sarfraz handing the ball back. Shayad.
Sorry,
run home.
Sukhil, you were
Yeah,
cut
I'm
off.
saying we can't say catch anymore. We have to say catch.
Yeah.
So how many catches did Pakistan drop today?
I think 4.
Good. Would you ever take a catch like that?
Oh,
I'm
no,
pretty
he's
bad in the
made
field,
it.
to be honest. So I'm not really going to put it up.
Yeah,
Can't
to
say
him.
दोनों
catch
catch थे
normally
यार.
anymore.
क्या कह रहे हैं हमारी comments?
Yeah, I play Pokemon. I
Final.
like to
Right,
catch Pokemon.
request from Gopi Mia Kawal to play Asasa Head Jalunga. We have to.
लगा दो यार
Asha,
Sarfraz.
Asha,
We gotta go for the
One last
classics.
time.
Asha, Asha.
Wonderful captaincy by him today. From Pelakwayo. I think Fussell will get around to it. He'll jump over it for 4.
They're hell bent on ruining Muhammad Amir's bowling
Yeah,
figures.
this economy is not going
He's
to
had a
work.
terrible day, to be honest. I mean, drop catches and all.
Even despite his 2 wickets, some drop catches, some poor fielding. फखर यार क्या कर रहे हो? पहले तुम गिरो तो सही. Sarfraz and Amir looking a bit frustrated, but all's well that ends well for Pakistan. Should be winning with a 50+ run
He
margin.
was slightly shaking his head.
Yeah,
Man,
look at that, 258 for
उसको
9.
पता है वो कैमरे में है ना तो थोड़े एक्शन तो मारने.
Muhammad Amir, 2 deliveries left. Ooh, and it just hits the pads on the leg side. Wahab Riaz at short fine leg will collect. No
Last
run
ball of the
taken.
match.
Pelakwayo needs 6 to get his 50. It's a game within a game.
And One delivery left for the South Africans to be officially knocked out of Cricket World Cup 2000.
I have to say, there's a little bit of
unbelievable, yeah.
it's a great win for Pakistan, but I'm sad to see South Africa crumble out so early.
यार बस उनकी injuries हुई हैं, luck भी नहीं थी, performance भी नहीं थी.
Some
Just a
questionable captaincy
complete
from
shit
Du Plessis
show.
as well. You have to say. Look at that, Safran's now getting ready. 6 points on the... Ooh, big shot from the Pelakwayo, and I think the man at long on will collect. Shadab Khan celebrates half-heartedly. Safraz Ahmed thanks the skies, shakes hands with Imran Tahir. The Pakistan balcony finally rises to his feet. It's a win by 49 runs for the team in green. The darker shade of green has come out on top today. Michael Vaughan tweeted this morning what Pakistan have arrived. We know the kind of Pakistan that arrived today, from that opening partnership all the way down to that spell from Muhammad Amir and Shadab Khan picking away 3 wickets today. It has been an all-rounding performance from Pakistan that will poise them perfectly against a dangerous Kiwi side. They have to win again on Wednesday to stay in this tournament, but there has been another win will bring some sort of respectability back to this team in this campaign. It's been another change of pace broadcast that you've joined us for. You can follow us on YouTube, Twitch, Periscope, at Twitter at Change of Pace 414, and Instagram at Change of Pace Live. If you like what you're hearing and if you like the sound of catch, make sure you subscribe to us on Instagram and Twitch and spread the word. We're going to be here for another Pakistan game. We don't know what's going to happen. I'd like to predict it on the basis of today's performance, but who the hell knows what this team will show up to do. It'll be New Zealand, it'll be Afghanistan, and then it'll be the Rise of the Tigers to see if Pakistan will make it to the semifinals. Khwaja, your final words, and we'll see you guys on Wednesday.
Yeah, good batting performance, not so good in the field, but our bowling was spot on, and a much needed victory to keep us in the World Cup. And from here on in, we have to, every game is a final for us, versus Afghanistan, versus the Kiwis, versus Bangladesh. Har match humne jeeta hai, and we have to pray for an England loss to get to the semi-finals. I think if we reach the semis, that will be a huge victory, moral victory for Sarfraz and his men. And inshallah, उम्मीद पे दुनिया कायम है, हम वो करके ही छोड़ेंगे.
Yeah, thanks a bunch to Naveed, to Gopi Milkawal, King Mengar, and the rest of you to joining us today for the comments. And again, the whole idea behind this is to crowdsource the commentary through your wonderful comments and some not so wonderful comments. But everything is welcome here on Change of Pace. We'll see you back here on Wednesday. Until then, catch.
हम हैं पाकिस्तानी, हम तो जीतेंगे, हाँ जीतेंगे. हम हैं पाकिस्तानी.